All right. So now that we got that assessed, you guys thought Silver Slipper, you gotta try better than that. Now, I'm disappointed. That was your big play to take me out the game? Mute my audio? See, I've gotten smarter. That's why I don't go live on the desktop using your platform. Use another platform. So therefore you couldn't do nothing to stop the live stream. So now I was able to control my own destiny and come right back on the same live stream. Didn't have to start a new one. Now, with that being said, I will address the situation ASAP and recap what they didn't want me to tell you in the first place when they took my audio down. Here's what they did. And here's what I said. There's no sense of recapping what happened in the Celtics 76ers game. Anything past halftime, you might as well just throw it away because it was pathetic. I don't care if there is a magnet ball. I don't care if Adam Silver paid off the refs, which he did. I don't care. You do not have 10 points in a quarter. It's unacceptable. Anywhere on the planet, that is not acceptable by mankind existence. You do not have 10 points. I don't care what you do. That's inexcusable. There is no excuse to have 10 points in a quarter. You quit. You literally quit. I saw it. And they gave Joel Embiid an MVP trophy. They should take it back right now. Take it back right now. Say, Jokic, here you go. You got 3 in a row. Don't give him a statue. Give him guts. That was pathetic. 15 points from an MVP in a closeout game 7. You get 2 points the entire second half. You quit. We talking about Julius Randle. He sitting right next to him on the bus. Julius Randle kissing his wife. Joel sitting right next to him. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, how lovely. I think next season I need to work on my handles so I can drive to the basket more. You were MVP of the whole league. They said you were the best thing in basketball. What the hell you mean? Now you got to start working on your ball handling. What the hell are you talking about, fool? You was the most valuable player of the entire league. That means out of all the players that played, they said you were the most valuable to your team. Hell, I vote they shouldn't have even played your ass. Same results. Well, Doc Rivers better learn some Chinese. Because all these coaches getting fired, shoot, coaches are being fired with success that won championships, that made it to the NBA Finals. They fired. And Doc still got a job? Shoot, Doc, you better be filling out them Chinese applications. What does word say here? Shoot for that. Chi Shani Doc Rivers. Yeah. Shani. Yeah, that's me. Chi Shani Doc Rivers. He better Doc and Howe. Right. Doc better get ready. Yeah. They mad because I said the bubble remix is here. That's all they did was they trying to legitimize the bubble by saying, oh, y'all said the bubble wasn't real. Well, take a look now. It's the same teams. So the bubble must have been real. No, the only thing real is the fix. You are fooling no one. That's the problem. You're not fooling anybody. And for everybody that came in the chat in the last video, yeah, you said it's going to be the 76ers and the Suns. Duh. Yes, because I'm going against the fix. I don't want to see what they trying to show us. I'm going for anybody. Hell, I'm going for right now the Miami Heat in Denver. I don't want to see the finals they're trying to set up. I want to see the Miami Heat versus the Denver Nuggets. That's my new prediction. That's what I want. I don't want these two teams nowhere near the finals. But we all know they're going to go. Right. I'm the one that told you 8 months ago what was going down. Me. That's who. 8 months. Jose was in this chat. LB was in this chat. And we talked about it flat out. About the whole upcoming NBA season. What's up, Trucking with Stanley? Once again, there's the video. The league is preparing this finals for this season. 8 months ago. August. So for all y'all who think I didn't know this was coming, you ought to be out your mind. You see, Kevin Durant was supposed to be in Boston. Kyrie Irving was supposed to be on the Lakers. The battle for 18. That's what this was about. This is what they wanted. This is what they wanted. Ball in hand. I put you on in this game to let you know the corruption early on. And I said they were talking about Philly and about capacity space for finals and everything else in that meeting. And I'm like, why are they doing that for Philly? Philly shouldn't be in the case, in the talks. But Kevin Durant was supposed to go to the Boston Celtics to join Ime Udoka. And right after that, Ime Udoka situation happened. And Ime was released and suspended. That stopped Kevin Durant from going to the Boston Celtics to be with his old coach. The reason that he wanted to be in Brooklyn anyway. Ime Udoka was the U.S. basketball coach, and he played with him with USA basketball when him and Draymond went over there. And he loves Ime Udoka and the way he coaches the game. Strategy on defense, everything. Kevin Durant don't have to do that much working with Ime Udoka. So you knew right away what time it was. Kyrie Irving was going to the Lakers. He was going in a trade that was going to bring Russell. Kevin Durant was going to Boston. That was it. Kyrie Irving's tweet right before the trade deadline ruined his move to the Los Angeles Lakers. So they had to pivot and get D'Lo and everybody else. But Kyrie was supposed to be a Laker. And that was going to be the match. Kyrie versus Kevin Durant, AD, Kyrie, and LeBron versus Jason Tatum. Brown would be gone, so it'd be Kevin Durant, and it would be Malcolm Brogdon. They would have had their team together and set the vie for the battle for 18. That was on the table for you. That was what was there. But because of situations that happened, they had to do a remix. Ime Udoka got suspended. Kyrie Irving made a tweet about the Jewish people that involved Jewish people. So now all of that just was circumstantial, and they had to make changes. Can't stick Kyrie Irving in the finals now. Kevin Durant and Ime Udoka, can't stick Ime Udoka in the finals now. So now you have these two problems to your two major pieces that you want to stick in the NBA finals. So what do you got to do? Remove them. Kyrie can't go to the Lakers. Kevin Durant can't go to the Celtics. We just got to stick it out with Brown and ride it out. But see, they don't have any real superstars. That's why Kevin Durant needed to go to the Celtics. He's a superstar. Tatum isn't. They're trying to make him that so that he could sell it. They have no real main face in Boston. The Lakers, they at least have LeBron, right? I didn't put my trust in them. I was going with what the league had did in that meeting. So I said it as clear as day, even in the video, what was going to transpire. It was clear as day. When they concocted this battle for 18. Serious. We did this 8 months ago, fellas. It's just revisiting. The battle for 18. That was the theme. So don't act like we weren't aware. I'm going for the fix to be broken. So when Kevin Durant went to Phoenix, I was cool. Bet. Now we riding with Phoenix. Break this chain. Yeah, these are the bubble rematches, baby. This is what they want. This is what they want. This is what we get. This is what they want. So this is what we get. None of us asked for this. They're doing this to try to justify LeBron James' fourth title that they gave him because of the pandemic. By running this back, they're saying to us, see, the bubble was legit. The same teams are back. That's what they're doing. They're telling us the bubble is legit. That's what this means. There we go. So now they're saying the bubble this isn't the end all be all. It's the bubble. Yes. Yeah. Now you starting to get the picture, convict. It's all about the bubble. They want to bash your head in with this battle for 18 till your mind go crazy. Of course it'd be a better series. But they're trying to retire Golden State. They're trying to retire it. Remember when he won last year and I told you, this is the final one for Steph Curry. This is the end of the episode. Next year they get to the playoffs, they're going to lose. They're not the agenda no more. They want to move on from that and roll over into the dinosaur. Take us back. One more ride for the dinosaur. So they got to try to one last ride LeBron to the finals again. This is going to help your league? No, it isn't. The NBA playoffs, why do you think they haven't been telling you about the ratings? Have you heard any news about the ratings? Have any of you heard any news about the ratings? No news. And the reason you have not heard any news about these ratings because the ratings are not what they expected it to be. They thought it was going to be higher. There were people watching NHL hockey over the Los Angeles Lakers in the playoffs. No, they weren't. The game they thought they were going to have a big ratings jump for, which they did, it was the highest rated game of the series, was that Saturday game 3 with Dylan Brooks and the Memphis Grizzlies. That game had a spike up for about a quarter to like the second quarter. Then it died down and didn't jump back up because you had the Tank Davis fight with Ryan Garcia kick off. You had that going on. So most people were watching the pay-per-view and some people had the game on. Then you had the Toronto Maple Leafs in the playoffs. A lot of people was watching that. So it was a lot of things going on at that time. The elimination game, the game 6 that they had, that got a lot of views, like good traffic. Game 1 Golden State versus the Los Angeles Lakers. Those numbers did well. A game they had on Saturday or Sunday or whatever, when that kicked off, that the numbers was through the roof, but nothing topped the first game. The first game, opening game, had high numbers. And nothing touched that except for game 6. Game 6, the numbers went up close to it, but not quite the same. But the numbers are all higher than the Memphis Grizzlies. We all knew that. But that's mainly because of Golden State. But the numbers didn't touch nowhere near what they thought. The expectations for the numbers was here. They were here. The NBA had the expectations bar this high. They kept coming up like right here. Their bar was like where they expected to be. Here, expectations, they were here. They never got above the bar. That's why you don't hear any noise and talk about the numbers. Because if they start talking about the numbers, people are going to start digging into the numbers. And they're going to start seeing all the rest of the playoff games. All the rest of the playoffs, near the floor. The Miami Heat versus the New York Knicks. That series that should have been very high, those numbers was very low. The ratings on those games were low. The Phoenix Suns versus Denver ratings was lower than that. Kevin Durant is on the Phoenix Suns. They're playing the number 1 team in the West, and their numbers were lower than the Knicks in Miami. No one was watching that series. And you're telling me there isn't a problem? Keyword, everyone is streaming or just watching highlights. That's how it is in America now. Now you see the problem. Now you see the issue here, that the NBA is trying to find out a way to get around. How do we get around that? How do we fix that? But in China, they watch the games. They love it. They get together in an internet cafe and watch basketball. But they want to get them in like everybody's homes. In China, not everybody has a television at home. So they all gather together in groups and watch games, sporting events. So you will have millions, and there's so many people in China, they have millions of people watching. So their biggest hub is China, not the United States anymore. But how many Chinese people are actually in the NBA? None now. But it used to be one. The president of North Korea, you know what he watched? Basketball. Who's his closest American friend? Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman is his closest friend. He the one bridged the gap that got the president of the United States, Donald Trump, to talk to him. Let that sink in. He got Trump to talk to him. Let me see if this works like this. Since he won't sit still. Yeah, it works better. He got Trump to talk to him. Now, what do they love in North Korea? Basketball. They brought Dennis over there to teach those guys and coach them on some moves for basketball, and they played against some of the athletes that used to play in the NBA. They went and ran scrimmage and basketball, but that's how you break barriers. Sports have always broken the barriers. They always say sports is not in politics. Sports was always in politics. The first time we got to go to Cuba, the volleyball game, women's volleyball, and we lost to Cuba. And Fidel Castro was so happy we beat the United States. He was just so happy we was over in Cuba. First on the wall of China was Olympic Games. Worldwide of sports was brought behind the walls of China for the first time ever. Russia, the Olympics. We got to see behind the doors and the walls in Russia through sports. So they're all lying to you to say sports and politics don't mix. They're idiots. Yeah, Mr. Christopher, they tried to sabotage me, but I've gotten wiser and smarter and says, never again. I will not go live on a platform ever again. I will use either StreamYard or mobile. Never on the desktop going live directly from YouTube's platform because they can sabotage the live stream and then you can't get it back up or nothing. So you just be screwed. So I'm like, why would I do that? Makes no sense. Yes, my Cash App is right there in the banner saying Carcino for life. Oh, yeah. Everybody who saw on the Patreon today, everybody's been thanking me about the video. And it's like, man, this video opened up so much about the NBA. How Adam Silver is not supposed to be the commissioner of the NBA. He never was. Y'all want to know? You want to know how I know so much? And people be thinking it's like what they call it cap. Y'all be like, man, how do you know so much? How do you know so much about this situation? How do you be knowing the inner knowings of how it works behind the scenes? They ask you all these crazy questions, don't they? They love it. They love to keep you in the area of the not know. Because you know what they think? As long as you don't know, that's all that matters. If they don't know, you don't know. That's it. That's how they look at it. If they don't know something, you can't know it because they don't know it. So how could you know it? We have constantly shown and proven to you throughout the years that if we were lying on these people, I've been doing this for so many years. If I was lying on these people, do you realize there will be a group of people calling out you as a liar? Besides just people, oh, they ain't got no time to even deal with you. That is not the reason why. They always ask a question. How do you know? They just want to know, how do I know? Now, you guys have all seen, right? That my cousin is got the Saginaw stem. You seen Dante who came up here in the Saginaw stand, right? You see, you guys know because you guys follow me. The people that don't follow me, they just don't know. So they don't know my cousin Dante. They don't know a lot of the stuff. They probably wasn't here. They probably came from another channel. We're glad you're here now, but you just don't know who he was or what he did in this industry. You didn't know I knew Kel. You didn't know I knew Floyd. If you know all these people and celebrities who ended up becoming celebrities, there's a lot of connection to a lot of people in the industry. And if you know, my cousin is from Saginaw, Michigan. The Detroit Pistons are the team of choice. But not only was he just like, he wasn't somebody just going to the games, he was a correspondent with them. The Detroit Pistons is a sponsor to the Saginaw Stem. That is still doing amazing, by the way. Dante has done many things in this business, from acting, entertainment. Darvin Ham is a supporter of the Saginaw Stem. He's from Saginaw, Michigan. Darvin Ham actually was a classmate of Dante's older brother. They were graduating in the same class. Dante's under him. So they all knew each other. Darvin Ham used to come to the house, whole nine. That's just another connection. So there's countless outlets. And you know my cousin Dante works with Elon Musk on SpaceX. He's a black engineer, right? See me with a little baby fro there? Me and cuz. We're at my grandmother's house. Look at that. Saginaw stem put together. All the time in and the work it was put in. Right? Look at that. Kids learning STEM programs, learning about the circular system, how to build an artificial heart. They're learning that as child. You know how many black engineers there are in the world? Not many. He helped design most of the vehicles that Chrysler had. Then he designed some for Tesla, start working for the Tesla company. And then on the weekends, he fly from California to Detroit to help out his hometown with the volunteers that he got. And look, there was all three of us. Kwame Brown, myself, and Dante. So, you ask me, how did I hear something from Rip personally? Because I was there. Does not mean Rip Hamilton knows me. He knows Dante, my cousin. And him and Uno still close to this day. That's Chauncey Billups. His nickname is Uno. He wore number one. That was his number, so Uno was his nickname. Met him through Dante. Never said I knew Chauncey Billups. So we know a lot about the inner workings, right? This when he came and saw my grandmother before she passed. Happy Mother's Day to her. This was Kobe's last season. He went to go see Kobe. We all were huge Kobe fans. Who wouldn't be? Who wouldn't be? He's done countless jobs within this league altogether. Things you guys haven't seen and hadn't known about. Whether it's NFL, NBA, what have you. A lot of the people I've met has been because of the fact I know my cousin. Kwame Brown has told you, and you saw the live stream, he hung out with his family. That's how he knew him. He been in Kwame's house, hung out with all his brothers, his cousins, all of them when he played for the Pistons. And here's what I wanted to show you. Now you see who that is? I don't know if you guys can see it, so I'm gonna blow it up a little bit more for you. That is Miss Wanda Durant. And what does she do for the NBA? Well, I'm glad you asked. They never give her credit. You never hear anything about it, but she's hands on with the NBA Cares program. She's helping other kids and other facilities do all these different things with charitable, contributions from education, from books, learning. They coming up with all these different educational programs in different cities. She's helped put that together and been hands on with the NBA doing this work for years. But you never hear her getting any credit for it, do you? No. But this is how I know so much about it. And you guys be like, well, how do you know about Adam? I'm a Googler. Nah, a lot of this stuff you can't get from Google. So when I tell you certain things, it's for a reason. Bam. See what I'm saying? A lot of the things I'm telling you is for a reason. Now you getting the picture? Now are you seeing a connection? Now are you able to put some dots together as why Sino knows so much and how Sino has been involved in a lot of these places and been in these meetings and been around these people and been around conversations and know how a lot of this stuff going? Can you put the pieces of the puzzle together now, or do I need to go any further? I don't think I need to. No, this is not snitching on him because he hasn't done anything. My cousin has done nothing. My cousin ain't told me anything. I am allowed to get around these places because I know him. You see, when you have people that's that close, you build your own relationships. So I know people that he don't even know I know, but I know him because of him. That's what got me through the doors. If that makes any sense to people. So for people to say, see, no, you don't know nothing, see, no, this, and see, no, you don't know nothing. Now you know that it's stupid when they say it. Because we had Dante on the screen plenty of times when he was talking about the Saginaw STEM helping out these children. Oh, you will be hearing a lot of it on the Patreon. So the video we got on Adam Silver right now on the Patreon, definitely check that out. But the way I feel isn't how Dante feels. Dante loves Adam Silver because Adam Silver, they are more into the charitable things. This is why I told you this is more his field. This is what he was doing in the NBA for years. He created NBA Cares. He created all of these programs in the NBA that's dedicated to helping the kids or charitable foundations. This is his forte. Not being a commissioner of the NBA. This is where he's good at. So my cousin basically has learned from him how to go and construct programs and educational programs, and he wanted to do it for kids who are less privileged, who didn't have these opportunities in the neighborhood. NBA Cares, those kids seem to be in very nice neighborhoods. He wanted to do something like that for the hood. So Saginaw STEM, right? And he's got the whole city of Saginaw behind him. I think they dropped off because it might be a commercial show. It might be an ad or something. Whenever I see a drop off like that, normally it's an ad or something. That's what I told you. He loves Adam Silver and all those people. It's the way I feel about it. It's the way I feel about the situation more than anything. That's always been the case. It's how I feel about the situation. I look at something from the game perspective, the NBA side. So when I'm looking at something, I'm looking at it from that level and that level only. He looks at it from a whole different perspective, from charities, charitable foundations, all these different things. So they're always close by. How do I know about Dr. Buss? Same situation. It's a lot of information that we know that has not been given to the public. How I know about Michael Jordan and all these things, different stories that was told. It's a lot of different things that transpired. This is why I can hold conversations with people like Kwame Brown or Gilbert Arenas, even though he's going to change the words around. But we can have these conversations and go to these different places because I understand the interworkings of the NBA. Most people are just looking at them as celebrities, so they just blinded by that because they play basketball. You put them in the category of celebrity. Kwame already say, hey, don't put me, I'm not a celebrity. So that's that. Me, I'm just a person who was connected in this by being introduced because of my cousin. I was able to go to some events because of him, and because of that, the relationships were developed. Kel Mitchell, I knew him because he grew up around the corner from me. Floyd Mayweather, I knew him because Nate Jones from Chicago, Green Greens, was boxing. They both was on the Olympic team. So all of these three angles, how many connections do you think I made? I made a lot of connections, right? No lie, no cap on any of it. Just so happened to be. So it's nothing really much to it. You say the screen is not intact with the sound. This is what they do. All right, it's no secret to what we do here. I'm not that type of person. I'm not the type of person to go ask my cousin a secret. Like, yo, hey man, is it true he slept with a dude? I don't do no stuff like that. If I did that, my cousin would have cut me off a long time ago. He should. I would cut myself off. I would cut myself off. Magic Cookie, this is Magic's table. My cousin was coming by and he met Magic again, spoke to Magic. This is a funny day. I'll talk about this day on the Patreon, but I won't talk about it now. But it was really funny. Oh, absolutely. Of course, you see him with Cole back in the day. Yeah, Dante's about like 6'3". Of course, that's Uno. Like I said, most of the people that he been around and hang out with, I'm cool with. We either done met him quite a few times. He know him. I've met him. There's a difference. Oh, absolutely. I remember this like the back of my hand, most of these visits and trips. No, not really. Well, the NBA is not like how you think. It's controlled. Why do you think they made such a big deal about the Pistons walking off the court? Why do you think that took place? Hmm? Back when Braun was cool. That's what's funny, man. Y'all, that's what's funny about that. Uh-oh. Hold on. Okay, there it is. That's back when Braun was cool. We ain't dislike him then. He was cool. We ain't had no problems with him. That's old school Cleveland Braun. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Braun, they know Braun too. Like they meet Braun, they hung out with him. He hangs out with the NBA elite, like the executives. Chauncey Billups, like he knows them. He knows Rip. So when he said Rip don't know you, I'm like, I don't hang out with Rip. I just said I heard it from a personal. And the thing is that the story is 100% true. It's 100% true. So it's crazy, man, but it's all for entertainment. So I don't take nothing personal that Gil say. I just know what Gil be trolling. Like right now, he DMing me. He been DMing me all night, talking about the show we got signing up because he finna sign Kenya Martin now. He listened to me. He gonna sign Kenya Martin. Make his show better. You gotta understand, this is a long time ago. As you could tell, this is when he was like first, like I won't say his rookie years. He's been with Cleveland. He ain't been to Miami yet. He not Miami Brian yet. Look at the way he dressed. He's about he's about 4 or 5 years in the NBA. Oh man, maybe because I don't like him so much that you guys forgot that I told you I used to didn't have a problem with LeBron James. Y'all think I just the moment he stepped on the court, I said, "Boo!" That's not the case. I gave him. It was funny because the media disliked him. People in the media was like waiting for him to fail. Y'all don't really remember that. It was like most of the experts saying, "Well, these so-called better than new Magic Johnsons, new Michael Jordans. They have about a 2, 3 year career, and this guy's got a lot to improve on. If he's got to get a consistent jump shot, or he's not going to make. I'm like, man, the kid is like 17, 18 years old. Give him a break. Like he's 18 years old, and they putting a lot of pressure on him. I was the one defending him. That's what's crazy. I was defending LeBron James. When he came in the league, I was the one fighting, like, man, why are they dogging this guy like that? I used to defend him. It's when his arrogance kicked in. That's when I had a problem. Once his arrogance kicked in, me and him had a very serious problem. And he didn't get that arrogance until he got to Miami. And he started getting those championships like they was giving it to him, and he just really got arrogant. And I said, oh, dude, you are not what you think you are. And from that day on, all hell broke loose. He started thinking he was better than Jordan, better than Kobe Bryant. I'm like, oh, hold on. Oh, man. Oh, man. Boy, this dude should work for public housing because every day he putting out trash. That's something we gonna outlast. I was like, boy, your skill set, you have not improved in 9 years. Boy, I went crazy. I gave you time. I said, oh, he gonna develop. Don't worry, he gonna get this, man. Just give him some time. He's young. I'm like, Negro, you are 9, 10 years in the league now. You still playing the same way. Hell no. I mean, I was so damn mad at LeBron James. Y'all, and if you notice, I ain't calmed down in 10 years. We have been on that road for 10 years straight. So for everybody who think that I just started hating on him for hits and views, this has started long before that. Everybody thinks this goes back to when he beat Detroit. He beat your Pistons, and I was mad about that because I saw the politics that came with that. Because the Pistons eliminated the Bulls. We didn't have Ben Gordon no more. Ben was with the Bulls. We beat the Bulls. And that's what I'm saying. It was so much that went on with the Bulls, so many fights that season. The Bulls have never probably had that many infights in one season. Ben Gordon fighting with Joakim Noah. I think it was Noah's like rookie year. And Ben and him kept fighting. So they had to get rid of Ben. Then yes. Dog, the 76ers quit. That dude sat there and quit on everything I love. That dude quit. That's what I'm saying. It didn't make no sense. Yeah, my cousin, man, he went on his prom, man. This is what it was looking like. Look at him, boy, coming out. Oh, swagged out. Look at him. Yeah. Look at him, swagged out. Yeah. Cause see, that's what I'm talking about. See, they can't deal with it. We got too much flavor in our family. We just got too much. Look at that. That's what we do. That's what we do. Our generation is generation is jamming out here. Holding it down, baby. That's what we do. Too much swag. They ain't ready for it. We always do it big. Our proms, my uncle was talking about how proms didn't change from the big bow ties and they had the big platform stack shoes. Now everybody swagged out, jewelry, chain, shirt open, looking like they going to the nightclub. Mm-hmm. There it is. Oh, Jason Terry, man. Terry, we met a couple times. Yeah, he's like plugged with us for life. Piston down, baby. He used to rock the Isaiah Thomas jerseys. So he was down with us. The pandemic, oh man, it's all there. How do I know so much about basketball? Oh, it's a very good question. This is a good photo to back that up. That was the question the guy was like, that don't mean you know nothing about the game. You're right. Who's in this photo? Layman Brewster, former heavyweight champion. Montel Griffin, the first man to beat Roy Jones, light heavyweight champion. Right next to him, two-time NBA basketball champion, three-time NBA three-point shooting champ, Craig Hodges, the first Olympian ever in Chicago to ever win, Nate the Snake Jones. The NBA sports betting is hurting viewership because bettors doesn't like watching because they're afraid it's going to get jinxed. Oh, no, not really. A lot of them watch. Some of them are like that, but a lot of them like to watch their money because they want to know what happened if something don't go right. Now they might turn away on a certain shot, but they like to track their money. Some of them, and yeah, it has ruined the game. This fantasy betting because now people are betting on a lot of more individuals. It's more like the fun of it. It's more than team. They're betting individuals. This individual got to get this and that has ruined the game. Well, I'm sorry, but Sir Nick T, it's amazing how you say KD got beat. He just got to this team right at the All-Star break. I mean, for real, Kevin Durant got there and then he was hurt before he got there, so he didn't even play that many games. There was only 28 more games in the season. He was hurt, so he came back and then he rolled his ankle over in the layups line. So he hadn't even played 20 plus games with them before they got to the playoffs. And everybody's blaming Kevin Durant. Make it make sense to me. Aiden wants to kill the coach. Chris Paul wants to kill Aiden. Booker wants to help Chris Paul kill Aiden. And Aiden don't know if he even want to play basketball anymore. He's that mentally shut down. And you blaming Kevin Durant for what? you see how crazy that gets? Oh, thank you. Yeah, the Avengers jacket. Magic and Bird have a playoff commercial out. they were supposed to hold that commercial. I guess it leaked. They was like, just let it out. That's crazy. I think I took the video down because if people was like, that's so disrespectful to Chris Paul or something like that. I think I took him down. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go look for it, but I can't find it. So I might have taken it down and didn't even know it. The CP injury videos. CP injury. They say bad luck is his daddy. CP injury. Oh, there goes his knee. He be balling like an all-time MVP. Can even shoot the three. Whoa! There goes his knee. He CP injury. Next year is more of the same. Playoff start, high ankle sprain. He CP injury. You can't depend on him when you in need. CP injury. They say bad luck is his daddy. CP injury. Oh, there goes his knee. I did that, and everybody in the world, I don't know how I still remember the song, but anyway, I did that video, and it got so much heat from people was like, man, because he got hurt right after that, and it was his knee. I swear it was, I swear to y'all. And he was like almost out the playoffs again. It was like, damn, dog. Y'all just don't know how many times that dude has been hurt. You think AD has been hurt and Mr. Glass. He was Mr. Super Glass. He was that dude was like twigs. Mm-hmm. Straight up. Yeah, so those people you seeing right there, all of that guy right there, those Olympic greatness. Craig Hodges used to work with Tex Winter and Phil Jackson. He knew all the plays that they used to run on the NBA court. They used to run what they call the double X, and they normally ran that was a Tex Winter designed play before he came up with the triangle offense. Most coaches can't teach the triangle offense; it's too confusing. Craig Hodges know how to teach the triangle offense. So to other people, the young kids, they didn't understand that offense. But Tex Winters and Craig Hodges was able to come back in the NBA because Phil Jackson didn't want to bring him back. Tex Winters said, "No, I need Craig because Craig understands the plays, and Tex is too old." At that time, Tex Winters was old, and he just was too old to try to explain the plays. He just wants to draw them up and different variations and let Craig Hodges go ahead and reiterate everything. So Craig was doing that. So he was on the Laker team that actually won the championship. So he actually got a champion. He got more championship rings than two because he got one with the Lakers. Craig was an assistant. I learned a lot from Craig Hodges. Craig Hodges used to be my basketball coach. He was the head coach at my college that I went to. And he was like, "Why didn't you go out for the team?" I was like, I just like to practice with the guys and shoot around and play ball with them. I beat half of the team. They couldn't shoot free throws. I'm the only one that can shoot free throws. I'm the only one that can do it. They like, why the hell you ain't playing? I'll be like, I don't want to play. I gotta go to work. I was like, I had a job. I was like, I got a job. I'm doing this. I'm good. Life is good. Then they fired him. What's up, Lee?
Sino, what's good with it, man? Salute,
Salute.
salute,
Yeah.
salute.
Then they fired my man Craig. Craig Hodges. They fired him at the college because he was trying to get back in the NBA because he was playing in the CBA. He was like, "Why am I playing? So what am I playing in the CBA? Like, what does that got to do with anything? Like, it's on my own personal time." They was like, "We think that's just a distraction away from him coaching the team, so we just gonna let him go." That was
Uh,
low down.
yeah, yeah. Craig Hodges on. He from Chicago, ain't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
he was.
Shout out to Craig Hodges, man. He's real.
Yeah.
Definitely good shooter and everything. He was good. I heard he was real good in the community and everything, man. All that.
Oh, definitely. Once
Definitely.
He told Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan they should boycott the NBA Finals, and he's like, "Y'all don't go on the court and don't take the court. The league can't play the game. So if y'all take a stand right now, then the league will be forced to do something for the community."
That's
Magic
right. That's
Johnson
right.
was like, "Nigga, is you crazy?"
Yeah, bro. Come on. I'm like, listen. We all know, like, that's the thing about it. We all know it's like it's a stretch to try to get like those guys that's been pushed into power and pushed into prominence to get them to do the right thing for the people. Like the thing is, they they've been pushed on another echelon to like be removed from like the simple folk. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, kind of the people back at in the cities and all of that, man. Like, come on, like we got to remember that Magic Johnson grew up in Lansing,
Mhm.
Michael Jordan grew up in North Carolina. Wasn't it wasn't that much a tight knit for him. Everything that he did was through sports. You know what I'm saying? And then they did all. The NBA did the rest through marketing and all that marketing campaign. 84 finals, him, Magic versus Bird, the Jordan sneakers, the Jordan brand, all of that. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, the trajectory of it, it's just a lot of people. It's just a lot of people that just don't really understand that. But when you go back and do your research and you do your history on it, man, you'll start to understand there's a reason why a team like the like the Detroit Pistons in the '80s was able to beat that because they ran 10 deep. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So like, they ran 10. So it's hard to. So when you run in 10 deep, you got enough to beat the fix, man, and you got enough to change that. Now they got to start changing rules around you, a lot of the flagrant foul rule and all that other stuff, and then everything that came in the fact. I mean, shit, I ain't need to go to your channel to learn that. I learned that, man, from my pops, man. Like my pops is 60 something years old. He told me about that shit. So it is what it is, man. But I mean, at the end of the day, I guess everybody got to toe the line when it come to business. You know what I'm saying? Because there's always somebody in charge when it come to business and everything. So, man, it is what it is, man. I don't, like. I mean, it's the game that we love. We all invested in it, right? You know what I'm saying? So,
Oh yeah. Oh, it's again what I used to love.
I mean,
I love it no more.
I mean, we don't love the NBA, but we definitely love the game of basketball for sure.
Yeah, yeah, definitely love the game.
Yeah, we love the game of basketball for sure.
That's
It's just
why
the NBA. It's just the
I'm watching
NBA.
NCAA. I'll
Yeah,
be
it's
watching
just
a lot of NCAA. I see.
Oh yeah. The women's game is starting to come to fruition, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the women's game is looking better than any part of basketball that I've seen, like in years. You know what I'm saying? Like they got the LSU team and the Caitlin Clark, the white girl, man. Like she changing the game, and they gonna run through her. They making more money in college than they would do in WNBA. It
Oh
don't
yeah,
make no sense,
that's changed now. That's why Bronny's not going to the NBA. I
right?
actually got that whole video made. I don't even think I released it. Damn.
I gotta get to your Patreon, man. I ain't even get to that shit yet, man.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
I
Patreon.
live in Brooklyn, man. I'm broke, folks. So like, so you know what I'm
Man,
saying?
dude, the Nets gonna be broke in a minute. They done paid out all this money and got nothing coming in.
Exactly. Yeah.
Everybody was like, next season the Nets is done. They was like, they ain't got nothing happening. Nobody really popping over there. They ain't going after no real free agent. I'm like, they gonna
Yeah.
go after. I'm like, they gonna spend some money. They gonna because they know the people gonna get mad and pissed off in Brooklyn real quick.
I
they
mean, not no
already
well.
mad.
The thing is not necessarily like listen, if you fan and you follow it, man, like with everybody getting tired of the trying to hit the home run activity, but at the same time, business is business. You gotta bring something in. You know what I'm saying? Because the NBA, let's just face it, bro. Like, listen, once Steph Curry leave, man, like the NBA, listen, it's gonna be hard to really follow that act. You know what I'm saying? Because they basically really created all these rules, like in terms of defense and getting your foot underneath the shooter and closing out on the shooter to really to market him. They marketed him, but it did, and they marketed him. Of course, they marketed LeBron, they marketed Jordan, everybody. They market whoever people want to see, whoever was popular. You know what I'm saying?
But
Like
they did that
Steph
because a
Curry's for the
lot of
kids. You know what I'm saying? So it is
yeah,
what it
but
is.
they did that because of the because Kawhi Leonard got hurt and a lot of stars was getting hurt that year. And
Yeah.
people like putting their foot under there. Kobe had gotten hurt like that. A
Hmm.
lot of players get hurt and they're out. And if they happen in the playoffs, you're done. And that's what happened to Kawhi Leonard, and it ruined that Spurs Golden State series.
Yeah.
Without no Kawhi Leonard, there was no sense for them to continue with that series. They was
I
like,
just
oh,
remember how pissed off Pop was. He basically said, "Yo, you ever heard of manslaughter? You still go to jail." You know what I'm saying? So like, so he was hot, bro. Like after that game one, bro. Like yo, he was like, "Yo, man, listen. Ask David West about Zaza Pachulia, man. Like we already know what the TikTok is, man. Come on, man. Like
Ain't
we ain't
nobody
got.
trying to see them in the finals again anyway. I ain't trying to see no Spurs again.
Well, not now. I mean, shit.
I
Not
wasn't
not
trying to
not.
see
I
them back
don't
then.
mind
I
the
can't
Spurs
stand the
I
being
didn't mind
Spurs.
around.
seeing them back then. I mean, shit. They
I
was a
didn't
they was
mind
a hell
seeing
of
the
a team.
Spurs at all. I don't
They
know
was a hell of
what
a
everybody
team.
talking
Like
about.
they won
Dog, I
60
ain't
some
like the
games that year.
Spurs. I ain't like the Spurs. Period.
I mean, shit. The Spurs,
It
the
don't matter
Spurs.
about
You
the
sure
like
you ain't
yeah,
from
Tony
Brooklyn,
Parker,
LB?
Ginobili, Tim Duncan. They great players. I just don't like they boring ass play.
Nah,
That's it.
they ain't have Duncan that year. They had Aldridge. Duncan had retired, bro. They ain't had
No,
Duncan that
no,
year.
no, no. I'm talking about period. I'm just saying like
Yeah. I mean,
lifetime.
I know what you're saying,
Yeah.
LB. But like, I understand why you ain't want. I understand why you want
That's
to
what
see.
I'm saying, man. It's
It's the
LB.
same reason why a lot of people ain't want to see him. They feel like they the ultimate white flag team. No, nobody you hate to root for them. You hate to root against them. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's one of them. It's one of them
Yeah,
kind of
like I
things.
don't
So
have nothing personal against the play. It's just dog. It's like
yeah, it's just dull.
just
It
the
came.
black and gray, just the I don't know, man.
Yeah,
It was just something with them. Like it just didn't. I skipped
it
that
just didn't
finals with
click.
That's that Brooklyn hate,
I
man.
skipped
You
that.
must be from Brooklyn.
No
Nah, 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 nah,
mofo.
nah, nah. He ain't from Brooklyn.
I'm from Queens, bro.
Yeah, he ain't from
Right.
Brooklyn.
Queens
He
get
ain't, he
the
ain't from
money.
he ain't from my part of town, man. Nah.
Because, man, Brooklyn, that's all they talking about. They was like, I'm just happy KD out, Harden's out, and Kyrie Irving's out.
No,
I
they
That's
mean,
wasn't.
all
They was
I
listen. Well,
crying.
I got to clean that up because there's
They
a
was
misconception.
crying, dog. They've been crying for like damn near half a
I
year,
think
bro.
there's a misconception with that, man. I think Brooklyn, we more sore losers than we are haters, bro. Like that's what we is, bro. Like that's realistically what. Nah, it's the truth, bro. Like we like when
He's
Niggas
like,
Harden
we
on
been
them.
in denial. The Nets fans been in denial. Like, oh, it's okay. We lost Katie and Kyrie. I'm just looking at them like, no, don't do that. Like, come on, man.
Nah. I mean, it ain't okay, man. I mean, the way it planned out. Listen, it is what it is, but I mean, the thing is like the thing we going for home runs and trying to hit it out. We was just trying to go for that marketing base, like that. Like Carson was just saying a few minutes ago, trying to draw some money, draw some attention, man. I like when they first came in, ticket prices. I had some good seats, man. When Katie and whatchamacallit came in, I was just like, all right, yeah, I guess I got to exit.
Tickets for one game, or you talking about
Nah, I
season
had
tickets?
tickets for season. I had season
Oh,
tickets the
season.
first
How
3 years
much
when I
the
got here.
season tickets there?
Yeah,
Well, at the time, how much the season?
the season tickets in total for the first 3 years was like 1,900 or 19,000.
$19,000.
Like 19,000. Yeah, it's like 19,000 for
Depending on where you sit
first.
at, like,
Yeah,
how
yeah, yeah.
close was you sitting?
I was sitting maybe like a full section away from courtside, and on the left side. That's when we had Darren Williams. When we had Darren Williams and Joe Johnson. When
That
we had
ain't
Darren Williams,
bad.
yeah, that wasn't bad at all because like it was a
Knicks is
3 year
way
plan.
more than that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Everybody know that. Knicks was way more than that when they was trash. You know what I'm saying? So like it is what it is. Like it's just they trying to sell Madison Square Garden, and they try to sell the city. But the thing is, we had a whole new building and everything. That's when Brooklyn, before it started getting renovated and all these houses started being built up. They really trying to turn Brooklyn into Manhattan. You know how that is. So
yeah.
yeah, everything is gonna be
Nah,
like
that's a fact.
yeah, like in another 10 years, man, Brooklyn gonna be one big ass parking
The
lot.
only
But you
two
just gotta
places they
pay for that
really
shit.
focus
Man,
on,
that
only
shit is
two.
already gentrified, bro. Like I went to
They
Bed
say
Stuy not
that.
too long ago. That
They
shit is
say
crazy.
that. They
Yeah,
say that.
definitely.
But
Best
the
Style ain't Best
media
Style no
be
more. That Style
lying,
was a
bro.
heist, bro. Like,
They be saying that, but the media be lying. When I be out in Brooklyn, shit, it be the same shit that I was when I was a kid.
yeah, it do.
What you
It,
mean?
it, yeah, for sure.
Like you'll see your kids walking, like you'll see like a little small hat walking their dog and shit, but then
Yeah,
like a couple minutes later, guns is blazing.
yeah. I mean,
Nah,
well,
I don't be seeing that.
you don't necessarily see it. You definitely hear about it. You just like the shit
Oh
just
no,
don't
I
happen.
see it because I be out. I go out and shit.
Nah,
So
boy,
it's like, yeah, I
I don't
see
be
it.
out
Nah,
in Brooklyn that
I'm out.
lately.
I'm out. I don't see that.
I had to stop being.
Brooklyn's real quiet lately. Like,
I had to stop. Yeah, Brooklyn been real quiet for the most part, bro. Like it's not crazy. The only Brooklyn parts of Brooklyn that still is Brownsville and East New York. That's it.
yeah,
That's
Brownsville
the only
still.
Brownsville and East New
You,
Brownsville. They like white people not touching Brownsville ever. They're not doing it.
Brownsville, you can't even go with a suburban out there because niggas will
Exactly.
shoot that shit up. Like,
Exactly.
nope.
Like
But
East New,
it,
like as far as you go out of East New York, bro. Like that's the most Brooklyn part of Brooklyn, bro. Like Pennsylvania
yeah,
Avenue.
but you contradicted yourself when you say you be out there and you see small hats walking. Like they wouldn't be
Yeah, in
walking
Bed
if that shit
Stuy.
was crazy.
In
Like
No,
Bed
they not.
Stuy.
They
Because
they
my
walk.
they wouldn't
homeboy
be
Nah,
used
they
to
walk
work
they
walking
at
out.
wouldn't be
That's
Staples.
walking
Used to
if
Stuyvesant.
that
lunch
shit
over
was
there.
really Brooklyn back then. They
Nah.
was
That's
scared to go over
Stuyvesant.
there,
That's
man.
that's
Nah, I
Stuyvesant
be
Heights. You
seeing him
talking
on
about the
Nordstrom
back
Mass
blocks?
skateboarding and everything. I ain't talking about like Marcy, like all
Nah,
that
he ain't talking
area
about
side.
Marcy.
I ain't talking about
You
over
talking about
there.
Fulton Street there?
Where the
Yeah,
Home Depot that over
yeah,
there.
yeah. You talking about Fulton? Yeah, you talking about Fulton Street and
Yeah, I'm talking about that
yeah,
over there.
that area.
Okay,
Yeah,
but even then, if it was really like how Brooklyn was back then, they wouldn't be walking out there with their dogs.
of
No,
Hell
course
no.
when
not.
I say back then, I'm meaning like 2016. So I ain't talking like 1990, early
Nah, he
2000.
ain't talking about the '90s. If you
I'm
talking about the
talking like
'90s,
2016,
white people was
17.
looking at Brooklyn from Boston with binoculars and shit, bro. Like, nah, we ain't going
Nigga,
there yet.
that sound like how they was looking at Harlem, nigga. They would not go down there for nothing. Like them niggas is not ready. Like they was looking across the
Absolutely,
bridge. Like
absolutely.
nope.
He said
Like
2020 playoffs again, bro. Like, yeah. I check myself out. The only thing I'm interested in is Thursday night, man, for the draft lottery, and then I'm checking myself out. I'm playing 2K the rest of the year, man.
man,
It's
I
on the
don't even
books.
give a fuck about none of that shit. That
Me
shit
neither.
is like The whole playoffs has been corny. Like I mean, there's been good games, but it's like so predictable
I
and
think this
shit.
shit been
It's like,
corny. I think this shit been corny since the trade deadline. I ain't gonna hold you.
man, I think that shit been corny since Kobe retired. That series, like,
Man.
But look, man, the
they,
NBA is beyond corny right now, dude. It's the same
man,
little script they play. Hold on, hold
everybody's
on.
so
Let me
soft.
say this real quick,
Everybody's
bro.
so
Who that?
soft,
Let
bro.
me
Who
say
that?
this
Nick?
real
Nick,
quick,
that's
man.
you?
Yeah, it's me. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Let me say
what's
this real
going
quick,
on, Nick?
bro. We are witnessing the same script that they freaking went through in the bubble, bro. It's the same playoff teams that went up against each other in the semifinals and in the Western and Eastern Conference Finals, bro. It's the same garbage. They're still trying to milk this dude LeBron for Lord knows how long. I mean, it's boring as hell to watch.
Well, I think I figured out why they trying to do it, bro. Like, and it's a bad thing they doing. The thing is, the John Moran situation then got bleak. When that video came out earlier, I was disgusted. I didn't even want to look at it or analyze it. That too. The thing is, the
Every
players
year.
that they want to invest in, the new talent that they want to invest in, they just on autopilot right now, man. You got Zion who eating his way out of the league. You got Ja Morant who just can't stay out of shit, man. We don't know if Anthony Edwards is ready. I'm talking about the homegrown talent in the U.S. We don't know if Anthony Edwards is ready, bro. We don't. Anthony Edwards is in Minnesota. We don't know if he ready.
He ready to get
Banchero got
out
some.
of
Yeah,
Yeah,
Minnesota.
I
Banchero.
understand that, but my thing is, and I didn't mean to cut you off, bro. And I understand that, but at the
No, no,
same
no. Go
time,
ahead.
there's still there. Yeah, there are still NBA players that you can promote, even if they're not from the U.S. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Jokic and
But
all these other guys, and
yeah,
and
yeah.
of
No, no,
course you
no.
still have
I
players
get
like
you,
Kevin
Nick.
Durant
I
and
get you,
Steph
Nick. But
Curry and all that.
I
But yeah,
get you, nigga. Yeah, and the Steph Curry thing, I think that's one of them things where like they kind of left it alone and it caught fire. You know what I'm saying? They ain't really focused on it as much as they was focused. They was still focusing on LeBron, but the Curry thing like kind of caught fire on its own. This was one of them
right.
things
Yeah,
that they kind of just left alone. So my
but
thing is just like no, 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 hold on. But my thing is just like with the other talent when you think about outside of Steph, like who was really like the most marketable outside of Steph in terms of like all right players that we didn't look at
nah,
the
you
same
right.
as LeBron.
Nah,
That's what you really got to look at. So because the
nah,
thing
you
is,
right.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
Nah, go
But
ahead, bro.
that's
My fault.
because, yeah, I'm gonna let you go. I just wanted to chime in on that. That's because
Nah,
of
you.
marketing. They don't know how to market these players because they're too busy putting all their marketing budget into
Mm.
LeBron James. They dump all your money into LeBron and promoting him. And I told people before that's Adam Silver's spotty way of marketing. He comes from we just saw it. He comes from the charity world.
Yeah,
He does those foundations and all. So
right,
he uses old school brand marketing, like the
right.
sticker on the bus. Everybody put a sticker on the bus when he drives by, and that's gonna get everybody's attention. See, that's what he
Yeah,
thinks. If I could just put something with LeBron, that's marketing them. He
Yeah,
don't
but
promote the
yeah,
game. He promotes the individual, and that's how he loses. The
right.
individual will rise up out of the games. I think it was yesterday I was doing the live when I was saying this is how we got Reggie Miller and the Pacers versus the Knicks, and the people wanted to see that because
right,
we actually was like, man, oh, the Knicks finna play the Pacers. You know, everybody wanted to see it because we knew what happened when Reggie hit the shot and Spike Lee came up. The game dictated who we wanted to see. The
Right.
right,
rivalry, the Knicks and the Heat, how that got
right,
started. We watched
Hmm.
those other games because it was marketed the right way.
right.
They don't market these other teams. They just throw them on the screen and be like, "Oh, you know him because you saw him when he played against LeBron."
They
Right,
expect
Like,
them. They expect them to
right.
like pretty much. They're just allowing the players to promote themselves through their socials.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think and
That's how
I
it's been
wanted.
for like a decade.
And Carcino, like I wanted to harp more on that because just to take it back a little bit further, taking it back to like the Bulls when they got D Rose, it was almost like they got him and then they expected him like to market himself on autopilot. And I think he did a good job in his first couple of years because if you went Rookie of the Year and then you went MVP, that means like he had the demeanor and everything that ready to take on the scales of the league. He didn't fool around and nothing like that. He didn't do none of that stuff. And before the injuries, like
Okay.
he was kind of like militant. He had like a militant demeanor and was ready to just go out there
but
and go hoop. You know what I'm
Yeah, he
saying?
just
But
took care of his
but
business.
but
You know what I'm saying? He let
but
his game
but
speak for itself.
here's really what's a problem with the league right now, man. The league right now, when it comes to their marketing and everything else, they're too in like they're not flexible enough. Like
right,
they don't know how to like the whole Steph Curry thing, man. Steph Curry made himself what he is right now. Like the big basketball stuff. Even still now they don't market him like how they should. Like
yeah,
Yeah,
there's
I
there's
agree with
still
that.
they're still stuck on LeBron, and it's like you got this cash cow right here, but you're still harping on the cash cow of the past. Like
Yeah,
do
they
it
you
bitch
doesn't make
about
any
this too,
sense.
and
do
yeah,
you
like
do
let
you
me,
You
do
know what
you
I'm
think?
saying?
You
yeah.
Yeah, but
you
now do
think
you think?
about it.
Not my fault. Do you think?
Yeah,
Do you
go
think it,
ahead.
that LeBron like off court like stuff like with the him getting people jobs in the media is kind of force feeding that like a little bit like to the
What
point where it's like, all right, yo, the media is kind of like the sports
man?
media is kind of like jumping on the
But
whole
but
thing.
let's be honest, man. If any one of these owners was like fuck the media would not exist. Like, come on, you serious? These billion
Hey man,
billion
that's
dollar
not.
owners, you think the media is really printing shit that the owners don't really like
Yeah,
care? Like,
it's one
like
washing the
serious,
other's. It's one washing the other's hand. You know what I'm
like
saying?
seriously, bro.
Eh, but
Hold,
what?
hold on. Like you remember when the Dallas situation was going on? Like nobody talked about that shit because Jerry Jones made sure nobody was gonna talk about that shit. Come on, man. Like for real, the media can be shut down. It's like the owners are just letting this shit go by. They just letting even they talking about John Morant. Like, come on, if one person made a call, like cut that shit off, that shit is done. Like,
Speaking of that, has anybody been buck dancing today about that?
Nah, I haven't. I'm kind of just. I'm
All the
kind
thing
of
I
just.
got to say is
I'm kind
well,
of just
at
turn
this
like nah.
point. At this point, I'm done with
LB,
John
I'm kind of
Morant.
just
At
turning
this
my
point,
head about that shit, bro. Like it
Why
is
are
what
y'all
it is.
I'm
being
done.
so dramatic? I'm done with John Moran.
I,
Nah,
Nigga,
it's
because,
not. It's
bro,
not that I'm
you
done with John
stupid.
Morant. I'm just done.
Fool
I'm
me
just.
once, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you.
he
I'm
ain't
done.
fooling me.
I'm
That ain't
done.
my bread. Who's he fooling? That ain't my bread.
Hey, he fooling the Memphis Grizzlies up management
He
or
fooling
whatever.
himself because he gonna lose Nike, he gonna lose Powerade, and he
Yeah,
damn near gonna be out the league for about a year.
yeah,
So
exactly. So so
yeah,
so he really just
I
fooling
saw it.
himself.
I saw it, but I ain't overreacting like
Nah, I didn't
a
overreact
lot of
either, bro.
Bro.
I
I
just kind
am
of
My
took
I
it.
only
seen
problem with
everybody
it,
overreacting.
I just kind of
my
I
took
only
it.
am
Yeah, I
problem,
just
reacting.
kind of
I'm
took it in
reacting.
Nigga,
stride.
he
I
ain't
was
my son. He ain't my nothing. He just an NBA
nah,
my
nah, nah,
player.
nah,
problem
nah,
with the
nah.
people.
LB, nah. Hold on. Nah, my thing, I ain't overreact neither. It's just that I was just one of them. It was just one of them like calmly shaking your head type of moments. It was
Yeah,
just like,
that's what I
I mean,
did.
it's
I
yeah,
wasn't doing
disappointing
all
to
that's
this
what it
see.
was,
extra
man. Like,
falling over my damn seat. I'm
It,
done with John Morant. Like,
I
nigga,
mean,
nah,
it's
I
what?
didn't
disappointing
do
to see. I'm
that.
not
Nah,
gonna
I ain't
say
do
man,
all
I'm
that.
done
man,
with it.
it's the
No,
same thing like you and Julius Randle. So cut it out,
no,
man.
Randall is different. Randall just sucks. That's different. That's a whole nother story. It's
No, but
two different
but
situations.
I
Nah,
said,
man, it's
I
same
said this.
emotions, same
I said
emotions,
this
bro.
when he
Nah, I
got.
don't think
Ain't.
it's the
It's
same
just no, it's
emotions.
not.
Nah,
It is not the
yeah.
same emotions.
It's trying to
Bro,
find a solution to the
Y'all
problem.
bro,
concerned about what he doing
no, it's the
outside of
same
his
emotions.
outside his
Everybody's expecting different from John Morant, but you're expecting different from Julius Randle, right?
No.
Nah, he not.
Everybody's expecting different.
I can
Ja has
promise you, and the
outside
Knicks
stuff
fans
on
are
the
not.
court. That's two different things. That's Ja
Huh?
outside the court. Cause he can ball on the court. All that extra
Emotions is
shit don't got
emotions,
nothing to
bro.
do with basketball.
Emotions
Julius
is
Randle got
emotions,
shit
bro.
to do with basketball.
Emotions is emotions, bro. You're
No, it's
expecting
not.
you're expecting different from people. That's it. That's all it comes down to. You're expecting
I
them to
ain't doing
be.
all this
My man,
effort.
it's
I'm
not the
seeing
same
Fat Joe
situation,
being
bro.
dramatic. I'm like, nigga,
It's not the
you shouldn't
same
even talk
situation, but
about
it's the
that.
same emotion.
No, it's not, my man. You
Yes,
have
it
it.
is.
No,
It's
it's not.
not, bro.
How is it not? What's the difference?
The difference is one had to do with basketball, the other one got to do with outside
Okay,
activities.
so what you hated Julius Randle in basketball and you hate John Morant how he's acting outside of basketball. What's
Whoa,
the
whoa,
difference?
whoa, 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 whoa. Who said I hate John Morant?
I didn't say I hate. I didn't say you
Oh
hate
yeah.
John Moran. I said you hate how John Moran is acting outside of
I don't hate
basketball.
anything. I
Okay.
just
No, he
look
don't
at it
hate
like,
any of it.
damn.
He all for it. I'm like,
I
he
don't
don't
hate
be
nothing.
wrong.
I ain't for it. I ain't against it. I just look at it like, damn, he just needed like, well, he ain't go. He Gen Z, so he ain't gonna listen. So it's like,
But
just let him learn the
but
hard
you
way.
but isn't that hating it? If you're like, damn, that's
No,
kind of the same
no,
thing.
no, because that's not. No, hate is a different type of emotion. What Ticket did today, that's hate. No, like no, nigga.
I mean,
What
I
Shannon
mean,
Sharp do?
I'm,
No,
I
what
mean,
Shannon
I, I
Sharp
mean,
did?
I mean, I mean, it's pretty
What
much
Ticket
No.
do?
disapproval.
What
I
Ticket
mean,
do, bro?
it's
Oh,
pretty much
Kenny
all
went.
disapproval.
What
I ain't
Shannon
see it
Sharp
now because
did was hate.
I got a homie that tuned into his
I
channel.
get
What
it.
Ticket do?
But
I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Y'all heard me. I thought I was at 100.
You was being dramatic too. I heard you sing.
I
I
thought I
watched the
was at
part of it. I
100.
was like, you tripping.
He was at one. He was at 589.
You talk about, please don't tell me it's recent. I knew it was recent because I heard the Young Boy album. So I was like, okay,
Right.
it's
I'm
You
like,
talking about some?
one of
Please
those
don't tell
joints.
me it's recent. Don't please. I hope this is
right.
old. I
I'm
hope
trying
this is,
that.
bruh. This is recent. Stop it.
Right. Once it's recent, y'all. If it's recent, I'm
I
done.
know because
I'm done.
I heard some of Young Boy's records. Like, so I was like, yeah, that's recent.
And I'm like, I'm done. That's it. If it's recent, I'm
Like,
done.
I ain't being mad. I ain't saying I'm done with the dude. I ain't saying none of that. I'm just gonna be like, just let him learn the hard way.
No,
Shit.
bro. My thing is, bro, he should have got checked the first time he did it.
man, he should
Now,
have known better
Got
this
checked.
time.
Wait. Got checked by
Of
who,
course he
bro?
should
His
have known.
daddy is his homie, bro. Like that's what that
man, I
means.
don't care.
Wrong.
His daddy should have told him, like, look, son, you making millions of dollars in the NBA. You about to mess up your bag because you out here trying to be
He
I
stupid.
think
probably
you no
did
no
tell
no
him
no
that.
no no no. From that
What makes
relationship,
you think he
nah, hold on,
didn't
hold on.
tell him that?
Hold on, Trey. But from that relationship, bro, like I could base it on this, bro. Like his daddy seemed like the type of person that's just happy to see him in the NBA. He don't
You
seem like the
don't
type of
know
person.
that. You don't
It
know that.
nah
You
nah.
don't know
I
how
just
the
did say it
relationship is.
seemed like it, bro. Of course I don't know. I just said it seemed. That's why I used the
He
word it
probably
seemed.
checked him, and then he still did it anyway.
I don't know what he did, bro. Like I'm not jumping to conclusions, bro.
And then
That's
Nah,
his
just all I'm saying.
homeboy, he just as
I, be,
stupid. I'm like,
I believe he could have checked him, and John Moran still don't give a fuck. Cause
Y'all act like y'all
honestly,
ain't
bro,
never did no dirt ever.
nah,
I was
you right, you
wild.
right,
Like,
you
bro,
right, John,
what are you
you
No.
doing?
right. His dad
Now
probably
you got
checked him, and he
millions
still
of
don't give a
dollars.
fuck.
Well,
Like,
you got millions of dollars at stake, like hundreds of millions dollars. He got a $200 million deal on the table that they can take away from you.
but
That's
he
how
don't
I
far
get, I
understand
that
that.
get
he
That's
it.
the
I
problem.
already
didn't. I
knows.
get that. I'm like,
Exactly.
That's
damn.
the
I'm like,
problem.
yo,
He
he
don't
got.
That's
understand
the
that.
problem. Yo,
But
He
we ain't
got
gonna sit
another
here and
$100
act like this hasn't
million.
happened with other NBA players before, because I seen that topic too. Like, dog, this happened with other NBA players before. He's not the first.
yeah,
It was just
but
around
but
before I was born.
But here's the
but
difference.
listen.
His, his
At least before everybody understood, like you can't do that shit in the light. Like you can't be on camera flashing that shit. Like
exactly.
except
There's
for
too many cameras
except for
around now. Like
except for Gilbert, but everybody else knew you can't be.
Yeah,
Like
and
AI was
my
doing
thing
what he was
is,
doing.
we're
my thing
not gonna
is,
speak on Goofy Gill, bro. Like we
yeah,
ain't gonna do that, bro. Like
yeah, but
listen.
okay, but my thing is,
E-
it's not even about hate towards John Moran. It's more so disappointment that he's doing, that he's going through the
Exactly,
same crap again. You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
exactly,
you
man.
don't want to keep learning. You don't want to learn how to freaking get yourself
The
right through
problem
trial and
is
error. You
that he
feel me?
didn't even flash it. The problem is the camera was just angled downward where he had it. And the YouTuber tried to pick it back up. Apparently he a YouTuber. So the dude that was in him in the wagon.
The
So that's
dude
what,
that's in the wagon with him is his
or the
homeboy.
Ranger or whatever they was in.
Yeah, the dude who was in the wagon with him is his homeboy. And the one that's got banned from the NBA for the whole Indiana
Yeah,
Pacers.
apparently he got a YouTube channel. Like from what I heard.
Oh
So
Yeah,
wow.
that
They,
was his
they, they,
yeah.
didn't he try to put it down when he saw that going
Yeah,
on
he
though?
tried to as soon as he seen it, he tried to move it back up. Everybody freeze framed it and just posted that one part. I know I
Yeah,
seen it. I seen it this morning. That's why I was like, oh, I
Nah,
already
but
know what.
like I'm saying, like that shit is crazy. Like I don't understand how do
shit
you
is
feel
very
like
out of
that?
pocket.
That's how you feel that's acceptable, bro. That's like
It ain't like
dry
he picked
snitching
up
on
the. He
yourself.
ain't like
Like
he
that
picked
shit
up.
don't. That shit's
Nah,
strange, bro.
It ain't like he
that
picked up
shit
the
is not
blicky and put it
nowhere
like in
near
the camera
acceptable,
like the
bro.
last
Like
time. Like that's what
Shit,
I'm
shit is
saying.
just way out of pocket, man. Niggas is just doing
bro.
autopilot shit right now.
Right. You shouldn't even be
That's the
touching
fact that it don't matter whether he
bro.
picked it up
It's
and put
just
it in
a
the camera. The fact that he had it in
The,
his
the fact the
hand,
fact that he had it and he was in that position in the first place, bro, like it just speaks to everything. Like these camera phones is all everywhere, bro. Like, come on, bro. That's why a lot of niggas back
and
then
you
couldn't
are
play today. They
walking
couldn't play
target.
today, bro, because it ain't no real privacy.
It,
There's
it,
gonna be a camera phone all over the place. See where you going, see where you going
this
out of
nigga
hotels,
literally
this,
trying to
that, the
be.
third. You know what
This
I'm saying?
nigga literally trying to be NBA young boy in the NBA. That shit is
Yeah,
ridiculous,
and
man.
and and
Like,
and
it's like
I peeped the interview. One of the Crip niggas was did an interview on YouTube. He was like, "Yo, bro, like yo, I see him over there throwing the signs up. I have an interview with him on some friendly shit. I guarantee he have a day in the life he won't want to do that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? So, cause but like, cause there's a lot of motherfuckers that died over shit like that. Like, yo, you making 200 mil, bro. Like, yo, you don't need to be out here. You don't need to be out here, perpetrating that type of image,
What
bro. Like,
about the dude
on
on
off the
Vlad?
court.
man.
Nah, not on
But
Vlad.
but
Nah, he wasn't on Vlad. He was on somewhere else. It wasn't on Vlad.
but 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 will John Morant listen? That's the problem. Like, will he listen?
Who knows, man?
Cause
Listen,
cause
he just
the
seemed like
amount
a
of
nigga
trouble
that's on
he got in,
autopilot. Yeah, he just seemed like a nigga that's on
the,
autopilot right now,
the
bro.
amount of trouble he got in last time should have been like, okay, I'm not gonna do this shit no more.
Yeah,
I damn nigga almost lost a shoe deal, everything. Like, he almost lost
yeah,
everything.
definitely.
Oh
But
Like,
no,
are
he
you
ain't
getting
lose
back
serious?
to
that. No,
getting
don't
back
put
to
that out
yeah.
there because he ain't lose that because
Yeah,
Nike
he
already
ain't lose
lost
that. Yeah,
Kyrie.
yeah.
No,
No,
I
I
said
ain't
he
gonna.
almost. I didn't say he
No,
lost
Nike
anything.
Nike was not folding. Nike didn't say a word about that shit.
Yeah. Nike didn't say a word about it.
Nike ain't say
Getting
shit.
back
man,
to my
man,
initial point, Carson. Like what I was talking about, Carson. Like I look back at like all the top picks in like the past like 10 plus years, bro. Like even AD weak ass, bro. He's as soft as he is, bro. Like the Kyrie is he's very like spoken to himself and everything. The NBA don't really approve of that. They boom scratch him off, man. Ben Simmons blowing the dope with the shit that he doing, so scratch him off, man. Zion Williams is messing up his career trying to eat his way out of it, so scratch him. What are you doing? D Rose done had his injuries, man. He was rookie of the year MVP. Then the injuries, he ain't really come back to what he was doing, so they scratched him off the list. And James Harden and KD is radioactive as they are, man, with the burner accounts and the strip clubs and that they doing, scratch them off the list, bro. Like I look at everything and I'm thinking to myself, man, like yo, if you the owner, you probably looking both ways like you crossing the street, bro. Like if you're in the NBA front office, you probably look both ways like you cross the street. You think about this yourself, yo. Can I believe in any one of these niggas to even
Look,
flourish them to flourish them like I flourished LeBron? Like LeBron played the business side very well. I don't approve of it, but
look.
he did.
All of this been going on before they even got into the league.
True, that is true. But the thing is, LeBron didn't have that much success, but back in the decade before 2010 anyway. That's the thing. Like
No,
let's
matter of
talk
fact, I
that like
take that back. Some
the
of the plays
LeBron
that
we
you
saw,
name,
the LeBron.
some of the plays that you name wasn't in the league yet. Now, some of the players that was there, like James Harden and all of them, they
Yeah,
weren't promoting them anyway. They was just gonna D-Rod LeBron like the whole time.
yeah.
So
We just yeah,
regardless, none of that matter if you ain't gonna promote none of them anyway. This is
but
why
we
he in the position now because he never did. He should have did this from 2010. He should
yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
started. He should have
But
did
here's
this
the
back then.
here's the thing. They wasn't gonna place him over the previous generation with the Kobe's, the Duncans, and everybody that stayed
It
Millicent and
doesn't
everybody.
matter. When Jordan was still in the league, they was pushing Kobe and Iverson and all and anybody else that was in the league that
Yeah.
was good.
When Jordan came back to the Wizards, absolutely,
No, I ain't
absolutely.
talking about that. I'm talking about when he came back in the three-peat, in the second three-peat. I ain't even
They
talking about the Wizards.
Yeah, they did, but it didn't matter. It was yeah, I understand what you're saying on in that LB, but
That's an Adam Silver problem. He didn't do what David Stern did. David
yeah,
Stern
yeah,
promoted
but
everybody. That's Adam Silver's
but
problem.
but here's the real problem though, for real. You said that um LeBron played the business side well or whatever, but
Hmm.
Steph played the business side as good as anybody. Honestly,
he did,
it, like
he did.
he don't have no scandals. He don't have not. He probably played it better than LeBron, honestly, because he's even a Christian. You know
Uh
how
huh.
white America would go for like white. They would support the shit out of Steph, son. But
Well, I
He a
the
think
problem.
They
crazy
don't care
Hold
Democrat,
about
on, hold
man.
on.
black Christians.
But my real point is like, who's gonna be out the league first, Steph or LeBron? LeBron,
LeBron.
right?
That's well.
Well, no,
Like,
that probably be at the
I
same
don't know, man.
time.
That's a good question, bro. Like,
Steph might
I,
be
but
gone in like
I got to
but
4
come back to you
years.
on that.
Steph might
but
be
but
gone in
but
four
listen,
years. So
who would you get more? Like when LeBron is gone, you don't have nobody else. You already done lost Steph now because Steph is going.
But here's the thing. The reason why you don't have nobody else is because the same thing LB kept saying that because they kept riding them and riding them and riding for the last 20 years. You got to think about it.
Exact.
They've been influencing this since 2002. Before a year before LeBron got in the league, he was like getting the high
but
school
even
games on
back
ESPN,
then
all
when
of that.
LeBron was in the league, they were still promoting other players. David Stern was still there. This is a
Yeah, yeah,
Adam Silver thing. Ever since 2014, it's been like this.
right.
Because before that,
Yeah,
everything was cool.
that's a fact. It's a fact.
Everything was cool before 2014.
That was a fact.
That is
The,
yeah, yeah. You're not
the,
you listen. That's all facts, LB. But my
the,
thing
the,
is like if you knew at the my thing is if you not and this is not me coming to the defense of nothing that the NBA front office is doing. But my thing is just like yo, you put yourself head trauma in that situation. You don't know half the things that David Stern know, so you don't need that job in the first place. But the thing is, who does? You got to
But
find
he
you got to
should
find
know
out
because
who
he
you
been
got to
working
find
with
out who
David
could fill
Stern
that
since
seat.
the late
okay,
80s, early
okay, but
You got to
90s.
find out who could fill a seat that as well as David
okay,
Stern did.
okay,
You know what I'm
but
saying?
the problem I have with that is when Jordan left, Penny was supposed to fill that seat, right?
I
Or
say yeah, Penny or Grant Hill, something like that. Yeah,
or Grant Hill, right? But
yeah,
that didn't pan out. Then they moved to the next person, right? Then they moved to Kobe, right?
yeah,
When Kobe didn't pan out, then they moved to LeBron, right? Like,
yeah.
why is everybody like the way Adam Silver did this shit is like a fucking gambling addict that don't know when to quit. Like you already got your money. Get out. Like make a move. Like
No,
if you're really
I
he's
mean,
like,
if
but
no,
you're
I
I
mean,
want more.
but the way they able to fool people, it ain't really much of a gamble. The problem is that who they competing against. They can't compete against the NFL one. Now they
okay,
can't even compete against
You
NCAA
know what
women's
would have been,
basketball too, because they
you know
done
what would
schooled
be
them. And
like
see,
real
they
simple
schooled
for
them.
them to do? Just
What?
let them play. No extra, no referees doing all this extra stuff that they've been doing. It's at the point now. Every day, I'm just seeing just regular people like on TikTok, Instagram, whatever. They just and they
You feel like
Lakers
they gonna
fan
do
and
that
they
when LeBron
Lakers
leave,
fans
LB?
saying and they Lakers
no,
fans saying like, come
they
on,
can't.
like this is ridiculous. Like what
They
y'all
they
doing?
they
Like, come on.
they
You
they
you
they,
feel like
they
they gonna let them
They
play when
can't,
LeBron leave?
no, they
no
can't
no
do that
no they
because
can't.
do
No,
that
just
look
let
like
them play
hypocrite.
basketball like it's always been. Just let them
They're
play.
already too deep in. That's what I'm saying to you. They're already too deep
What do
in
you
the
mean
shit
they're
right
too
So
now.
my all
deep?
right, so my
Because
thing
when
No,
the
is
next
like
I
season
like when
start,
no.
LeBron
Hold on,
leave.
hold on. When I say they're too deep, I'm talking about they're too deep in to let them play now because now you got all this money coming in from gambling, all this other shit. You think they're gonna let that shit go? They're
dude,
already losing money.
everybody gambles
They,
on every team in the league. That's what I'm
okay,
saying. Like as a gambler, yeah, I like, dude, like everybody gambles on whatever team you feel like gambling on. But the
Right.
okay,
problem
but
is that when when next season start, how about just let them play ball without y'all doing anything? It's
nah,
that
they can't.
simple.
They
It's
can't
that
allow it.
So
simple.
okay. You saying they can't
They
allow it?
It
They
feel
can't.
like
They
y'all.
can't allow
It
it.
feels
They
like
can't
LeBron
allow
got
it
a
at like.
contract where he has to win or
Do
something.
do you
Like
think
that's
they
the way
can't
it feels.
allow it until LeBron leave, or they can't allow it at all?
No, it
they
feels
can't
like
allow it at
LeBron. It
all right
feels
now.
like it feels
No,
like
no. So what? All right. So when can they allow? What's the waiting process? What's
what
Oh,
till he retire?
the NBA has backed itself into a fucking corner. They're too deep in too much debt. They have too much moving parts. They have too much everything right now. They can't even control one thing now. Like they can't control the games no more because they done made this stupid ass rule. So how they gonna control anything? They can't control anything now. Like the
I
only
mean,
thing they
shit.
can
They didn't
control,
control
the
everything
only
we see so far. I mean, like shit.
man, they can't
We
even
all said
control
it.
the views now.
Lakers and Celtics battle for 18, bro. I guarantee you
Oh,
they gonna market that shit that way. How do we
okay,
know that?
but now everybody's looking at this shit like it's rigged, blah blah blah. They're gonna lose viewerships. They're gonna lose a lot of shit next year. Like back when David Stern was doing this shit, like you could see it, but you can really like debate it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
It
David
wasn't
Stern did
that
it so
ridiculous.
subtly. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They did it subtly, and nowadays, like bro, the one false move and the NBA is gone. One false move, so they can't even. The way that they have so many moving parts, they have this international shit they're trying to do. They have these bets. They got all these other shits. They one false move and the NBA goes up
It's
in
real
smokes.
simple. It's very simple. This is like at any job, and I just think today, like in corporate America, you just got retards running around, like pretty much, because they don't know what they're doing. Look, all you got to do is just let them play out. Whoever wins wins, and people gonna come watching again. If you're gonna have like the same people in the finals every year, people gonna turn out. It's that
Yeah,
simple. It
Yep.
feels like
that's true.
LeBron. It feels like LeBron, like he got like this Hollywood contract. You know the Hollywood contracts where they gotta like show their face
Now
and
you
all of
right.
this stuff like that. Like, bro, that's the
What
way it
what what
is.
what what
Stupid.
what I do think though is they. You're right. They do need to rotate who goes to the finals,
They don't need to
but
rotate nothing. They just need to let them play out, and
Now,
that's it.
when LB, when is it?
right, right,
When have
right,
they ever let it play out?
right.
they've always marketed something. They're like, listen,
You
we
can
know about
market
Magic,
any team
we
in the
know about
league.
Dr.
Every team
J,
damn
we
near got
know.
a star.
Yeah, I understand, but we
Right,
know
right.
about we know about the invisible baton, Dr. J. Then it goes to Magic and Bird. Then they go to
No,
Jordan.
you can
But
market your
No,
face.
that's
That's
different with
always
Doc.
been a thing.
Even when
You
Doc
can.
was in his prime in the NBA, they didn't
But
they didn't just market one
no,
player
no, no.
like that.
They didn't mark that. No, no, no. I understand that, Nick, bro. But the thing is, Magic and Bird brought it to prominence, and then the invisible Tom went to Jordan, and then
Oh, for
after
sure, yeah.
Jordan went to
No, I
Kobe
get what
and
you're
Shaq, and then
saying,
they went.
but we still knew about other motherfuckers. That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
That's what
you're
that's
right.
I
that's
mean,
what
we
I'm
You're right.
saying.
did. I mean, but
You're right.
listen.
But to let them play the NBA right now is like the stock market, bro. It's like a huge
This
bubble.
is Adam
Is that
Silver's fault. He got all these
it?
goofy ass mofos that just running the
It,
league.
it's
My
true,
thing is
but
how do
right.
you? My thing is how do you fix this
It
shit?
ain't just Adam Silver. It's the whole board of governors. They all goofy.
How can you fix this shit, bro?
Let them play.
How can you
Easy. Let
let
them
them
play.
let them play?
Let them play.
Okay,
Like it's
so
high
you gonna make
school,
the
middle
you
school,
gonna you.
basketball game. Let them play.
All right. Hold on. You have billions of dollars invested in this shit. You gonna let the teams go to the finals?
Yeah, man, you got billions of dollars backed up because of the pandemic shit. And like they had
Exactly.
to dig into
You're
that.
Okay,
billions of
you
dollars
have
backed
billions
up
of
because you
dollars and
ain't had the
nobody is
viewership.
watching.
You
Exactly,
haven't had the viewership because you're
Viewers.
pushing the same players, dude, each
You want
year.
to
exactly.
know
You know what I'm
why?
saying?
Because
Uh huh.
There's
mistake
no
number
excitement
one.
in that.
Okay.
Uh huh.
How do you
Mistake
clean
number
this shit up?
one.
That's my
Mistake
thing.
number one is getting away from primetime TV. Not everybody got cable these days.
Facts.
That's number one. Number two, all you got to
Hmm.
do is just let them play basketball. Whoever wins wins, like it's NCAA.
Like the exactly. And the
Okay.
intrigue
You
is,
don't
yeah,
If you
you
don't think
don't
the
think the
NCAA is
NCAA is
rigged,
controlled, right?
that's crazy. That's
You said
crazy.
the NCAA do. I think the
That's
I mean,
crazy,
not
NCAA is rigged, bro.
If the
The mafia don't
NCAA
even
was
mess with the
rigged,
NCAA no
Zion
more.
would have won the goddamn title.
Not
But
bro.
instead,
necessarily.
They stopped him
NCAA
from
is
winning the
big. I'm
titles.
sorry.
You
Bro,
think
we
his
don't
shoes
even
just
we
came
like
off,
the NBA the NCAA is so wide open, bro. Iowa
you know
came in
how
as number
hard it
one,
is to
bro.
get into the Sweet
I think
16. It's like,
what was
bro,
it? Iowa came in as the number one, and Purdue came as number one for the men's. We ain't never seen that shit before. Like
bro?
it's
Bro,
not big schools ain't doing what they used to do no more.
man, ain't
whose
Gonzaga
fault is
had
that?
like number one, number two for like 4 or 5 years straight, bro?
I
Come
mean,
on,
but
you serious?
nobody's seen Purdue as top three though.
That's it.
Like
That's
it's come on
unfortunate.
now.
They ain't get the players that they want. The players went to the smaller school. Like that's unfortunate. That's all I'm saying.
What's unfortunate? That Gonzaga
That's
was like,
unfortunate. The bigger schools is trash right now for what you telling me. I don't watch college, so I
That
don't know.
yeah, and the last year the
no,
biggest school wasn't that great, bro. Like the UConn girls team wasn't as they wasn't top like they used to be. Like since they lost against South Carolina and
And it
other
starts
teams.
yeah,
off even before
Like yo,
college.
it's
yeah.
different now in
But
college, bro.
what I'm saying is Gonzaga, like for the last, let me say 7, 8 years, Gonzaga has been probably top five every season. But every time they go against a team that's actually good, they get eliminated. Every time they go against undefeated teams that they're supposed to win, they get eliminated. Like
Right. But you
so
right.
so
Hold
so
on, Pete. You said Gonzaga, right? Remind you, we
uh,
like when you say Gonzaga. the prominence that they hold to the Dukes, the North Carolinas, to the Kentuckies and all of those big schools. Like, where have they been at in the last couple of years? That's what I want to know. You said Gonzaga,
Getting better.
getting into the prominence. Like, we probably only
Okay.
know 3 players that came from Gonzaga
It's
that's
called
NBA
getting
worthy: John
better.
Stockton and what?
Okay.
Who else?
Okay.
And,
Cool.
and,
How many times have they won?
how many times has Gonzaga won?
Yeah.
Damn.
Once.
Was it what year was that? I probably I don't really
Wasn't that
remember.
like a few years ago?
Probably
Yeah.
probably a few
Once.
days ago,
Like
because I know
2019 or
Villanova. I
something
know
like that?
Villanova doing like
2020?
2.
Once.
I
2019?
know Villanova doing the 2, and the Villanova actually has some squads with Mikel and Brunson over the years, like the squads that they had over the past couple of years, man.
All I'm saying is NCAA is all control. Everything is gambling,
It's
betting.
impossible to
Everything
control.
is
I'm not saying
I
that
how
say
they
how
don't have.
football is
I'm not
probably more
saying that.
controlled than anything. I don't think basketball is
I'm not
controlled as it
saying that
used to.
there's none of that nonsense going on because you can bet on those games too. But I'm just saying, like, it's harder, way harder to do that.
no it ain't.
Way harder to do that. It's
No it
not.
ain't. FIFA soccer is probably the #1 sport in the world, and that shit is controlled, bro. That if that shit is controlled and it's played in different countries and bro, they can control basketball. I don't know what you talk about. Like, they can control basketball. Soccer is played all
But
around
we
the.
haven't
I'm
seen
not saying
situation.
that like they can't control basketball. I'm saying, but the difference is how it was controlled then and how it's controlled and how it's
Yeah, it's more obvious
controlled
now.
now. What?
It's
Nah,
more
not
obvious.
obvious. Well, the NBA is definitely obvious.
Yeah,
NCAA, if you unless you watching it play like team to team, play to play, in a game to game, bro, like it's not as obvious as people make it as you
bro,
making it seem.
bro,
Because
bro there's people that get paid to follow the NCAA. Like,
I understand. I
T T
understand it.
T right now knows a lot about NCAA, right? T.
Yeah, I know a little bit for
He
sure.
he he don't get paid to follow these niggas. Like, these niggas get to stay home, watch this shit. Like, they get paid to follow this shit. Like, so they know who to kick out. They know who to foul out. They know the sets. They know everything. Like, there's people that actually get paid to
Nah,
follow this shit.
I get all of that, but my thing is like you saying it's fixed more today, like in terms of just NCAA basketball. My thing is like who saw Purdue #1 in the country? Who saw Iowa #1 in the country? Like, who saw those teams
Eh,
#1 in the country before a year before it happened? That's
Bro,
not that many
the, the
people.
the the best delusion is the ones that you don't see coming, bro.
Mhm.
I guess. I
Man,
mean,
that man LeBron need to go, man. That man needs to retire, and they need to stop milking this.
I don't
This
know why y'all complain. Y'all gonna just be a broken record for 4 more years.
yeah,
Like, I
that's
don't
what it
this
even
is,
I don't
man.
even
Like, I
say
this
ain't gonna lie.
anything
team
no
this
more.
team went from 13 to now they're in the Western Conference Finals. Are you
Again,
kidding me?
broken record. Like,
They
it's
they
like, how many
they
times you gonna bring
disrespect
that
the
up?
Grizzlies. They didn't give them no calls. Then on top of that, the Warriors. You would have thought the Warriors would have never won last year or won 4 championships.
Outlaw, we ain't seen this script play out before, dude. This is
That's
nothing,
Yeah,
what I'm
man.
saying.
this
Like,
is
It's
the
not.
even
2020
though,
script,
like,
right?
y'all just
I
gonna
It's
still
keep
not.
hear a
letting
lot
these.
of Blip laughing because
It's
Payne
like,
is like, bro,
So
it
this is the
ain't gonna
2020 script.
change.
My thing is like, yo, how listen, I just wanted to listen. When this shit get all fixed, man, I think we
Man,
probably have a
trust and
better
believe
time.
me, I want dude to retire just as much as
and
y'all
the
do,
thing
bro.
that
Yeah.
I find
Majority
funny
of y'all,
is
for sure.
just
Exactly.
because he leave, what makes you think they're gonna just automatically just stop?
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah,
what the hell? Like,
exactly.
oh, like we free now? No, nigga, you still
Like,
on the
LeBron
Nah,
retired. LeBron's
Wait,
retired.
hold
We
on.
free now.
I think
Isn't Adam
nah,
Silver gonna be gone by
LB,
then?
I think LB, but like the thing is, when if him and Steph leave at the same time, then that's a start, my nigga. Like, I
No,
mean,
how do you know that?
it's a start, man. We ain't getting the same shit because they ain't just plugging them motherfuckers back in. But like, we gotta understand, him and Steph, man, come like have other than 2021, they played in every single finals ever since 2011.
Well, that's just because the Warriors was that good and Cleveland got
No,
carried.
I know the Warriors was that good, man. We all understand the Warriors was that good, like especially during a 5 year
Like,
run where
for
they ran
people
the
that
West.
knew, I caught the Warriors wave in like 2012. I knew they was gonna be a threat in the future. I just
When they
didn't
did
know
that in
how
the
soon.
Garden, I already know.
I just
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
know how.
yeah, yeah. When Steph, yeah, a lot of people like kind of said,
Steph
but
came
like
out of nowhere and just
the
started
way that
hitting
they,
threes.
yeah, it's but a lot of other people that didn't. It was almost like some shit that got left alone and it caught fire, and then you next like, all right, yo, oh shit, yo, how like. But the thing about all fires is, man, like at some point you're gonna have to put it out, and that's what happened. I just hate the fact that it happened at like what happened this year. It came at the expense of what basically carried the helped carry the
I
NBA
just
in the
know,
past 8 years
I just know that this is the most horrific refereeing I ever seen in the playoffs. Like, and I'm
by
talking like
far,
all teams
by
that
far,
played in this playoffs.
by
I've
far,
never seen this in my life.
by far, by
Like,
far,
it's
Yeah,
at the
it's
point where
bad.
even the
by
retards
far,
are seeing it now.
by
So it's
far,
like,
yeah,
come on. Like,
by far,
Oh,
by
you know,
far.
I got to correct something I said. Gonzaga never won a champ and never won a title
what they were
ever.
in it though, wasn't they in
They
it
were they
like
were
like
in
a
one,
few
weren't
Yeah,
they?
Yeah,
times?
they were in
but they
it pretty
never
much
won it.
all the time, but they never won.
Oh, okay,
It's
all
just
right.
unfortunate that these big schools ain't getting some fire players. Like
Yeah, that's
these
that.
drafts been looking weak from the last couple of years.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. The drafts
And
has
it's
been
not
looking very weak.
helping. It's not helping when you're grooming the player from middle school or whatever, and then you put them in AAU, and AAU is trash. So that's why you're getting what
Exactly.
you're getting.
And then you
Like,
when you and from AAU, he don't want to go to college. He want to go to the G League, and then he come out of G League. You looking for him to be something that's gonna take longer than you think because they ain't have no tutor. They ain't have the right tutelage and everything to bring him up. He
but
just basically coming up, basically autopilot.
I might have to just take a few words from the conservative party that's like kind of left NBA for a minute because Adam Silver. He's just soft, so he just lets everybody run all over him. It's very
I'm
simple.
not gonna
Like
lie.
LeBron James
It's
played one
hard.
day.
Listen,
Your
it's hard
name
to
could
watch.
be the
It's hard to watch this
MVP
shit. I
Finals.
would like to see how the 7-4 kid bump pan out,
Y'all,
man.
rem-
Like be
y'all
honest
don't
with you,
remember
but
him saying that in 2020?
what?
Adam Silver to LeBron James. LeBron James, maybe one day your name could be on the name of the Finals MVP. I was
But
like, what?
but but my real question is, because Adam looked like he's on his way out. Who's gonna
Yeah,
be the commissioner
please.
next?
I'm
Who's gonna be the
celebrating.
I
commissioner
would I
next?
wouldn't know. I wouldn't
You
know.
can say
But
yeah, please, but we might get somebody even worse.
here's the thing
We
about
gotta
that.
know.
But here's the thing about that. Yeah, he leaves. Who's to say whoever they put in his
But I
place
mean, when he
not gonna
leave
be
when
working
he
again?
leave, it's almost like when he
Exactly. That's what I just said.
yeah.
Like,
Here's the thing: when he leave, it's almost like when George Bush got put out, and then we got Obama as president. He had to clean all
Oh
the
yeah,
bullshit that
that's
Bush
true.
cleaned
man,
up.
They're gonna get a
man,
It's the
selfie.
same damn
I won't
thing.
even
It's
go into
just
that.
it is very simple.
It's
Just
very
let them play. You'll be okay if you just let them play. Don't do anything. You're gonna get your money. Your plus and minus in Vegas. The Vegas earpiece. I know y'all. I know the rest got them in all the time.
It
It's
seems
very
like
simple.
it seems
You're
like
gonna
they're
get your
hiring a
money.
lot of Skittles people, so it
It,
might be a Skittles
if they
season.
did that, they probably wouldn't make no money, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you,
Yes, they will. They will make
And they
money if
won't.
they let them play out the game without any
bro.
BS.
I'm telling you, they because if Sacramento is in the finals
I
versus
think
the
they
If you
I
Pistons,
think they
feel like
will
if
make
they
money.
feel no, you're
I'm not
not like
watching that
this is
shit.
like business
I think they
101.
will make money, bro. Like because people just want to see
Okay,
basketball
no,
at
no,
this
no, no.
point, bro. We don't want to
Nah,
see
I'm gonna
fabricated
use.
shit.
first of all, the rules are fucking soft as hell. So even if you let them play, the rules are soft,
You
bro.
can change
There's
it
Well,
no
back.
excitement.
get
It's
rid of
not
the
There's
like
fucking
no
it
rules
was
excitement
when
in
when
the game.
LeBron
The
leave and
commissioner
get it
came
back to what
checking
it
his
used
back.
to
you
be.
can get it
Take
back.
away,
Came checking his
take
back
away
and
that.
everything.
Yeah, just listen, take
You
away
act
that.
like once they make the
Here's the
rules, it's
thing.
like they can't go away.
Yeah, yeah. Here's
No,
the
it is
thing.
what
Here's the
it
thing.
is.
What you do, bro? Like you take away that damn player and shit. Get rid of that. Get back to the 82 game season. Get back
Well,
to
no, they're
everything.
not
How they
getting rid of that because that made too much view. That made too much viewership, so they ain't getting rid of that.
No,
listen.
they
I
got
mean,
his
All you
name.
got to do is get
That's
back to
his
I
the
mean,
case.
82
I can't
season,
lie.
bro.
The
Like
playing
that's
is
it.
not too bad though. The playing is not too
The
bad.
plan is
See,
horrible, bro.
see,
You can
You
say
Shit,
think
that,
it's
but
bro.
the views is
I
up.
lost. Hey man, check this
Fuck
out,
it,
the
bro.
views,
I
bro.
lost
I'm
track
not.
of
The
how
views
many
is up,
times
bro.
players done traveled, how many players done got
it
away with offensive fouling and carrying, bro.
oh no 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 no. The
If the
scoring is bad.
referees
The
called the game
scoring
the way
the
it's
referee
supposed to be, dude, a
they
lot
need
of
to get
garbage
rid of
players that
that.
get weeded out, bro.
All I gotta,
Trust
all
and
I
believe
gotta,
it.
Exactly.
Nick. All
yeah.
I gotta say
I
is this:
agree.
it's very. Hold on, it's very simple. I could. It's like a saying in the casinos. If the person feels like he could win, they will always come back.
Exactly.
Right.
Like,
Right.
the
Like,
but the
it's not
but this
rocket science.
but
Just
the
let them
stunt
If
that
you're
they
that
pulled
good of
with
a
the
player, then you
Lakers,
should be
that
able
was
to.
criminal.
If you're
That was
that good of a
criminal.
player, then you should be able to adjust to whatever rules that the NBA
Okay.
enforces. You understand what I'm
All
saying?
right.
That's my
The
thing.
problem is the NBA is for entertainment. How many of these
Yeah.
players are
It's always
actually
been for
entertaining?
It's always been
There's
for
a lot of
entertainment.
them that's entertaining. What do you
Right.
mean?
I don't really
Starting
see
with
many.
Ja.
Do
Starting with Ja.
you
Well,
really
he
want to
was being
see
a
like
hater.
Trey?
I don't see
Now Ja
nobody
just
in
turned out
today's
to be a
game
great
that
player.
I don't see nobody in today's game that remind me of T Mac, Vince, Kobe,
Yeah,
Well,
AI.
yeah. So it's
this
like,
is this is the part.
do
This
you
is
want
the
to watch
part.
drop? Oh, go ahead.
This is the part
Go
when
ahead.
they say to you, especially the young niggas, it's like, I don't give a fuck, old nigga. Like that's pretty much like they're gonna tell you, bro. That's what
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
telling you.
I'm
It's at
just
that
saying.
point. Just get out the way.
I don't want to watch. I
The
don't
game
want
will
to
move
like
on with
if.
you.
That's why a lot of these kids are
I'm
getting
just saying.
taken off
I
the
don't want to see a
basketball.
finals with Trey Young in
Yep.
it and all this. Like, come on, bro.
Well,
Trey
then
Young is
don't
not
watch.
exciting.
There will
Like,
Yeah.
always be younger people coming in, and they can
Yeah,
just leave
because
you
they
out.
could easily
That's what I'm saying.
brainwash them, bro. Like, here's the thing, bro. Like, and a lot of that, young nigga to old nigga shit, bro. Like, a lot of them young niggas making money, but a lot of them can't stay alive and stay relevant either. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
whose
So,
fault
like,
is
they,
Mm.
that? Whose fault is that? That's their
The
eh,
fault,
young
right?
nigga.
There will
eh,
always be somebody new coming
No,
into the
listen.
league.
Listen, the
So
young
they
guy
will.
used
It's
to
always
soak
it's
up
a
game from the
machine. That's all.
Check
OGs and
this
stuff
out,
like
man.
that.
A young brother can be taught and given advice on how to handle things, but as far as like him
Right.
actually acting upon that, that's on him. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
okay.
Exactly.
You talk about you don't
The
Like
listen to this person ain't
AI could
entertain.
have
That's
reached
a
out to
you
John
problem.
Morant and
the
he
the
could have been
way you
listening, but he probably went in one ear and went out the other.
You want
That's
to know
just how
why
it
this is a
is.
Yeah.
problem? What you just
the way you
saying?
talking, bro. Your vision of it. You would
You want to
probably
know
run the
why? You
NBA in
want
the
to know
dirt,
what
bro.
you sound
I ain't
like?
gonna
You
lie to you.
sound like the
And that's
dudes
how.
from the
And
'80s that used to complain about the 2000s. You sound just like them now. You sound like the old dudes in the '80s that will always complain about when the 2000s came in and they used to complain about ball and they stopped watching ball like that. So you're just doing repeating the cycle, just doing the same thing in the 2010s and 2020.
2000 was more
Well,
challenging than
I'm
The
just
two the
The,
saying,
two
That's
thousands
what I'm
was the
saying. You're
most
doing the same
competitive
thing.
era of basketball ever.
hey,
the difference
wait, oh, wait,
the
hold
difference
on. What
between
you saying?
Hold on, Cino's trying to talk.
yeah, I just heard that Nike is going to suspend John Morant tomorrow.
Oh
exactly.
damn.
Well,
Oh
of course
wow.
So
they gonna do that.
So he's just going to be suspended for a while. So they
Well,
finna,
okay, enjoy.
oh,
Nike
okay.
shoes been trash for like a good couple years now.
Wait,
Like
so Cino,
nobody's
so
been buying Nikes
what is the
like that
update on
unless it's
Kyrie
like
Irving and that?
collaborations.
Did they feel like they made a mistake?
yeah,
Like
nothing
you
going
lost
so far.
Kyrie, you lost the best sneaker that was like in the athletic lineup of Nike.
Basically.
Kyrie. Kyrie was the only good looking shoe. Everybody else shoes was trash.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm a
Nah,
sneakerhead, so I can talk my shit.
nah,
Look, trash,
nah,
trash,
Uh,
straight up.
nah.
Give me a
LeBron's
shoe,
shoes are trash.
Trey.
I
You
know
just
that.
chatting. Give me a
yeah,
shoe then.
LeBron shoes is trash.
Trey, give me other shoes other than LeBron.
Kobe's is nice.
Nah,
They don't
KD
make. They
shoes,
don't even make them
KD
like that no
shoes
more.
pretty good. So I
The
don't know what you
Grinches
talking
is
about.
nice.
Every shoe's been
Dog,
trash.
you bringing up the Grinches. The Grinches came out like in
I'm not
2014,
talking about no
dude.
Grinches.
Yeah, I know that.
I said KD shoes is pretty good.
Dog, the KD9, the
He had his run with
KD10, bro.
OKC,
Stop it.
but the
KD shoes never
OKC
been
ones
dope
was
since the
nice though.
seven.
Yeah, the
And
OKC
even
ones.
then, I can question those because it's really the four. If you want to say his best shoe ever was the
Who
four,
else? Who else? Who
and
else?
that was like 2012.
Uh, yeah,
Kyrie,
Well,
that
that's
was the
about it.
only good looking shoe. That was it.
I had
And even
purchased Giannis
Kyrie
Antetokounmpo
himself
sneakers
trashed
not too
those.
long ago either. His
Okay.
And
basketball
Kyrie
sneakers,
himself
those
trashed
is
those on
fire.
IG. Then he
But,
deleted the post because Nike talked to him, whatever.
but
Okay.
nah,
But
Kyrie got the best sneaker route right now, and
No. I'm
Kobe's.
not talking about the models now. Back then he did. Everything that was like after six been garbage. Even he came out on his Instagram and said, this wasn't me. I told Nike not to put this out, and they put it out anyway. So don't blame me because the
Mm,
sneakers is trash. That's exactly what he said, and then he deleted the post like 2-3 hours later.
huh.
That was like last year too. That was like last year, the year before. That's,
Yeah, but
but
besides the
but
point, man, John Morant over here besting up his money, man. That's on him, bro. Like
so
I
all
but
they
can't
do is
defend
got
him.
John Morant. That's all they got.
but listen, you said I'm like the '80s player that was complaining and all that. The difference is, bro, I'm not a player. I'm a customer.
Mm.
You understand? I'm a person that's watching the game. If you ain't making me feel interested in the game, you losing me. Like,
Well, the machine will
'cause-
move on
Oh, you
without
need to
you.
take it. You need to take your consumption dollars back, bro. Like, do what I do.
The
Play 2K.
machine, not first of all, let me just ask y'all a simple question:
You
Are y'all
said play
fire sticking?
2K.
Hold on. Are y'all fire sticking, or y'all actually paying for cable? I
I
just
No, no,
gotta
actually,
no,
ask
no,
I
no.
that because
actually
I
my
mean,
pay.
what?
shit
No,
doesn't
I'm
I'm.
count.
paying
I
for
nah, nah,
cable,
nah, 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 nah,
unfortunately.
I
nah.
actually pay.
Because I'm
I
But
gonna
pay for
y'all,
ask you
cable.
that the
I
but
last
got
we
time
I
my
got
shit didn't do
Fios.
none of that.
but
I got Fios.
what you doing
I
though
got
is
Optimal.
you excusing bad
I
behavior.
only pay for cable during the month of
That's
March and
what you
going forward.
doing, LB.
So the viewership doesn't count when you're illegally streaming on Fire Stick.
No, no,
That's
no,
what I'm
no, no, no.
saying.
I
Okay,
watch most
Do
of the
you
games I'm
okay?
but
So
but
let
watching.
me ask you this:
Most of the games
Are
I'm
you
watching
buying
is on.
NBA League Pass?
Yeah, well, League
Oh
Pass.
yeah, for
My
2K.
League Pass came free.
2K.
2K provided that though.
Shout out to 2K.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, 2K helped me
Jordan
out
But
with
need
that.
to,
here's the
elite.
he
thing.
need to do it again
Here's
this
the
year.
thing,
It only
LB.
cost
You
$120
Hold
though.
on,
And
hold on,
I
hold
ain't
on.
even
Sino,
defending
Nah,
it.
it was
Sino,
worth
I'm
Sino
it.
just
talking.
I'm
Hold
just
on, hold on,
giving
hold
the
on.
obvious
Oh,
what
go
they
ahead,
Does he
doing
know?
Sino. My
wrong.
bad.
But
What's up,
here's the
Cena?
thing, LB. You seem to be rewarding bad behavior. Like,
I'm not
okay,
rewarding
like
bad
this
behavior
is
because
bad
I
for the
got
league.
on John's ass earlier. I'm just not going crazy like everybody else. I already know Shane about to spin around his chair like 5 times tomorrow.
He about to do the spinner
I'm
Rooney.
not doing all that extra carrying on
Can
bum
you
nasty
dig it,
shit
Sucker.
sucker?
Yeah, he about to do
because
the
they
But
spinner
do this
Rooney.
with white people and white people messing
oh,
up.
okay,
I
but does
ain't
that
no
does
white
that
people with no guns. I'm just
Porzingis got
saying.
into a whole brawl in another country. They ain't mention that. They ain't mention a word about
uh,
that.
okay, but is that really caring about the game though? Is that really
Y'all brung
like
it up earlier.
it,
Mm.
if you don't care
I
about
mean,
John
I
Morant,
kind
is
of
that
nah.
really caring about the
LB,
game?
Y'all brung it up earlier. I'm just
I kind
asking
of just brought it
what
up. I
y'all
kind of
saying.
just brought it up just to make my point. My
Oh,
initial
okay,
point
but
was
I'm saying like is John Morant not part of the game? Like, so why would you ignore what's
I'm
going
not
on with him?
ignoring that. See, y'all getting me twisted. I'm not ignoring that. I'm just saying, though, they probably gonna suspend him for like 8 games or for a year, or he probably get traded to another team because he got suspended from the Grizzlies or whatever. I know the
Okay,
league is gonna fold because they have nobody. I know they're gonna do this. They ain't gonna carry this forever. LeBron won't be there
and
forever.
now
So who you gonna
when
have?
you say fold, bro, we talking about they gonna go back to like the '70s or some shit. Like,
Huh? No,
when
I'm
you
just
what do you
saying
mean
the
by
league
fold?
ain't gonna. No, I'm saying the league is gonna fold because they're gonna be running out of players. They're gonna basically because they want to
so the
be
league
stupid.
gonna go
No, hold
under.
on, no. I'm about to just break it down. Like what they did to Dylan Brooks and what they doing to John Morant. If none of them is on the Grizzlies, they're gonna go under.
Oh, the
Simple,
Memphis Grizzlies gonna go under.
simple. Who's gonna pay season tickets for a Memphis Grizzly game with no John Morant?
Bro, what you're not understanding is the league is losing money now, even with John Morant.
But yeah, overall the league is losing money, but individually teams got their own like money. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. The Memphis
Memphis
Grizzly
Grizzlies gonna
isn't
be
making
fine.
that much money either.
They're gonna like this is probably the most money they ever made in like God know what since the Zach Randolph era.
Period. This is the most
Yeah,
money
facts.
in the game. Period.
It's the most
Rudy
money
Gay.
NBA period.
Probably Rudy Gay.
Nah, this the most money NBA period.
even when they had Randolph and
Zach
those guys, they
Randolph
really
and
weren't
Marcus
Even when
they
Morris.
they
weren't
had
making no money
I don't
like
even
that.
think I don't even think
like
Randolph. I think it was like Rudy Gay,
the
to be honest with you.
nah the grit and grind
No,
era, bro, like wasn't clocking that
Rudy Gay
much.
was around that time though.
John Morant is a ticket
Yeah,
seller,
he was
bro. Trust
around,
me.
Yeah,
but
but
John
I'm talking
Morant,
about
he
the
left
Zach
Toronto after.
Randolph,
John Morant
Marc
is a
Gasol
bigger
era
ticket
when they
seller,
went to
bro.
the
Like,
conference finals. I'm
yeah,
talking early 2010s.
John Morant is a
Yeah,
bigger ticket seller than them niggas, bro. Like, let's just cut to the
Of
chase.
course, for
But
sure.
yeah,
But this
Ja's
is
a big ticket seller, but
So if the NBA want to
but
be risky about
is
it, then it is what it is. That's
Memphis
on
is a
them.
small
I
but
market
ain't
or
gonna go there.
medium market.
it's a
yeah,
small,
yeah,
small.
John Morant's a big. Oh, my fault. Go ahead.
It's a small market.
Oh, it's
Obviously,
considered a
but
small market. Okay.
yeah, it's considered
Yeah.
a small market. That Milwaukee, Detroit, Charlotte, like them, just small markets. Yeah, of course. But the thing is, this is the reason why John Morant was so important to that market. Like when he's in the building, they sell out. I mean, they sell out, and
Right.
especially
I
going
mean,
into
his
like big
shoes
games
are
and
supposed
playoff
to
games.
drop.
True.
Did they come out yet? This
You said
John
what?
Morant?
I
Did
don't
the
think it
Java
dropped. I'm
one
not
come
sure.
out? 'Cause they getting ready to drop it. They were getting ready to drop it too.
Oh
The
well, no.
Uh,
I check.
pre-order was already out.
I check like every other week, like what shoes is coming out throughout the month and stuff. But I didn't see the John Moran unless I wasn't
Jordans.
paying attention because I
Man,
didn't
yeah,
see
the
him.
Java ones.
Is the Ja ones
Yeah,
basketball shoes men's is 109 right now. Yeah,
Okay.
they're out. They're out.
Yeah, Josh sell ticket, but you got to look at it this way. They
It's
probably
called
get more
Nike
money
Ja
from
ones.
sponsorships, bro.
Day one.
And
You
and
could
if they
buy
lose the
them off Flight
sponsorship,
Club. My
and if they
bad.
Well,
lose
if
the
you lose the player,
sponsorships,
you're gonna lose the sponsorship anyway.
no, because
yeah,
because
he
look at it
lost
now. Who
power.
who who
Power
gonna want to
ain't
sponsor
power.
John Morant that's showing the gun
But
everywhere?
who's
Who
gonna
gonna want to
sponsor a
sponsor that?
team that got no
Hold on.
superstars?
Hold on. Can we break down that
So
video
it's a
real
lose
quick?
lose either way.
Does this make any sense? Is that truly his friend? All right, so he had
No,
the
like
camera
that.
in his.
That's some YouTuber. Apparently, that's some YouTuber dude.
That's
Like,
his
cause I,
friend.
I like Star talked
That's
about
his
it today.
friend.
That's his
That's
friend.
his friend.
No, that's his friend.
Dog.
That's
Did
his
you see him
friend.
look
That
at
his
his
friend
phone,
got
right?
banned.
Then he looks at Ja and he sees that he had a gun, and then he gonna
Oh,
turn the camera to him and then put the camera down, bro. Like what?
Duh, that's
yeah,
what he's
because
supposed to
he didn't
do.
realize. Yeah,
That's
because
what he's
he didn't
supposed to
He
realize
do.
John
looked at
Morant was that stupid.
He looked at John Morant before he even
No,
turned
because
the
he wasn't
camera.
paying attention. He was looking at the comments. Once he started to see once he started to see the piece, that's when he moved the camera.
He
Like
like,
No,
oh,
no, no,
he
no.
he just got a slow
But
reaction.
he
That's
he
all.
moved the
look at the
camera.
video
He
again.
moved the
He looks
camera.
at John Morant and then looks at the phone and then turns the phone towards John Morant and
Bro,
then
Dog,
puts
he
the phone
looked at
down.
he,
himself. He had
he,
That's
he
Ja on
not
the
wasn't really
fair.
thing.
paying
Then he bent.
attention,
Then
bro.
he
He ain't
lowered the
see that.
camera, and then he was like, "Oh!" Then he lifted the camera back up as soon as he seen it, because while he was reading the comments, he was looking at the comments the
Oh,
whole
okay.
He
time.
like he looked at it like,
I'm like,
oh
bro,
shit,
he need to
No
get out the
shit. That's
car.
what
He
I'm
need to.
saying. Like,
That is
dog,
not
like you
his
saw it
friend,
with
oh
bro.
his face.
shit,
You
this
saw his
nigga got a
face.
gun in his hand. What the
And
hell?
that's funny because Gilbert Arenas is trying to tell me his friend did him dirty. His friend looked at him and he said the same
Oh,
thing.
Dog,
Cino,
his friend didn't
Cino,
do
why
him
was you
dirty. He
doing
just
that,
like
man?
he
Listen,
just
You know
wasn't
what I'm
fast
saying?
reaction.
Your friend, I'm like, no, dog, his friend didn't try to do that. His friend saw that, like, oh, son, put the camera down. I'm
That's
like,
what
man,
his friend should have never had him in the car doing that on IG Live anyway.
right.
Going on. He should
And
have
why?
said,
like ain't
no,
nobody
And
expecting
why
to
are you
pull
putting a
out.
pistol to your own head, though?
what?
Ain't nobody
Exactly, bro.
expecting to
I'm like, what the
pull the
hell?
joint
I'm like,
out
this
the
man put a
armrest.
pistol to his own head,
That
sitting there playing around with
that
his gun.
that's how you know niggas that never really carried shit, bro. Cause you don't put that shit like back in
That's
the day.
context you don't do.
Old heads used to tell you like never point that shit where you don't want it to
Dog,
go
you
off.
gotta like get out of that time. Like, dog, these little mofos is different. Trust
Yeah,
me,
I know.
they
they
crash
different.
out dummies. I know.
They will
He's a
do all
crash
that
dummy,
extra
bro.
shit you saying that they don't do. They do. I seen it. I know
Yeah,
He
they
niggas that
crash
do
he,
that shit.
dummies.
That's what I'm
he's a
saying.
And what
crash
I
dummy,
say,
bro.
Cino, self snitches at an all time high right
Niggas is definitely on autopilot, man, for
Bro,
sure,
with these
bro.
if that
phones.
It
shit
ain't, it ain't
if that
nothing
shit
else.
had went off, we would have been like R.I.P. John Morant. Cause this
Oh,
nigga
that
did
would have
some
been.
dumb shit.
Listen, that would have been the
That would have been.
most. Oh
That
my
would have been
god.
highly,
But
yeah. It
yeah,
would have
that's
been
the
highly,
It
friend
just
highly
is
that
what
got
it
unfortunate.
is,
banned.
bro.
That's the friend that got banned by the NBA because they saying that he got into it with one of the Indiana Pacers and came over there to try
Uh-huh.
to help a job when they flashed the red beans in the car and all in the bus and all that. But he the only one. He got a
Oh,
lifetime ban or a year. He had got banned.
I think it was like a year.
Well, he might be banned for life now.
Yeah, well now, yeah, but this is the same friend, and I'm like, dog, you the same guy that got banned. What the hell are you doing with
now
John?
you got to quit. Now you got to. Now
Dog.
that this that came out, you got to question it all now because everybody's like, "Oh, it
No,
wasn't
you
no guns.
don't. I'm not. That's
You
double jeopardy. Number
all
one.
them guns. Oh, there was no gun. There was no gun." I'm like,
That's
well,
double
clearly,
jeopardy now. Just because somebody did something before, now I'm not gonna just see this and then see like, wait,
Man,
no, stop it. That's not how that works.
I'm lost
That's
on
Oh,
double
who's
that
teaching
jeopardy.
is
these
how it
kids,
works.
bro.
No, it's not.
It
That's
is.
double
Cause
jeopardy.
It's
because
cause you
now
double
supposed to
people
know
gonna
when
jeopardy.
you
start
the bag, you're
and
not
it
supposed to
don't
be
happen.
carrying.
Look
The
at
piece
Ray
on you.
Rice. Look at Ray Rice. That was double jeopardy, right? They gave him his punishment
What did
for
that
what
happen
he
twice?
said.
Him knocking a chick out on the elevator? That happened twice.
Oh,
No, it
that
happened
only
I
happened
thought that
one
only
It
time.
happened
happened
once.
once, but then once the video came out, then he was gone for
But
life.
that wasn't twice. You made it
Yeah.
sound like he had the same video with two different girls or something like that, and that he beat a bitch ass on
Double
the elevator
jeopardy
twice.
is when they try to charge you twice for the single thing that just happened. That's double jeopardy. Double jeopardy is when they try to charge you twice for the same damn crime.
So,
The same
but if it
Exactly.
only happened one time,
Yes, that's you can only be charged one time. If they try to charge you
that
twice,
number
that's
one,
double
that Ray
jeopardy.
Rice shit is not even compared to this because Ja did this twice. Ray Rice did that once in NFL.
Right,
You
he
know
did
how
it
they are.
once. This dude did it twice. So that ain't double
Twice
jeopardy.
in a
That's
couple of
twice
months,
you didn't did something.
It's
bro.
not double jeopardy.
You got
That's like that's like you go to jail twice. You already got 2 strikes.
Right, they
No,
tried to
dog.
fool. That's
charge.
You
that.
have
They
an
No, when
tried
you
to
do the
opportunity
crime,
charge.
when
to
you get
make
accused of the same
generational wealth,
crime.
and you over here fumbling the bag trying to be NBA young boy. Come on, bro.
When Ray Rice said they gave him like a 2 week suspension or 3 weeks, whatever, and he told them what happened. He didn't lie and everything. So they gave him a suspension. It was cool. Then the
Look,
TMZ
like I
video
said,
came
I ain't
out
trying
This
to be
kid
and they
went to
dramatic.
said,
private
"Okay,
school.
we're gonna give you
I ain't
another
being dramatic.
suspension."
Plenty of dudes went to private school and became like a totally different nigga. Like y'all, like
Yeah, but
I
they
don't
gave
know.
Now he
Some of
want to
y'all,
start
I don't know
thugging
what's
because
going
he's
they
on the
gave,
basketball court.
hold on,
Come
hold
on,
on,
man.
hold on,
what
hold on.
y'all
Let me
talking
explain.
about?
They gave him
That's backwards.
hold on 1 second.
Oh, go ahead,
So
CeeLo.
they gave him a lifetime, like he was suspended for a year, suspended for the whole season,
Mhm.
and off of that, and that was double jeopardy. So he sued, and he got all the money in his contract paid to him, and they never let him come back and play, even when he came back. Ray Rice never played another game in the league, even though he never lied. He told them straight up what was going on, and they had a kicker who was beating his wife from the
On the Giants.
yeah. I mean, it was so bad. It was doing a Pro Bowl week.
Wait.
Oh,
You talking
the
about the
one that went on?
Zach
You talking
Stacy?
about the white dude? Talking about the white dude
Yeah,
that beat up
the
his
kicker
black
on the
girlfriend? Yeah,
Giants.
yeah, yeah.
The NFL knew
I
it. They
thought you was
just
talking
turned
about
to
Zach
another
Stacy. Hold
hotel.
on, nah,
They
cause
was
Zach
like,
Stacy
yo, we
Zach
gonna
Stacy got caught.
yeah,
He
they
turned
like,
himself in.
oh yeah, they was like they moved this kicker. They took the wife. She was all beat up. They moved her to another hotel. That's all they did. Oh, well, we'll give you your own hotel.
Right.
And
Wait, because there was two situations around
Double
that time. You had the
standard.
white guy that was beating up his black girlfriend and admitted it on interview, and then you had the other guy that you seen on camera that was on TMZ where he went like he was beating up the his wife or whatever, like around his kid or whatever, and body slammed her on the baby stroller thing.
oh yeah,
Oh yeah, that shit was crazy.
that's
So
a whole nother thing.
Yeah, that's a whole different.
Yeah, he in jail. Like that's
Yeah, he's only getting a few months, and she's sitting there talking about, oh, I want him to be free and stuff like that. So you know how that goes.
what
yeah.
Stockholm syndrome? It is what it is. I don't know
Yeah.
what to tell you.
Yeah, he gonna be ramming that head to everything that moves. And she the kind
So
of
what you
That's not
saying,
funny.
LB? We
It's not funny.
we don't get fair treatment like these white boys.
No, I'm just saying that I ain't doing all
It's
that
a double
dramatic
I
shit.
standard.
mean, I mean,
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
I mean, you can
So
say that,
what? We know it exists.
I'm
So
not
what?
when
saying
it
that.
You
I'm
calls
not
supposed to
for
go
it,
saying
out
that.
here
Like
acting
whatever
stupid with
happens,
guns?
happens. Whatever
Hell
happens,
no.
happens. That's on him. Whatever
but
happens, happens. But
I'm
I
gonna
will
give you.
not join in on the parade doing all that bullshit. That's all I'm saying. I just looked at it, shook my head, and just called it a day. I was like, it
No,
is what it
so
is.
so
Like,
LB,
bro.
your standpoint is you just not gonna just jump on the
Exactly.
train
I'm not
of
buck dancing,
hating
bro.
on John Moran. I
All
mean,
that
not
extra,
even hating
all
on
that
John
extra
Moran,
It's
shit
like,
spinning
just
around in my
bro, it's
chair.
like,
just
No,
bro,
no.
it's like,
saying
bro, you
I
know
told
that.
you
It's
so,
like,
basically.
bro, you said it's buck
LB,
dancing,
all the
but
buck
it's
dancing
like,
is done, bro.
who
Like
is
Like
I'm
John
not
who?
Morant
dragging
did
it.
it
Who?
for us, bro.
Bro,
What you talking about?
basically, the best word I could say, I'm not gonna drag it. They don't do
Right,
that
right,
to
right.
crackers.
You're not
I ain't
gonna.
gonna do
Nah,
that
I
to
ain't
this.
dragging neither, bro. Like shit. The only
That's
person
all I'm
that
saying.
drug it is John Morant. That's it.
Right.
He
I'm
he
done
did
with
all the
John
dragging.
Morant. I'm
That's
like,
that's on
dog,
him, bro.
relax.
That's
Yeah,
it.
that's on Buddy, bro.
Listen,
Like
I'm just
listen.
I
thinking.
ain't.
I mean,
My thing
You
is,
can't buck dance more than the person that
Because
buck dance on
as
video,
soon as
bro.
he
Like
comes
I'm,
back to the league, if something happens where he ends up in the league and balling his ass out, all that shit gonna go away and they gonna act like that
is
shit
it?
never happened.
my only problem with the
Is
situation
it?
is all the
Like
people
I
who
know
was
this dance, bro. They
thinking.
did it with
Is it?
Rodman.
You sure?
They did it with Rodman. They did it
Is
with all these players, bro.
you
They
sure?
did it with Rodman and all of them.
You sure? Is
They
it?
did it with
dog,
Iverson. They did it
Bro,
with Rodman. They did it with a lot of
dog.
these players,
How
bro.
long ago was that though?
That's how you
It
know this
doesn't
man
matter
is
how
not
long
serious of
ago it
winning a
was.
championship.
You sure don't?
He doesn't really care.
It doesn't matter how long
I
ago it
truly believe he
was.
doesn't really care. If you get
Especially in
knocked
this
out in
era
the
Like
where,
first
this,
where
round,
everything
John
is like
Morant.
microwave.
I'm gonna tell you like this. John Morant gonna have to show the NFL he's changed. He gonna have to
You
join
mean
the
NBA?
Clippers. He gonna the NBA, NFL, all the same. He gonna have to cut his hair. He gonna have to be Michael Vick
I don't
out
know
there.
about all that. Now
he
you're
ain't
going into
doing
the
yeah,
that.
you gonna
racism
have
and
to do.
all that.
Yeah, exactly. You gonna have to
That
do
nigga
all
might.
Racism,
that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. He
racism.
might have to convert to
Now you're going
Islam,
into
bro. Like
that.
on some real shit,
They're
though.
not doing all that because now it's going to be on some racism shit. So they
Nah, he
don't
might
want
have to
those
convert to
problems anymore.
Islam,
He's
bro.
never
Start
gonna
voting
win an
for white
He
people,
gonna
MVP.
have to
like
go to
vividly.
church,
I ain't gonna hold you.
everything.
Yep, he
They
gonna have
don't
to
want
start
all that.
voting
They
for the
don't
But
want
white
I
those
man,
said
type
all
of
this.
that
players
I
shit.
carrying
said,
on though.
remember. Hold on. I said,
Shaking hands with
remember.
crackers, man. Shave his head,
Remember
none of
what
that trash shit.
Vic
All that
I'm
shit
gonna
got
came.
to be
tell you,
gone.
Cody, you
Roethlisberger
know,
took down four
let Seal
chicks.
go.
Roethlisberger took down four chicks. He had four cases.
He
And
had
what
four?
happened?
I
That
thought it
boy,
was only two.
man, hell no. He had like four cases. It was two because
God
he couldn't
damn.
get the other one in the room. One of the players was like, yo, what you doing? He was trying to just force her in the damn room. And in the convention, dude was like, what the hell is wrong with you? Bro, what you doing? Like he really was like, oh, are you really trying to do this? Like, you going down.
I didn't know it was four girls though.
So
I thought it was
everybody else, they
two.
just paid five. It's like four.
All right, so
He had two in the pocket.
that's crazy, man.
Yeah. So when that happened, they hooked him up with one of those microwave wires, like the girls at the church, at the Coke church.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
He all of a sudden he was a born again Christian. And like
Like I found God.
gave him a fiance, this whole next, he went a turtleneck
They
sweater.
probably don't even sleep with
What
each
the hell going on here? He got on a white dress shirt with a V-neck sweater.
And they did, and to piggyback off of what you just said, they did Tony Romo the same way.
Yeah, they did.
Tony Romo
Jerry
don't
got on
count.
the
He
couch
white.
and went
You
to
know, he gonna
work.
be all right anyway. He white.
Jerry, like, you need a big titty
Man,
glass.
yeah, don't nobody give a shit about none of these
Like,
busters,
dog,
man.
what we
That's getting
doing?
caught, bro. Get out of here.
Basically,
Listen,
what Cito is
Cino,
saying,
Don't nobody
he
give
that
a
gonna
damn
that
really
about
have
nigga
to
none of
that
these
change his
white
whole
busters
image.
that's getting caught, bro. Like we
hold
done been
on.
jammed up.
I
Come
didn't
on.
know it was four girls. I thought it was two. I thought it was two, to be honest with you. But if they
Just
don't bring this up when they talking about him being in the what is it called? In the Hall of Fame and stuff like that, how they did this man, Randy Moss and T.O. and all this other stuff, man, I'm done. I'm done.
bro,
I'm
bro,
done now, bro. It's plenty of
bro.
bro.
You
Like
you
it's
already know
plenty
they
of
not.
niggas. It's plenty of motherfuckers in the
I'm
Hall
like,
of
Randy
Fame, bro.
Moss
Like come
hasn't
on, bro.
done nothing.
You
Oh no,
already
no,
know they
T.O.
not.
hasn't done nothing in the outside.
I would say
I said T.O.
I
T.O.
wouldn't
T.O.
say I would say they haven't done anything. They've done some stuff, but
No, but that was
still,
on the field. I'm just saying
bruh,
T.O., but they didn't
Boss,
do it to the
bruh,
extent
Boss
of
literally got arrested like twice during his
For
playing
what?
career. That's not even counting the time he got arrested in his high school days.
For
no,
what?
I'm just
Oh
talking
my
I'm
God,
talking
you're
about
doing it
T.O.
too
though too.
now.
Oh, yeah, Free got a pass
Like,
now.
dog,
Free
bro.
almost
Yeah,
ran over a traffic
I
guard. Free
can't,
got a whole
man.
bunch of
These
shit.
niggas, man. I don't
god
know, bro.
damn.
Yeah, Free
But
got
he
a
ain't.
good
It
ride.
wasn't to the extent of what Ben Roethlisberger did or Brett
Nah,
Favre
he
did
didn't do nothing what Bill Roethlisberger did, but
or Brett
he,
Favre.
he ain't squeaky clean. He not squeaky
Man, but
clean. That's
I ain't
all
gonna
I'm saying.
lie.
Again, you're not
You
getting
mean
it.
Ben
They're
Burger,
white.
bro?
They
That's what
will
we
be
talking
all
about.
right. They will be all right. They're
I
white.
know y'all ain't talking
Why are
about
we
Ben
bringing up white
Burger.
people? Why are we bringing up white people? Y'all sound
I
crazy right now,
mean,
bro.
out of everybody,
We just making it clear that it's a double standard and they
Right,
need
We
to bring
know
up
everybody
they
that.
Okay, so you know what
I
the double
mean,
standard, what you gonna do to change it?
Exactly.
remember when Ben Roethlisberger retired, the only person who brought up the fact that he got in trouble for rape was Shannon Sharp.
Hey,
Everybody else was like, "Oh,
YouTube, Trey.
he's a good player and all that." Shannon Sharp was the only one to say, "Yeah, when they go in that
I'm
room,
Okay,
pretty
they
and
hold
talk
on,
I'm
about
hold
and,
what
on,
the
hold
fuck
and,
I'm
on.
saying."
and
Don't say the R word.
Trey, hold on. I'm pretty sure
Don't
they
say
pulled
the
him to
R
the
word.
side. I'm pretty
What?
Just
sure they
start
don't
pulled him
say
playing
to
the
the
R
around.
word.
side
Don't
What's
say
wrong
and
with
the
they
these
R
said,
word
niggas today?
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
Allegedly,
No,
allegedly.
fool.
Don't
Yes,
say
you
they
can't
allegedly.
were
even
the
Don't
say
whole
say the
allegedly.
R
shit,
It's
bro.
word,
just don't say
bro.
the R word.
Well, how about I just say the R word
Right, there
Yeah,
you
there
go.
you go.
without saying the actual R word?
Right.
Yeah, there you go. There
How
you go.
about just
It's like,
end the moment, dog? How about that? We all
But
know about Roethlisberger.
No,
Yeah,
that's a
but
I
fact.
know people to this day that's still in denial about it. Like, oh, that girl set him up. It was a setup and all that. I'm like, bruh, the evidence was clear as day.
yeah, it wasn't no setup.
YouTube,
He had four of them.
He had
You have
police officers helping him
okay,
too.
but here's the thing. You said the right thing, LV. You said these are white folks. Why are we naming him? They gonna be all right. That's the point we trying to make. Ja ain't
That's a
gonna be all
fact.
right.
exactly.
Ja
So
ain't white.
no, but I also said,
Remember
but
when
I
Colin
also
Kaepernick tried
said
to get back
that
in the league?
they're not in. But I also said they're not in a position where they got to lose like top tier athletes in the league. Or they just gonna people stop like dog. I already know Memphis is done. If they trade John Moran or whatever they do, suspend him, whatever, they're done. Finished. Memphis
I
will
don't think
never
so.
be like that
No, I
for a
don't think they're gonna
long
trade
time.
him.
Just like Brooklyn, when they
I don't
did
think they're done.
Kyrie like that, they're done for a long time. They're
I
gonna
don't
just
think
be
they're
that
done
for a long
They're
time.
not.
because
They're not gonna
They
trade him.
been
they can
thinking
still win
about
games.
no,
Ja all season.
leave Brooklyn out of this, bro. Like,
I'm.
No, they in this shit too, because
no, they
you got
not.
that bone Chinese government official up there.
They're
He
Here
they're
we
moving
go with
actually.
correct.
Brooklyn.
What dog?
To be
Here we
They can
go
honest,
with
still
the
they're
win
Brooklyn
games.
actually
guy
they're
again. It's
actually
like,
not
bro,
even that
stop it.
mad
LB
because
it went
they don't have
political,
to pay
baby.
John Morant all that
Stop.
much money.
LB went political. You got that Chinese guy up there.
Yo,
LB,
here,
LB
look,
went,
I'm gonna
LB
use
went,
this for a
LB,
LB
prime.
went,
I'm gonna use this
LB
for
went
an
political.
example.
LB went political for no reason, bro. It
I'm gonna
wasn't
use
even
this
for
for
that.
an
I've been
example.
doing political the whole
No,
time.
no, no. But the thing is, you went political on the wrong shit, bro. Like that's the thing. Like it's
That
the
had
whole thing.
everything to do with the whole Kyrie
I
shit
mean,
because he
what? Yeah, with
wanted
the
them, bro.
listen, the Kyrie situation had everything to do with New York
That was
State.
all politics with Kyrie. Come
No,
on
it
now,
was. It
like what
had
we talking
everything to
about?
do
Oh,
with
that
New
was
York
serious
State,
politics.
bro. Like that's what it had everything to do with. Like let's clean that up right now. It had everything
No,
to do
I'm
with New
not
York
cleaning that
State.
up because that whole thing, dude. The ambassador of the small hats said something about Kyrie. Yeah, Adam Silver, put
Listen,
him in his place. Did he not? Did he not say that on Twitter?
he did, but
So how is this like? I'm not making it
but that's
political. It was
outside
already
of
political.
basketball. The Joe Tsai situation, bro. Like it was just a whole owner situation with get in line. All right, fine, whatever. Ever since then, everything been about basketball. Kyrie was the only issue that was like that. Let's just get that straight right now, bro. Like that, Kyrie was the only issue that was like that. Everything else was basketball. We fucked up. Sean Marks fucked up. All right, yo, listen, you got a
But
chance
why
to do
would
it
you
all
try
over
to?
again.
But hold on. But if you're trying
You
to
made
take
that
some,
man give a
if you're trying to force
500K.
somebody
Like,
to
come
take
on.
a shot for no I mean, for like something that was made overnight, and you have questions about it, and you don't want to take
Oh,
it.
and
That's kind of
I forgot to mention that. That's another political thing to talk about. The shot.
Oh
exactly.
boy.
Like, dog, I'm like,
Oh shit.
But why are we talking
Yeah,
about
exactly. There
political
ain't
stuff?
no
Hey,
defending
and then it
him,
wasn't
listen.
bro.
even a
No
Hey,
rule.
defending him.
listen. Hey,
Good
listen.
dude,
I'm.
He
cut it
did.
out with
I'm gonna
this
say. Listen. I'm
Brooklyn
gonna say
shit,
this.
man. You been on this Brooklyn shit for how long?
He been on it for a minute, bro. Like I don't know why. I don't know why he just shooting his
Because he
shot.
a Knicks fan.
It don't have nothing to do with me
I'm a
being a
Nets fan.
Knicks
I'm a
fan
Nets
because
fan
I
by
love
default,
Kyrie
bro.
and KD. I
I'm a
love
Nets
them,
fan
bro.
by default. It's home, bro. Like you know what I'm
I
saying.
love
Like
Kyrie and KD, but let's
I
keep it a
feel you,
band.
man. But you
Let's
should
keep it
just
a
trade
band.
Mikal Bridges to the Knicks. But yeah, that's a fact, man.
don't ever say that shit again, bro. Don't don't come on, bro. Let's
Yeah,
keep it
yeah,
cordial, bro. Don't say that shit.
yeah. You.
Yeah. You on PCP, bro. Like don't say that shit no more. Fuck that. Shit ain't
Right,
funny,
look.
bro. I ain't laughing, man. Like, don't say that.
Jalen, we give you Julius Randle in the first round pick, man. Come on, stop playing.
Nigga,
Man, bruh.
bro, you gonna fuck around and get somebody over there to lose their job, bro. Like, niggas, man.
They need to lose their
Somebody
job. How
should
about he
lose their
sell the
job.
team? How about Sean Marks get fired? He should have been got
LB,
fired.
LB, bro. See, bro,
No, you go ahead, because you have fans that literally asked your owner, James Dolan, dumbass, to sell the team. It's like, oh, you want to get kicked out the game? Blah, blah,
At
blah, blah.
least James Dolan ain't do none of this extra bullshit that Cy and Sean Marks did.
he
Nowhere
didn't
near
he
that.
didn't do nothing that's on.
Everything
He
that got
didn't
a
do
problem with
nothing that's
James Dolan was
worthy. He
basketball
didn't do
related.
nothing that's worthy of you putting him on trial. That's what it was, bro. Like, but believe me, bro, he got a lot of shit under the damn hood of the car. Trust me.
Man, that man was trying to
Name
put
it.
Steve Nash over
I want you to
KD and
name it.
everything.
We all seen what Joe Tsai been doing on Front Street.
Oh, boy.
I could go into his allegations, murdering his own murdering people and shit. I could go there.
Oh, damn!
Like I
I
could
ain't know
go
that.
there.
Word. That's
I
that's
don't
how you
know,
that's
Jane
how you
Dolan.
feel.
Would Jane Dolan
So
do that?
wait, why are we talking about? So we getting back on this now? That's what this is. That's where we at with it, LB.
I'm just not
he
I'm just
he
not
just
defending the
shoot that.
bullshit. I'm tired of
He
this shit
just
when they
shoot.
do this
He
shit to
just
black players, bro. When they do this shit to black players, everybody want cop please. Am I
Bro,
right or
wrong is
wrong?
wrong,
That's
bro.
all I'm saying.
in
Wrong
certain
is wrong, bro.
situations. In certain situations, you right. In certain situations, it's like, yeah, no.
That's why I
Wrong
don't
is
be
wrong,
ganging
bro.
up and jumping on people like that. I'll be like, dog, I know
Nah,
what he
wrong
did
is
was
wrong,
dumb.
bro.
I know what he did was dumb. But it's
Wrong
like,
is
Wrong
come
is
wrong
on.
is
wrong, bro.
definitely wrong, bro.
Like,
Just call it out as you see it.
I would be the first to tell you. Listen, it was one of those shaking my head moments, bro. Like, and I was just let it be what it be, bro.
After
I
the
don't get it.
first
Like
time, I was just
any
like,
type of
bro, what
buffoonery
oh,
the?
that's going on. I don't
this
care if
doesn't
you.
have nothing
I don't
specifically
care if
with
you
y'all.
white,
This
black,
doesn't have nothing
blue,
to do with
purple,
y'all. This is just
green,
like a build
red,
up from all
orange,
day
nigga.
today.
Like, listen, I stay away from all types of buffoonery, bro. Like,
Right. This
it
is
is what it is.
this
Oh, and Cino, this has
is
nothing to do with
somebody
like the
committed a
actual.
crime, right?
This
They,
has nothing to
you
do with
know,
the actual
they
chat. This is like actual build up BS that I've been seeing
Any
like
type
all
of
day.
buffoonery,
Like
any
it
type
just
of coonery,
overflowed. I
bro,
just
that's
had
going
enough.
on, bro. I'm not with it, bro. Like, I'm just look the other way, bro. I just avoid that. That's like the motherfuckers that go online and talk about bitches that make money on OnlyFans. Like, you following the wrong hoes, bro. Go follow some new ones, bro. Like, yo, stop messing with them, bro. They
the
want to
ones
sell
you
butt. They
said,
want to sell
LB,
butt on their OnlyFans page. Go look a little bitch that's not selling butt on their OnlyFans page, bro.
Well,
Why
they
you just
all
talking
selling
about
butt.
it?
Well, they all
right?
Hold
selling
on,
butt.
LB,
Just
what
give it
the
up.
hell?
Well, they
LB,
all selling.
Lead
Well,
them
they all
hoes
selling
alone,
P.
But
bro.
like this
Where
went
did this come
completely left.
from, bro?
Well,
what
they all
LB?
selling.
What was you
Well, they all
saying?
selling P Valley. So that's a lost cause. So it is what it is with that.
Not all of them, man. Like,
Wait,
listen,
what
man.
happened, Sino?
No, I was trying to hear what LB had said earlier. He was saying
Oh
something
no, I
like,
was saying this doesn't really have nothing to do with y'all specifically. This is just build up from all the nonsense I've been seeing all day, and I've been trying to avoid it, and it just overflowed, and I just had enough. And I don't
It's
want to
like
just go
LB
on a
just
rant
like
about this
LB
crap.
is like
nah,
I'm just gonna completely ignore it. Like, oh hell no, you gonna see this today.
Hey, can I take a little turn real quick, man?
go, you got it.
Hey, Sino, man, you had that man Gil sweating on his phone, typing, man. Oh my God! If he
Where?
is so lucky you wasn't at
like
home.
like I said, man, just leave
Where?
this dude
Why
alone.
we?
I was like, man, just apologize, man. Like it's over, man. You were sitting here lying. And he was just like you
Where?
was asking him a direct question. This man was saying all types of different stuff. I'm like, bro, it's a yes or a no. This man was just all over the place, man.
what's
Where
crazy?
was this?
House is going on tomorrow. They got another viewing for the house
Uh,
at 10 o'clock in the morning. So I'm like, no, you need to stop right
No,
now.
this was on One Crack News. This man was claiming that he had multiple houses and stuff, but it really wasn't his house. So Sino did his
Month.
homework, of course, and then he found out that it wasn't his house, but he was acting like it was his house and stuff, and he had his shirt off and everything like that. Said, "Oh yeah, this is my other house," and so Sino had to expose him real quick, and then he tried to cop plead a whole bunch of times, and Cena was trying to ask him a direct question while he was driving, and he was just saying a whole bunch of other stuff that didn't wasn't even the answer to his question at all. So it was just hilarious, man. This man
Next
is just
scheduled tour of the house tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
I gotta go watch it.
yeah,
Oh
nah,
my God, your house is back on to be sold. The one you talking about you own is
right.
back on display at 10 o'clock in the morning. I told you, you can go on over there and get you some cookies, and they got laid out some nice paper food.
It was to the point that they
Carcino,
said
you
it was
got too much time on your hands, man. Let that goofy bitch
Man,
go.
just let that dude die. Let him lay.
Bro. Just let him melt on his own, bro. Like, come on, man.
Right, that's what I told him. People want to buy a Gill house. Here it is, man. Look, you can take a
Said
tour with
people
the
want to buy a
buyer.
Gill house here.
Take a tour with the buyer and his
Why
agent.
would anybody want to buy a Gill house, bro? Like, if you don't want to
it's
buy,
not
like,
even his house, which is the
it's
funny
not
part.
even his house. Like, yeah.
But he was claiming that it was his
But
house, but
he
then
co-signing it like it is though.
What is
right.
the house? What's the bedroom, bathroom? What is it? Like how many bedrooms, bathrooms? What do you got?
It don't
Oh,
even
now
matter,
the
bro.
other house is immaculate. That the one he can't afford that one. The
Yeah,
one he
Okay,
you
in
then
said that was
now,
nobody
like
want the
12
house.
million
that's
cash.
his ghetto mansion. The one he actually in now, that's the ghetto mansion.
You said it's
That's the
2.3
Okay.
million, right?
yeah,
He
it's
said the
three
ghetto
point three.
mansion.
Yeah, he got it. He bought it for like 1.9. It's about
But
3.6
Where
now.
he live at
but he
anyway?
was claiming that he had a $12 million house.
No, that's that one. That's the one he capping on. That's why I said that was too much.
Where do he live at? Where do he live at anyway? Where he live at anyway?
Oh, he lives in Cali, like on the in the valley.
Well,
He's a
like
valley
like
Up
boy.
there in the suburbs with the rest of the
Yeah,
suburbans.
it's in the
oh the
suburbs.
valley. Okay, like outside of LA, all that.
Yeah,
Like
like Calabasas around that area.
Calabasas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he around that area.
I
But
mean, I don't ain't nothing wrong with that.
no,
No, it's
ain't nothing
not.
wrong with it. But
No,
see,
no,
he
it's
was
just that he lied about the house he got.
yeah,
That was
Oh, okay.
he was Big Willie, big time front. He coming in my DMs, posing at the house. So he must know the owner of the house. So that's why he was like fronting. And I'm like, dog, this would never be happening if he wasn't like fronting. I'm
So,
like,
you
dog, you
know,
was
how
fronting.
long this been going on?
Dog,
Oh,
it's been
two
like
years.
a year.
Why?
I thought it was for two.
Like,
It's
Probably
2 years.
I don't know. This
June
dude
June makes 2 years.
after that he goes with the DMs. He been DMing me all night. On the
Yeah,
so
IG.
what happened
cause
to
you
these?
caught him.
Cause I
That's
be
why.
hearing this from Outlaw and then HD tell me because I don't know what be going on.
Oh
I be
no,
hearing
this was
about
on
other
One Crack
people.
News. This was
I
hilarious
be
though.
hearing about other people like a Sister T's and
Oh
Gravities
no,
and
I
all
don't
that
watch
extra
none of
stuff. I
them.
don't know who they are.
Yeah,
I
this
don't
him
watch
right
none of
there.
them.
He sending me pictures of him with the shirt off at the house. He trying to act like this was his new house.
That sound wild sus, bro. They say he
Right.
sending pictures with the dude with the shirt off at the house.
But it's Gil. It's Gilbert Arenas, man.
That's somebody that you don't need to even be associated. You need to
Yeah,
block him on all. Like, yo, every contact you got of him. This shit ain't even entertainment no more. It's disturbing, bro.
It's just like, come on. It's like now. At first it was funny. Now it's like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
But it just shows you how Gilbert Arenas is,
Gil
man.
down
This
low.
Did
man is
yeah,
just a
hey,
nut,
just
man.
like nah. For the record, did this shit start because the Kwame Brown coming out
Yep,
on the
yep, yep,
Yeah.
yep, 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 yep. That's exactly where it started.
He
so when Kwame
look,
Brown
he trying to act like I don't know where he at. Like I can't find his location. And now I know the
I,
house. I know
I,
everything.
I
But
think
how he
he's
can't find
one
so
the
so
house
when
though?
when
one of
He
them
Kwame
was really
two.
feeling himself.
because I remember the video that you put up when Kwame clapped back at Matt Barnes and
Yeah, well,
everybody.
listen to this fool talk about his layers to this.
Yeah.
His
I,
layers.
I,
You know, like
I
the
think
layers.
he's one
I
of them two S plus people.
Look, it's
yeah.
automatic.
So
Oh.
yeah, man.
I don't get it. Like, what's the point? Do we want you to pull up or something? I don't get it.
No, he trying to brag on this house like he got so many houses. Like you think you know my location? You don't know where I live. I got this. That ain't my house. I live at this house. I got both houses, and now I'm like, nah. So I know where you both where the both of them at.
Hey
Bruh.
man,
See,
Gil
here's the
Gil
thing
couldn't
he
be
don't
Gil
Man, they
couldn't be
gonna
understand.
call
trusted.
they
Gil
gonna call
couldn't
the
be
cops for
trusted since
trespassing,
Arizona,
man.
bro. Come on, bro. We all know this shit.
Oh,
I know, but see, the thing is that's killing him is that he don't even know where it's all coming from. I'm like, Gil, you're not listed on there. So how did I get this information? It still ain't penetrated in his head yet. He still ain't figured that out. He's trying to, and I know he's going crazy, but it's like I had to keep reiterating it on One Crack News. I said, Gil, pay attention to what I'm saying because you know who can do you know what with you know who. Let's keep that between me
Between
and
me and
you, Gil.
you.
He
I
ain't
know
picking
he
up
ain't put
on
the
that.
whole ball on him, bro. Oh man.
He ain't picking up on that. And I have told him that on many different ones. Then I tell him on the thing, don't be the next contestant on their internet
that's
stream.
summer
Don't be the next contestant. He
summer.
still ain't picked up on it yet. But don't worry.
I feel like at this point he just doing this to Gil because he can, bro. Like it's just like, all right, fuck it. You know
No,
No,
but
what?
the thing
he
is,
keep doing it to himself. No,
yeah,
he digging a
he
hole.
he talks himself into
Why?
situations.
Why? I'm like, bro, don't he? I'm like, bro, don't you got
Like
somebody gonna suck it there and just tell you, just shut the hell up? Stop.
How about you just how about just stop and then the shit it will end.
We
How about
stopped.
that?
We stopped
He
completely. And the dude just
listen.
kept
Then
going.
ignore him. Then ignore
Nah,
him.
this is the thing. This is the thing
that's what
that
I'm
Gil is
saying,
doing.
bro.
He's
Just
building up his page and stuff like that. So he's going back and forth with Kwame Brown and Cino.
Dude,
yeah,
it
yeah,
don't
yeah.
matter,
He
dude.
trying to
Because
build
he
up
Dude
his
has
has been
no
page
on
after that.
social
conscience.
media since like
You
2017.
giving
What
you
are you
giving that
It's
doing?
man
what
too
So if
much
it ain't
attention,
working
bro.
I
back
Like,
try
then,
to
yo,
it ain't
look at
listen.
working
this
now.
man,
It's over.
this
I
man's page
I
is live
really
You
stream.
just
can't help a clown get
responded.
paid, bro. Like,
I
I'm like,
responded to the lies that he told about me. I just told the truth and just disintegrated all
he
of
said I
his lies.
responded to the lies he told
Right. I was
about.
like, he
But
just told the truth.
you
Like,
know
ain't
this
that
man gonna keep going. It's like, what's the
It's just exposing him to be a
well, no,
phony.
I think we
Just
done.
admit it.
Like,
This is fun to you. Just admit it. This is fun to you.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it
it's
is fun to me.
entertaining to
Exactly. I
me
know it
too.
is.
It is.
Like
It
you ain't
is
fooling
fun.
me.
Listen,
It,
You
Cino
it
ain't
likes
is.
to
fooling
do his
everybody but
homework.
me.
I
You
could
ain't
tell
It
fooling
is.
me.
Cino
It
likes to
is
do his
fun
Somebody
to
throw
homework.
me
hear.
an alley oop. If
Cino
Cino
likes to
somebody
do
get
his
a
throw me an
kick
homework
out
on
of
alley
this,
oop,
dude.
bro. Like he just like, you
I'm gonna
know
dunk
what?
the ball. But the thing is that I still got the big bomb that I could drop.
Then just drop it already. Don't
Oh
do the
no,
whack
no, no,
100
no,
stuff.
no, no, no,
Don't do the whack 100 where he
no,
got
no,
Nigga
I
said,
got
don't do the
I got
whack
paperwork.
one.
this,
I
I
got
got this,
no,
and
paperwork.
then you
bro.
be like, no,
Nah,
I
it
ain't
Come
gonna
can't.
do
on,
it.
Oh
man.
no,
Oh
bro.
God.
This is the it. This is the it. this,
Nigga
this
said, this
hero
is it,
Dog,
Shima.
bro.
I would have been dropped in the end of this. Don't
Oh
do the
no,
whack
this
100 and just
Oppenheimer
he got.
right
drag it
here.
out
He
for like
said.
Nigga
He
said,
5
this
said
the
he
seconds.
has.
Like,
He has
Hiroshima.
a.
whoa.
He
No,
has the
no,
spirit bomb.
this Oppenheimer.
Nigga
He
said,
got
this
the
the
spirit bomb.
Hiroshima,
Yeah,
He's already
this
nigga.
that
using the
Hiroshima.
Kamehameha
It's
because he
a
got
B.
the spirit bomb. In the,
I'm trying to see when it's gonna start
It's a
waking
B
up in his
47.
brain.
It's a B
It ain't hit
47,
his
Bob.
brain yet.
Ain't no outrunning what's coming.
Dog, I ain't
It ain't
drawn
hit
out
his brain
nothing.
yet.
Ain't
I
no
would have just
outrunning what's
dropped I
coming.
would have just dropped the
Dog,
bomb. I would have just
it ain't
flamed
hit
it.
his brain how I got all this info. And
Said,
that's
you
the
better
funny
off in
thing
here,
about
nigga.
it. And I know it's killing him because he's like, how the fuck he know the
he
secrets
got a
leak
mold. He got a mold around him.
I would have
Somebody
just flamed it.
snitching.
It's simple, very simple.
out?
I'll
Ooh,
just flame it,
baby.
call it a day.
See, that's why I said
Man.
Cino likes to do his homework, man. You know,
You
Somebody,
know who can do you know
oh,
what? Do
What?
you know
No,
who?
who? Let's just keep
Gil
that
has a mold
between me
around
and
him.
you.
That's what it is.
Let me
He just
I
don't
explain
was
know it.
saying, somebody need to explain the gills. Like, dude, somebody in your crew
Like,
snitching.
all I really
probably ain't
know
even nobody
is
snitching. He just giving
See, Cino
himself up. He
probably
just
talking to
lining
his baby
himself up.
mom. You just don't even know.
Yeah, he
At
just
the
hey,
end
lining
of the day,
himself
do
up.
people really
it
care
all
about
can be
this?
open.
Said
At
it
the end
all
of the
could be
day, do
open.
people really care about this Gilbert shit?
Everything is
Nobody care about
No,
this Gilbert shit.
No,
So what's the
only
point?
people that cares is Tino.
Carsino kid, that's the point, bro. Like
bro.
we wouldn't be doing it if he didn't give a fuck. But he was like, you
he
know
said
what?
Cino driving Gil crazy.
I swear to y'all, when that
Cino
napalm
just
drop,
trying to be the expose of this whole Gilbert
when the
Arenas thing.
napalm drop,
Said when a napalm drop.
When that napalm drop, ain't gonna be nothing else
Just
need
do
to
it
be
already.
said.
Do it. Shit. Do it
Oh
tomorrow.
no,
Do
you
it
don't
tomorrow.
do that, LP. You gotta let the other
No,
team
you
shoot
can't shoot all your
all their
loads,
rounds.
but
Carcino, you wasting
it's a
time, bro. Like,
strategy.
Look,
come
I
I ain't
on.
no
don't
wasting
care.
time. I ain't got
I'll
nothing
get straight to the
but time.
business. I'll get straight to business. I'll get straight to
No,
business. I ain't
that ain't
drawing
how
out
you
nothing.
do it. You surgically cut. Then when
He
it's
said you
all said and done,
surgically cut.
you keep surgically cutting them. And they keep coming back thinking they got life. And then you drop that napalm bomb on them. It's like when
Yup.
Nas dropped Ether. It was like,
I was just about to.
oh,
I was
good
just about
But
to
Lord.
say.
even when you do
I was just about
that,
to say that's when
it's
Pop
gonna be
dropped
like,
all eyes
oh,
on me.
okay.
You don't drop the bomb yet. You gotta let
He
the
ain't gonna be able to respond after that. Trust me.
fans.
But the
It's all
problem is
strategy.
that what I'm saying is that okay, you do that, you finally you drop your A bomb or whatever, and it's like
Mhm.
okay, we don't care
Oh
about
no,
Gilbert
it ain't
anyway.
gonna be like that.
We don't care about Gilbert anyway. So what does it matter?
Nah,
Nah, nah,
no,
Gilbert is a
people
roach.
going to
He
the
ain't gonna
guns
go
after
nowhere.
that. I got
Everybody
to
gonna
get
be,
my guns ready
everybody gonna,
after that.
I'm not saying that you gonna kill. I'm not saying that you gonna drop your A bomb or whatever. It is just gonna be like, oh, okay, well, we don't care anyway.
Oh no, that ain't gonna happen.
It's like we don't care
So
about
that
Gilbert
ain't gonna
anyway.
happen,
Like
huh?
Gilbert
no, people
irrelevant.
gonna be like, damn,
You
if
might
he
not
say,
care,
if he
bro.
say what he really want to say,
Bruh, I'm
he
trying to
gonna be,
think what
everybody
I'm
gonna be
trying to
like,
think what this napalm
damn,
is, man. We
man.
done seen Gilbert Arenas in a whole lot of sketchy stuff, bro. Like we're on your page, bro. Like I'm just thinking
Bro,
to
when I
myself,
drop this napalm bomb, believe me,
like I said, the napalm
It's
bomb.
over.
So
it
let
will
me just ask you, you got video for the napalm too?
oh, we got the video. We got
He
Oh
the
said we
video
got
man,
the
already.
video.
you got the video.
I know what it
We
is.
got the video. We got part
I
one,
think I know what
part
it is
two.
too.
We got part one, part two, probably part three, and four and five probably coming up.
I
Ain't
think this is.
Oh
That
video
man,
I
man's
think
video
like,
this
ain't
is.
gonna
I
run
think
out
this
that
is
on
only.
man's
that.
Yeah,
like,
I think
that
this.
man's like,
Yeah, you
don't
know
don't
what?
tell me he was with
Cena
a
is like, I
dude.
got this
I
in
can
the
say
vault.
what I want to
Yeah,
say.
you know what? Yeah, I might have to plug into that Patreon for real, man, because I need to see some shit.
Cena sitting there, he like, man, I got
Y'all
this stuff in
entertaining
the
it.
vault right now. All
Oh,
I'm just
it's been
doing
in
is
the
just
vault.
waiting on him.
It's been in the vault.
I might need to see some shit. Yeah, let me get to this
He
I ain't
probably
networking
was
want to
with a
club.
destroy
dude
the man. You know
Go, I
because
per,
what I'm
because
I
saying?
me, that's just
I'm just
me.
like, let it go.
That's
Let it
just
sit.
me. I'm getting the business. I'm just getting them out the paint. Call it a
he
day. I ain't got time for it.
See, yeah, you the kind of guy that plays spades and throw all your spades out early, don't you? Let's get these
You know,
spades
So
out
you
the
if
the
way.
you
kind of
ever
thought
play,
you
you
just
know,
said
you
you the
don't
kind
do,
of play
you know, if
spades
you
and
Reneging
ever
and
throw all
play
your
shit.
spades,
spades
you
out
know you
there.
don't do that. You don't do that.
I
Cino's
do it
playing
to him because
chess,
he
man. You gotta
irrelevant.
play chess.
What chess? Who gives a fuck about Gilbert Arenas?
No, nobody
I'm
About
does,
just
what
saying,
bro.
chess are you
listen.
talking about?
I don't care. I don't care about
Yes,
Gilbert
you
Arenas,
do,
but
because
I'm
you're
just
the main
saying,
one that be telling me they
You
need
never
to stop.
underestimate
no,
anybody.
it's
What are you
funny
talking
though.
about?
You
You the main one
I ain't
telling me
gonna.
No,
they need to
At the
do
end of
this.
the
listen,
day,
be like,
LB, we up here to entertain, bro. But
listen.
this thing with Gil, bro.
Listen, Cino's having fun.
Just put him in the
You know what
coffin
I'm saying? If
already,
he's
bro.
having fun with it, that's on him.
Well, he's
Yeah.
Nigga,
already
you be
there
the
now.
one that joining this shit because you be telling me in HD this shit like we give it down.
Hey, I'm just saying this shit's
It's
funny.
always you. It be mostly you that tell us this.
So you be telling me
Yeah,
It's
that
funny,
HD
HD
bro.
shit.
was in the chat this time. HD was in there today.
It's like we know about Gilbert. We know he a dickhead. It's like
Yeah, he
Like,
what
showed
yeah,
do we
up
we
this
do?
been
We
knew
don't,
morning.
Gil was a goofy, bro. Come on.
just
We
the
been
bit
knew
that
he was
you
a
want to see
capper,
the
bro.
shit because
Like,
you
yo,
entertained.
he is
But
professional capper.
For
yeah,
sure.
so I'm gonna keep that napalm in there. I'm gonna just let the
Shit,
napalm.
his longevity at capping exceed what he did in the NBA.
Right.
Yeah, but he
Nah,
just
and
Far
you know
exceed
what's
it.
funny? You know what's funny? Cino, how you was saying, man, you can't even say that you better than LeBron James. That man was saying he was gonna unfollow you because
yeah,
you said that.
Yeah, that'll hit low.
yeah. I'm like, dog, you was better than
I'm like,
LeBron.
you
He's
ain't,
like, no, I wasn't.
no, I wasn't.
But a
You ain't
lot of
Bro,
us
about
I
feel
got
that
No,
over
way.
I
A
my
lot of
wasn't.
players
man.
feel like they're not better than LeBron. He ain't the only one that felt that way.
No,
His
he was
brother
like, I
felt
got
that
Nah,
way.
over my
they don't feel that way.
man.
They
They
don't
just
feel that
saying
way.
it.
Dog, what are you
They
talking about?
just
They be
say it just
D-Rap LeBron
cause.
all the time in interviews
Yeah,
and
They
because
shit.
the
just
NBA gonna
say it
make
not to.
sure
Nah,
that they lose everything.
they just say it to toe the line. That's all it is.
Yeah,
right.
how you know that? They really like LeBron,
Remember
bro.
they took KG whole show away from that nigga.
Not
Remember?
everybody
Yep.
secretly hates LeBron. A lot of them really cool with
Shit,
LeBron.
Nah, they
they
not.
made
Yeah, right.
examples out of
You
KG
know
K,
That's
that's
though.
why
K, they
y'all
took
brought. That's
KG
why
whole
y'all good
show.
because y'all don't like LeBron.
They made
I don't
examples
KG
like
out of
took.
him.
KG,
I'm
bro.
gonna tell you, there's a lot of players in the league that really don't like
Yeah,
LeBron.
there's a lot of players that don't like him. There's players that do like him, just like
Yeah,
any other
but
human in
Dr.
the
J,
world,
for
bro.
And
one,
we call
definitely
them
don't
get
like
along,
LeBron.
go along, motherfuckers. That's what we
A
call
lot
them.
of them are
know
not
he's
get
Okay,
along, get along. A lot of them genuinely like
Dr.
LeBron.
J
Like they
definitely
only
don't
like
like
name
Chris
the
and
people that
Giannis.
like him.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's
Like,
see,
bro.
Chris
Name the people that
Paul,
like
a
him.
weak ass.
Let me tell you like this, dog. Dwayne Wade
Who
really
else?
don't like LeBron.
He don't.
He don't.
I already know about the story with with
I know
Right.
Cleveland and
about the
all that
story where
trade and
he
all
got
that. I know.
traded. With
They
yeah, with him.
cool.
I already know about that.
that.
They ain't boys
He
like that
lost
though. They ain't
$40 million.
boys like they was in Miami. They didn't have they
That
falling out.
situation, yeah,
Everybody that
that
had they falling
situation
out
turned in
before.
Cleveland, man, because D Wade was doing some sus activity, bro. Like on top of the team losing, on top of the team losing, on top of the team
Now that
losing,
part
bro.
I don't know.
On
Yeah,
top of the
That
on
see,
part,
top of the
that's
team losing,
y'all gotta like watch what
on
y'all be
top of the
saying.
team. No, 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 no. I'm not
uh-oh.
being friendly
LB
with
with the
it, man. They don't
briefcase.
know me, man.
What do
Listen,
you
I'm.
mean?
It's no holds barred up here, bro. Like that's why I'm keeping it, bro.
If
Like
we end up
That's
going
LB's
black,
guy.
if the
That's
screen ended up
LB's
going
guy.
black like earlier, then this your fault.
hey, I take full responsibility for it, man. Cause you know I send
Oh
some
no,
cash app money.
when I started, they mad about the video I did yesterday about the league being rigged and all that. I knew that was my fault.
So they mad about the video I did. Yes.
It was just like it was just like the
I
other day
put
when
that
we
joint
was
right
telling.
on
It
my
was just like
community
the other
page, man.
day.
I'm like, yo, man, I tagged a whole bunch of people in it, man.
It's just like the other day when we was telling you to chill. You kept trying to give us the whole definition of the LBG, whatever they are. Like, bro,
Oh, that was
like you
you?
gotta relax.
Nah, that wasn't me.
Oh, who
Oh,
was that?
Nah, that was somebody
Me.
else. No, no,
Oh,
no. That wasn't me.
oh, that was you?
I was like,
Nah,
you gotta
that
relax.
wasn't me, man.
That was
Listen.
me.
They about to
Man,
get us
Whatever.
out of
why do
here.
y'all,
Nah.
man?
Listen, that wasn't me. That
How
wasn't
many
me.
times you gonna say it? Why?
If I'm ready,
When y'all? How
somebody
y'all
else
stay
did it. That
bringing up the
wasn't me,
African
bro. I don't
community?
remember the names, but listen,
That was me.
whenever I'm
Oh,
ready to
okay.
snap,
Yeah, we
listen,
was like, yo, like you about to get us out of here.
whenever I'm ready to snap this Infinity Gauntlet, bro, like y'all know ahead of time. Trust me. But listen, it is what it is. But I'm gonna be no, yeah. But D
Cause
Wade
I'm
was,
confused why they have so much letters. That's why.
yeah. You confused why they had so much letters, man. Hey, man.
I don't even care to know, bro. I don't even
I
care to
don't
know
care to
anymore.
know neither, but I'll
I
tell you
don't want to
why it
know.
is, man. Listen, they that's how crazy their community is gotten, bro. Like meanwhile, man, everything
They
that we
doing
done
it
had going.
again.
See,
Yeah, I am doing
see,
it again. You're
see,
absolutely right.
76ers. That's what I'm saying. But the
You're absolutely
I,
76ers
right.
I
Let
ain't
me
need
say
they
stop,
need
nothing
man.
they need
now.
to
All I
Yo,
we
said is
already
I was
knew.
confused why they got so much letters.
But
I
not
already
getting
YouTube
knew.
about
I
to
had to believe it
lay
to
down
see
the
it.
rainbow hammer, dog.
getting back to that D Wade situation, bro. Yeah, he Carsino right about that. D Wade was doing some such activity, man. LeBron had got
Oh
wind of it,
god.
bro. On top of.
Nah,
I ain't
that's
say
not
that
what
at
happened.
all.
No, I
Yeah,
think he already
that's
That's
knew.
not what
exactly what
happened.
happened. I
I
guarantee you
have
that.
nothing to do
I
with this.
guarantee you that played effect of him
Uh,
and him get
I think
traded.
no,
LeBron already knew
I
that's not
that.
what
LeBron,
happened.
guarantee you
right?
that.
LeBron ain't gonna be concerned about his suspect activity because LeBron was in the room too.
Right.
Oh my god.
That's like phone flex with
Ain't
Mr.
no way
C.
him and Savannah was in that room, bro.
Man,
I
Cito
Right.
about
refuse
to
to
I ain't
pull a
believe
say
it.
John
Savannah
Moran.
was
He
in there
trying
at
to get
all.
knocked out of here, dog.
I didn't say
Cena
Savannah
pulling the
was in
John
there at all.
Cena, you pulling the John Moran. You trying to get out of here, bro. LeBron the wrong one.
I just want to say, if this ever happen, if we never see
Keep
Cito
poking the
again, I just
bear.
want to
Keep
say,
poking the bear.
I just
Keep
want to say,
poking the bear.
I just want to say, LeBron, I ain't got nothing to do with this. Just saw Cito.
No, look, no.
Nah, it's all your fault.
LeBron and his people's got Dylan Brooks. Like Dylan Brooks turned off his socials, dog. Because I tried to find him and he turned everything off.
Turned all
So
of
he
that
out of
off.
y'all. Like,
Turned all of that off, man.
Yeah, he turned it
LeBron
off.
ain't trying to find me, bro. Like for real. He tried to find me, man. Listen, half his
so
people
he
gonna be
gonna
missing.
find you.
Half his people gonna be missing. They trying to find me.
Once you lose your job, you're gonna
Know
be
that,
like
man.
LeBron.
Nah, know that, man. I don't give a shit about LeBron punk ass, man. Shit.
Tino, I know who your mole is.
Shit, I done fought against the U.S.
Oh, do you
government,
know
man.
who
I
my
do
mole
this.
is?
Yeah, he dropping little subtle hints and shit.
Oh
Oh,
God.
okay.
He said, "I know who the mole is."
You never,
All right.
like he said in one of his hood story videos. You never give up your stool pitching.
Nah, I think I
Casino
know
got
who it
drone.
is.
Casino
Oh,
got
you think you
drones over.
know? I don't
He
think you
got
do.
drones tracking Gil, bro. Like
Huh?
for real, just to get
I
get
don't
them
think you
lies.
do, but let me see if you know.
Well, I just seen this comment 2 times in a row pop up. Gil at his, you know,
BM house.
BM house? Oh,
yeah.
okay. I know where that house at.
I'm talking
He said,
about
"I
the
Yeah, that's
know."
what I
mole though.
said.
Hold
That's why I said.
He
I
How
said,
would
thought
"I
he
C
know
was
where
know?
that
talking
How
about
house
would
Baby
he
at.
know
I know
Mama.
where
his
that
mama
house
going to
at.
the mama house?
Look, he said, "Gil that
That's
little
the
bitch
mole
ass."
right
Man,
there.
hold on, hold
I
on,
get.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. See, no, I got to ask this question. You working for them peoples?
It might
Oh
just be.
hell no.
Nah, when people hate people, bro, I've seen
This
it.
dude, I'm
When
like,
people
wait a
hate
minute.
people,
How did I know he at his baby mama house?
nah, when people hate people, bro, they tell you everything, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like when you hated, ain't
Dog,
nothing a secret.
is even Kwame beefing with Gilbert now?
Oh yeah, that's every day they going in.
Because I
They
haven't
can't
really
even
seen a back and
apologize to
forth
you. But the
between
thing,
them.
see,
So
this is the funny part about it is, like, all right, it all started with All Smoke podcast. Then this man just comes out of nowhere and just inherit their whole beef, and then they're forgotten about, like Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. Now this
Mm-hmm.
man Gilbert Arenas is all in the videos and all in the camera trying to inherit all the beef because he wants to get the
Cause
viewership.
he was a nobody before it. He trying to get that
Yeah,
ain't
nobody
attention.
he
was talking about
cool? Ain't he
Gilbert.
cool with them or something?
Nah, not no more.
Apparently,
Steven
what
Steven
is
Jackson
Gilbert
was
cool with Steven and Matt Barnes or something? I don't remember. I don't know the story. I just know they were cool.
Well, Matt
No,
Barnes, he cool with. He cool with Matt Barnes, not Steven.
Okay. Okay.
Steven Jackson want to punch him in the face.
What happened with
wait,
them?
what did he do?
No, I played the clip. Remember?
Nah, I didn't see that
Because
one.
the thing
I
is, like
don't
he
know.
said, man, when I went through that thing with Kwame, when Kwame was coming, oh, you didn't see that? Oh, that's the thing I told you. I be debunking his lies. I was like, I played the clip when Captain Jack said it. And then he's like, that was the first time I heard Jack say that. I'm like, what you gonna do? Check Jack? Jack, that's what we talking about today. But I was like, man, Steven Jackson will kick your ass. He was telling me, bro, when I was going through that stuff with Kwame, you said I saw who my real ones was and who was it. This dude sat there, didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't even retweet the show, and the one that he was on, he didn't want no smoke with Kwame all of a sudden. I was just defending my teammate. I ain't play with Jack. He was like, I know Matt. I ain't got no loyalty to Jack. So Jack was like, hey, I ain't mad at you, homie. I just know what it is with you. But don't come to me asking me for help with your podcast and all that. No, you can kiss my ass.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
didn't hear
yeah,
that. That's wild.
all that went down. Yeah, so I played the audio. So he's like, he sent me a DM. Thanks for letting me see that interview. Now I know what he said. I'm like, what that mean? You ain't gonna do nothing to Jack? Jack can kick your
dog,
ass.
dog, it was so crazy. It was so crazy. I think Steven Jackson, him and Marcellus Wiley almost got into it over that because Marcellus Wiley was laughing at him.
Yep. And that's why he came on the show and went at it with Marcellus Wiley. Marcellus Wiley, yo, man. Soon they went to commercial break. He's like, you still on that? Yeah, man. I thought y'all was down, man. I ain't appreciate that, man. They was like, man, dog, you holding on to this? Like, don't nobody even care. He was
Hey,
taking it talk to the heart, and he was like LB about it. Like, dog, don't nobody even care.
right.
Don't nobody care, bro.
Nah,
Nobody
so
cares.
no,
Marcellus Wiley, I'm like, Marcellus Wiley
I
don't
I
even look
never
like that type
forget.
of dude.
I
He
never
just,
forget. I never forget when he called Jack MC Gusto though.
Oh yeah.
That shit was
That was
hilarious.
funny though.
That was funny. He called him MC Gusto,
Yeah,
bro.
when he had the picture with
Yeah,
right next to
yeah, yeah.
him,
MC when he was looking like Charlie Murphy, brother.
yeah.
CB4 niggas.
I'm still looking for fingers to come out and make a statement.
Oh yeah, once the finger story was out, he was done. I was
Is he
like,
ever
dog,
gonna address that snitching rumor?
who?
With Chris Gill?
Oh, he did. He trying to say how I snitch and I'm still cool with him. I'm like, dog, you just snitched on him on live. You just said you was a crip.
Oh,
You was
God.
like, dude was a crip. I'm like, dude, nobody ever knew this dude was a crip who didn't know him. You just told the whole internet and the whole world that Chris Mills is a crip. We know him as a basketball player.
All right.
Oh, he
You
tried to
told the
rat on Chris
whole world this
Mills?
man is a crip. Yeah,
Well,
I'm
he
like,
was just
Okay.
saying that what he was, but he didn't realize he snitched on him. Well, I guess, like put his business out there. I guess whatever. How you
yeah,
want to
putting
put
his
it.
Yeah.
business out. He's coming, man. He used to kick my ass. He hit me with a car, everything. I'm like, this dude is dumb as hell. I never get that. This man said,
That video was hilarious. He really tried to get a
Cause
badge of honor off of that.
He was like,
I remember the
I used
story
to
he
He
beat
tried
told
to get a
about
all the
badge
Chris
of
time.
honor
Mills
off
and
of
You
Chris
know I
Martha
never
Mills
Webb.
trying to
forget.
hawk you down
So I
though.
already knew
Gilbert
about
is really 12 for
that's the
real.
same story. That's the same story you talking about. I'm like, Gil, now you know there's an investigation that went down into that.
Man, the
Chris
shit
Mills
Gil
got the
12 on
whole
himself, bro. Like shit.
he
I
got the
told you,
whole
if you let him talk long enough, he gonna tell him
You let him
himself.
talk long enough, man. He gonna tell all his
Don't
shit.
ever do no crime with no Gilbert Arenas.
Hell
That
no.
man gonna
Nope.
tell on you.
It's a
Don't
nigga
ever
named
do
bro. It's
no
a nigga
crime
named
and let him
Gilbert.
hear
How can
about
you
it.
trust him anyway, bro? Like they fucked him up from birth.
He looked like a rat.
He look like
Oh boy.
nigga name is Gilbert, bro. Come on, bro.
Bro,
Gilbert
he looked like
Arena.
a weasel, bro.
He look like
I
a
mean,
weasel.
don't do that because we had Kendall Gill.
I
Hey,
mean,
leave
listen,
Kendall
we
Hey,
don't
Gill
don't
trust
do
alone.
him
that.
neither, bro. And he could box. Shit.
Bro, he looked like a weasel,
He
bro.
was
I remember
Just
the
right.
look
first
at
He
him.
time I
look
heard
like a
his name.
weasel.
I remember the first time I heard. I remember the first time I heard his name. I couldn't pronounce his name for nothing. At
You
first,
can't read then.
I thought his name was Gilbert. I thought his name was Gilbert Anus. Then I said Gilbert. Oh, I was like, man, what the hell is this dude's name? Then I heard another say
Dog,
his name
it's
was
not
Gilbert
that
Anus.
hard to say,
There's no
Ain't
bro.
way.
nobody named Arenas. It's
You
about
just
6
dyslexic.
Arenas.
Yeah.
You
He
in
said
Florida.
He
dyslexic.
just
You in
Oh my
dyslexic.
Florida.
god, man.
Ain't you
No,
in Florida?
no,
Uh,
I'm in Mississippi. I don't live in Florida.
oh, I thought you was from
Man.
Florida.
I'm gonna say,
No,
cause I'm like, you in
No, he's
Florida.
from me.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's cute. Him and Q sound alike. They both sound.
He said that's cute.
No, low key, I said the same thing.
So,
You from Florida, but yeah, if you from Florida,
I
I
said
got
I
a
Arenas.
know the
I
difference
got a
though.
homie in Mississippi now, bro. But he was from Arkansas. I'm Arkansas niggas is on autopilot. I ain't gonna hold you. I've been to Little Rock. I ain't been to Mississippi. I wouldn't go if I know the way. Fuck that.
Isn't Little Rock in like the Midwest somewhere?
Nah, Little Rock is Arkansas.
Oh,
Arkansas.
okay. That's what I was wondering. Like, huh?
Arkansas, yeah. Dub niggas is just hilarious.
Oh, I just started watching P Valley. I'm on episode 4 soon.
Yeah, okay.
No, they don't
Yeah.
have it on demand on like on stars and
They
stuff like
down
that. So I
well,
can't even
hey,
watch.
go on Stars app. Download the
You
Stars
gotta
app
get
on
the
your
app.
TV.
Oh,
Right.
okay. I'm gonna download the app then for
Yeah,
sure.
just
But
download the app.
Cino, I got a
It's
real
good.
question though.
It's good, LB.
What happened?
Oh yeah, the show is good.
The
Right?
show
Oh
is
no,
good. It's just when that one dude, I think it was in episode 2, when that dude got tortured in that, the chamber room in the strip club. I said, "What the hell? That's oh shit, yo, what the hell? What the hell? Just like, what did I just watch, bro? Like,
damn.
Niggas is
it,
over
it,
there watching P Valley.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I,
never
But
checked
real
that
question
out.
though, Cino.
you notice
Is Isaiah
I'm not down all the
I ain't,
night.
I ain't watching that shit. I ain't getting involved in that shit,
I'm
bro.
not. I'm knocking down all the
Yeah, I
night.
thought it was a Skittles crew, like you know what I'm saying, like a
It's
show.
called P Valley. What do you think the P stand for?
Shoot, I don't know.
I don't
And
know,
if
man.
you
Maybe
think it's something else, then you got to reevaluate yourself.
Nah,
you think it's
Hey,
I get it now,
Because
but
you was about to
I
say
seen
something questionable.
no. I seen when 50 Cent posted, and it was like a dude rapping, and he was like freaking dancing and all that other stuff. I was like, oh
Dog,
hell
yeah,
no.
there's gonna be gay stuff in every show. It just is what it
Oh
is
yeah,
today.
nah.
that's why I don't
I
watch
Yeah.
shows
don't
no
know,
more,
but
bro.
yeah,
But
For real.
every movie and
it's
every
a
show got
stripper
that.
show. It's a
I
stripper
just
show. So
game,
what do you
bro.
think
Like
the
for
key
real. I
thing?
don't even do storylines no more, bro.
but
I'm
Cino,
about to play some
I got two questions though. I
Major
got
League
two questions.
Baseball or
They
something.
got real strippers and hoes on this show.
I
I'm
love
telling
it.
you.
So they
I
got
love
real
it. This
strippers
right
and
up my
hoes
alley.
on this
This
show.
right up my alley.
LB said this is right up
Right
my
up my alley.
alley.
Right up my alley.
Cino, I got two questions though. For real.
Yeah.
Um, this league right now, how do you see them fixing it? Or like what steps
Absolutely.
Right
would
now,
they
it's kind
need
of
to
hard
take to
to
fix
do.
this?
You can't. You got to take it back, and you got to stop.
Got to get back to
Doing
tradition.
all.
That's
You
what you
got to
got to
get back
do.
to the basics. We
Yeah,
got the game too damn soft. You got to stop the game every 10 seconds. Somebody laying on the court, it's gonna be like enough of that. You
hmm
ain't gonna get no rest like that. Step on his head if
exactly.
you got to. Go up and down the back. If you don't hit no whistle, the game is in continuation.
I
If we
could
don't
have
see him,
sworn. I could have sworn
They
an
not
hour
going.
ago I
First
said
of all, they
just
not
let them
going back
play.
to that. So,
Nah, they ain't going
Cino,
back to that.
man,
no, they
Just
not
let them
doing that.
play.
They're not
Just
game,
going
let
He
them
back
said
to.
play.
step
They're
on
not
his
going back
head.
to that.
but I'm with LB. You let them play ball. And whoever is the better team, let them win. That's what you don't intervene. You gonna have the cream gonna rise to the top. The best
Right.
players are gonna be known. That because I'm like the league ain't built no team and no championship. That's what I keep trying to tell people. Golden State made
Build
themselves
their
a
own.
damn thing where they had to. They was like, well, damn, Golden State got all this thing going on. Then it was the Splash Brothers, and they were like, man, this is the storyline. We don't have to follow them and put
Right.
our backing behind them. They didn't create Golden State.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. They like.
I've been
Yeah,
saying
that's what I
since
said. They left Golden
2012.
State alone, and that shit turned
I've
into a
been saying
fire on
since
its own.
2012 when they've been going back and forth with Clippers like for those last few years, like in the early
And
2010s in
13
the
and 14 and
playoffs.
shit. Yeah,
Lob
I
City.
was like, dog, they gonna be a future threat. I just didn't know it was gonna be in 2015.
Yeah, they
exactly.
lost to
Right.
the Clippers like 3 times in a row or something
2014.
like
Nah,
that.
they lost to the
No, the
Clippers in
thing is, the
14.
Clippers was supposed to be the team to go, but they
Exactly.
kept
Right.
getting hurt. Chris Paul got hurt in the playoffs like every year,
That's where
and
that
then
CP
Blake got hurt.
injury shit came
I
in.
was low key following Golden State back when Monte Ellis was on there.
Where that
Yeah,
CP? Yeah, where that CP injury
they
track
put
at?
all they marketed into the Houston Rockets and to the Clippers. The Spurs were there. It was the Spurs, the Houston, and the Clippers, and then OKC was next. Golden State was way down there. They ain't spend no marketing dollars.
But
It
Not
was
at
all
all.
OKC
about
was another
Lob
team
City.
that made themselves hot in like 2009.
It was
And when
definitely
ever
all
since
about
when
Yeah,
Lob City,
KD,
bro.
ever since when Kevin Garnett
yeah.
had
OKC,
that one
nah, the
interview,
Thunder peaked too early. That's the problem.
no, ever since
No,
that,
no, they
no, they
didn't.
had they had a run like in '08, the '08-'09 season.
Yeah,
Nah,
they had a run. But here's the thing: when they got to the championship, and this is what I told y'all, why Kevin Durant left. Kevin Durant left because in 2012, when they played in
LeBron.
the NBA Finals, and they went all the way to the finals. They beat the Lakers. They got to the finals, and they lost to the Miami Heat.
Yep.
And they were ready to come back the next season. It was time to sign James Harden.
James Harden. Yeah.
Yep, it was time to sign James Harden, and they were dragging their feet about signing James. And
Stupid.
James was like, "This is what I want. This is the money." And Kevin Durant, like, "All right, well, they're gonna wrap James up, and that's cool." Because Sam Presti told him, he said, "Yeah, this weekend I'm gonna wrap up James Harden. We're gonna be good. So don't
Yeah.
worry about it." So Kevin Durant was like, "All right, cool, because we can't lose James." And he said that we can't lose James. We're gonna be good. We got James, we got a bench, we got scoring coming off the bench to help out when Russ get out the game. Then yeah, we good. Next thing you know, he comes back and James Harden gave him his offer, and Sam Presti was trying to like, I don't want to agree to it. Then he gonna agree to it and to the what he asked for, but then tell him you got 24 hours to accept.
Crazy.
James Harden was on vacation, like he was off for the weekend. He was gone
For
somewhere.
real.
And then he's like, you got
But James was laying up in
he
bed
was
with some
like
freak that he
24
paid
hours
for.
to accept it. He's like, he's like, I can't even review it. My lawyer gone somewhere else. I'm out of town. He gonna give me 24 hours, just drop it on me like that. You know what? Screw that. What Houston say? Houston said they're gonna give me 150 of like that. We taking the Houston deal. It was just like that. It was done that quick.
Harden got that bread, man.
Called Houston, said, tell Houston what they say, 150. They gonna go up to it. Bet. We in Houston.
Yep, and then it became a sign and trade for Kevin Martin.
Yep, and then they got what's his name? Grizzly Adams out of that.
Yep. And then
Yep.
the rest of that change went to who? Ibaka.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Ibaka was the
I'm
last
glad you
person.
brung up. I'm glad you brung up James Harden. Did you cook him today?
Yep, he on
We
the
need to
title.
cook him and Embiid today.
Oh yeah, that's what we started
It
off with.
wasn't
I'm
nothing to
like,
I
cook.
gotta watch
Everybody
that
knew
game.
Yeah, it
Boston was gonna
is.
win that game.
This dude Embiid
I
Everybody
got
know
9
Boston
I
was
more
points,
winning
bro.
that
pissed at
game,
Embiid
bro.
than James Harden because
No,
you
no,
Everybody
no,
knew
no,
got
no,
Boston
no,
was
no,
MVP.
winning
no.
that game.
James Harden gets that. Doc definitely get that. He got 10, 3, 3-1 leads lost, or 3-2 and 3-1 leads
I can
altogether.
care
10.
less what he got lost. You got the MVP right now, damn it. Like I
And the
told him right
MVP
there.
It
scored
wasn't no
9 points. I
goddamn
heard that
MVP.
because
I
I
said
didn't
that
watch
on
the
your
whole
last
game.
video, bro.
I didn't watch.
Ain't nobody gonna address the elephant in the room. The
What's
turning
that?
point of the game, this is how I knew Boston was gonna win. When James Harden lost that ball and he hit Jaylen Brown in the face, I was like, oh, here we go.
Dude, I heard Embiid only had because I ain't watched the whole game, so I heard he had like 9 points, and then down the stretch, that's when he got up to 15.
Right.
Dog, he had
Watch
2
what you say
points
about
in the
Mississippi.
second half. They had 10 points in the third quarter
Oh,
as a
what?
team. That don't even make sense. I don't care if it's a magnet
Yeah, that
ball.
was
I don't
crazy.
care if you 10 points in the third quarter. That is
That's
unreal.
crazy. That's
That's
crazy.
unheard of in the
I
NBA.
am so glad I didn't put no money down on this game because I was going to do
Man,
that.
I didn't bet on it
I was going to
as
do
soon
it
as
yesterday.
I,
I saw them shoot all them threes, I said, "Yep, that magnet ball must be working because
my
they
Carson
can't
was
miss
telling me.
them threes."
See,
Who you got winning the whole
I,
thing?
Lakers.
Yeah,
Lakers
probably.
are
Yeah,
oh
going to win.
hell no.
I don't even want to say I'm rooting for
I don't even
anybody.
If
want to
it
say
comes
neither, bro.
down,
Like,
hold on,
listen.
wait a minute.
Nuggets. I got the
If it
Nuggets
comes
winning the
down to
first
Lakers
game.
versus Celtics, I don't like Boston, so I'm going for Lakers. If it comes
I,
down to the
I
two
got the
Nuggets,
Nuggets
I don't
winning
Boston
the
like
gonna
them.
first
shoot their
game.
way out of that series anyway,
You,
bro.
you
Like,
you think them white boys in Boston gonna let that happen?
what white boys?
Boston got money now.
Hey, Cino,
And they don't got LA money.
Cino,
Yeah.
you got the
All
Nuggets
the
winning the
money
first
from
game.
Wall Street comes out of Boston, bro.
They don't got
Like,
LA
most
money.
of it.
They ain't got LA money.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you just hear me or no?
I heard you.
Most
But
of the money from Wall Street comes from Boston. Boston
that's
Bank.
that. Okay, yeah, that's cute. But what that got to do with the NBA?
Okay. You talking about they don't got LA money. LA gotta come to New York, right?
Uh,
So which means Boston control all of that shit.
Mm.
you
You
lost
don't
me.
understand why the mob is mostly based in Boston?
Oh, here we
Yeah,
go
I
with this
know. Yeah, but
box
that's
again.
mostly last century shit, bro. Like the new mob is the
Nah.
NBA.
You,
It's the
you
same.
talking like they
He
you
said it's the
talking like
same.
that shit changed, bro. That shit ain't changed.
Yeah, it just evolved the game. That's
They
all.
just-
Stepped it
Yeah, I
up.
mean, if you think
It's the
Boston
Jewish mob.
winning against LA with a
I didn't I
LeBron
don't I
James
didn't
on the
say
team,
that. I just said I just made a statement. Like you think the
Dog,
white boys over there is gonna make them win?
it,
do you
That's
do
all
you
I'm
know
saying.
who the Zufas are? Remember Zufas? They own UFC.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, I know about them.
You
Yeah,
know
yeah,
they
yeah.
own casinos, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah, they do.
how
Yeah, I
they.
know about it. Yeah,
And you know
casino.
their casinos are where in Vegas.
Hmm.
So they make their money there. They from Boston, but they could never get the UFC in New York because they own those casinos down in Vegas. And the mob in New York was like, y'all ain't never gonna have a show here as long.
See,
And
the
they were
mob is
dead
quiet.
right. They could not get a license in New York. That's how crazy the mob business is, dog, in the East Coast. That's the home of the mob.
I ain't
Can
gonna
you
lie. Them niggas tell you ain't coming here.
That's
You ain't
true.
coming here.
imagine all the
That's all
money
it
they
is.
missed
What
out
is
on
this?
in
The
the
Italian
UFC?
mob?
They didn't even
What type
care.
of mob this is?
This is
The mob,
New
bro.
York
the
mob
mob,
versus
nigga. New
Boston
York
mob. That's
business
all it
mob,
was.
whatever mob you
That's
want to
billion
call it.
dollar mob. They were like, you ain't coming to New York, and that's it.
That's it.
You ain't getting no money here. He had to sell the UFC. Once they sold the UFC and they was out of there, that was the only time they said, all right, you can get a license here in New York now. Damn, that's power.
That is that. I ain't gonna lie. That's some power. When you tell
That's
niggas like, yeah,
power,
y'all niggas ain't
dog.
coming here. Y'all ain't getting no
And this
money
was
here.
some of their
Exactly. I'm
biggest
telling you.
days of their life. Chuck Liddell, all these big events going on. This is when UFC
Tito
was back.
Ortiz.
Yeah, this is
TNT,
Rampage Jackson. They tried to get a license in New
All of
York.
that
They was
shit,
like,
man.
nope.
Yeah.
They had to go to Jersey. I think they had to go outside to like Jersey or something to get it.
Nigga said they had
That's
to go
Where?
to
crazy.
Where you gonna
Jersey.
do that?
Yep.
Shit,
Yeah, I'm
where the
telling y'all.
Devils
Yeah,
play, I
yeah.
guess, man. Shit, I
I
don't
don't
know.
understand. LA isn't really up there like y'all think it is.
No, the
Like,
Lakers really are damn near bankrupt. They were damn near bankrupt last year. Joe, what's her name? Jenny Buss. She had to go on her own money for Russ.
Damn.
That's why she was pissed. She had to go into her own money because they took a loss. They were in a luxury tax because they were paying out on high contracts. So they was in a luxury tax, so they got to pay. They're not owned by a corporation. They one of the only teams that's not owned by a corporation or a conglomerate.
Mm.
She's not their family-owned business. The Lakers are their business.
Right.
Like that is their business. Everybody else, they already billionaires somewhere else. Like Bomber made $1 billion, so he got money. Jenny Buss,
Exactly.
like they got rich off the
Off
Lakers.
the Lakers, yeah.
Like that's where their money came in
That's where
at.
their
So
money came
they
in. So
need
she
the
had to go to
Lakers
some
in
of that
the
savings,
playoffs. Right.
from
Dr. Buss,
from
all his
Daddy
stuff was
Bus, man.
tied to
Like,
that. They
yeah.
can't they sold all their real estate and stuff to keep the Lakers afloat. So when
Uh-huh.
they was
Keep the
winning
lights on.
championships, yeah,
Yeah.
and making the form and having the celebrities come to the game, this is where they make their money after the events.
That's why
So
they
if the
have this
Lakers ain't in
system.
the playoffs, it hurts them in their pockets tremendously, especially if they paying in the luxury tax. If you in the luxury tax and you ain't going to the playoffs,
Oh
that
yeah,
was 1
that's
year
your
she had to
ass.
pay out $8 million out of her own pocket.
Yeah, that's your ass. If you don't make
I
nah,
the
don't
It
know
playoffs,
how
was
they
man.
bad
going.
as
I don't
hell.
know how they gonna get the money to Sean Kyrie if they trying to get him because I don't think he going there
Exactly.
anyway. To be real, Drew.
Nah,
I
nah,
think
nah.
nah.
I
He
got
Dallas.
That's
Him
I
and
wrong,
think
Mark.
bro.
Kyrie's going to. I think
I got
Him
a
Kyrie's
and
going
Mark
to
signing
LA.
Cuban. Yeah.
trade. I got a signing trade. My guess is a signing trade with DeAndre Ayton and some few draft picks for
Nah,
Kyrie.
him
That's
and
what
Mark
I got.
Cuban, bro. Like yeah, they gonna get a deal going.
I'm telling you,
I
LeBron
think
already
he gonna end up
Golden
recruited
in
him.
State is
Phoenix.
still not the richest team in the NBA, bro.
No, they not.
Ain't the draft? Oh, well, the lottery Tuesday, right?
It's going to be Kyrie
Thursday.
Irving and Draymond Green going to the Lakers, man.
It's gonna be a lot of rich Thursday, bro. And I can't wait till afterwards so I can tell everybody exactly what the hell is gonna happen because I knew it.
So, who you got going in the first?
Right.
Who you think is going to get the first pick?
I don't even care. I think the Spurs are gonna get it because they're gonna get
Yeah, I
Wembanyama.
remember you were
Steph
saying
is
that.
a billionaire, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember you were saying that.
because
Yeah,
Wembanyama, he just don't fit Detroit. You know, like what is
But
there for him to
Detroit
do?
didn't they get a? No, that was Orlando last year.
Yeah, I'm like,
They gave Detroit Cade, bro, and they gave whatchamacallit, Ben Sherrill. So
What
yeah,
about
but
what about? Hold on. What about like they know Dame is gonna leave, so Portland gets it.
no, absolutely not.
yeah, I
I
kind of
don't
There's
Absolutely
a
think
not.
Dame
few
is
teams
leaving though.
that's
I
trash in the
absolutely
league right
forbid
now.
it, bro. Like that's an injury waiting to happen,
There's a
bro. Like
few teams that can qualify for the first round pick for the number one pick. You got
it's
San
not. I
Antonio,
already know
Portland,
where he going, bro.
Indiana,
San Antonio
Charlotte.
was
Steph
a
is
good
a
suggestion,
billionaire,
but
bro.
San Antonio was a good suggestion, but I don't think that's what happened. I already know where he going. He going to
Boston is richer than
bet
one of
Golden
the
them
State.
teams
king,
in
bet the
one
draw.
of them teams in that Northwest division. That's where he going. My guess is Utah.
Dog, if Utah get on this is like ridiculous because they get everything, bro.
I don't know what's ridiculous about it. It's a perfect fit. He could play the four. When he get there, he
No,
basically gonna play the
y'all
four.
looking at it the wrong way. Y'all got to look at it. This is a Euro player.
Yeah,
He's gonna need to be in a Euro market. San
And
Antonio
San
is
Antonio is the perfect Euro market.
Yeah,
right.
but here's the thing, Cino. They're trying to create a market in
Nah, the
Utah.
Knicks
That's
is
why they
still
brought
richer,
D
bro.
Wade out
They ain't
there.
never gonna do
Oh
that.
no, please don't jinx us.
That's why they brought
No.
D Wade out there, bro.
You
Like
said what?
to try to
They always do
try
this.
to
Knicks always
gentrify it a little
salivating
bit.
for some European player, dog.
They
I'm
put
glad we
D
got
Wade
Rachel
out
now.
there because they had all this bad reputation about being
Yeah,
racist with the fans, and then the old owner she had to step out and let these dudes come in and run it. The new owners, because she had
yeah.
to
Dog, I
come out.
couldn't
We're
believe she
So
made
yeah,
that.
yeah. So that's gonna add diversity.
I
That's
can't
gonna add
believe no, she
diversity.
didn't,
So
because that
now
shit
you
was
got to put.
cat. It was
That's
cat
gonna
when
add
she lied on
diversity. So
Westbrook
now you
like
got to
that.
put now you got to put some overseas flavor over there. Even though Utah don't really like it, but
Dog,
they
this is where she made that mistake when Westbrook like first got traded there before he
Mhm.
didn't even play. She was like, and we're not like a racist team or what. I was like, this is
Yeah.
Utah. Can you stop it?
Yeah, I know nobody bought it. I was
Hey,
like,
I
Cino.
looked at
the
dog. She
fact
looked
you
like she
got to
owns
read this
slaves right
letter
now.
on the court, and that lets you know how racist it is.
Dog, she looked
Right,
like
right, right.
hold on, Cino.
that
She
is
looked
a
like she
fact.
got the Cino. She looked like she got the get out dude, like the get out dude and shit that be snapping and shit when
Right.
he hit a bell and shit.
Yep.
Like he got it
Said to
like in
get
the
out, dude.
backyard somewhere. Like
Wait,
Got a
what do
victim.
y'all think? What do y'all think about him going to Houston, and then the
Hell
rumor
no.
that James Harden is going back to Houston comes true?
With
He
Ime
ain't
James
going
stroke,
back to
Harden
with
is
Ime
Houston.
who
staying
stroked you and all
in
of them,
Philly.
bro.
I
No,
don't see.
I
This
Nah,
is the
I didn't
reason
hear you.
why
Hold on.
I don't believe that rumor because the way he left, I don't know how he coming back to
Yeah,
Houston.
but remember the way LeBron left too. Like,
But
money is money.
that is true. The LeBron
Money
thing.
is money. They not gonna turn down money
He's
at
staying in
all.
Philly. His general manager is in Philly. He's
Oh yeah,
staying
that's
in
true.
Philly.
Dan Marley.
Yeah, he's
But
not leaving there.
Daryl Morey, yeah.
He ain't leaving.
I
He
don't,
did all that to get the damn Moore. So
I don't
Exactly.
know.
He did all that crying to get to
No,
Houston.
Yep,
it
Daryl
wasn't.
Morey, the only
Yeah,
one
yeah.
that
Dan
still
Marley was
believed
wild,
that
and
he
it was at
worth
the
all of
point I
that.
was like, yo,
He's staying
what's
there.
wrong with you, my man?
I don't know. All it needs is one call, and
But this
that
goes to show
changes.
you, man. Like I said, I mean, I understand y'all was saying that it was all right written up for the 76ers to go to the finals, but I'm like, this team always chokes. They have nothing but choke artists on
yeah,
that
that's
team.
what
I
I
think
said
the
in the
76ers
video.
was like plan C, bro. I don't think they
I
was the
said in
initial
the
plan.
video that they were talking about the facility in there, but
Yeah,
the script was Boston and LA. It's
Oh,
right
and Cino, I know you saw it because like they nonstop with it today. I ain't just talking me. I'm just talking people. Like the whole thing, they trying to push the narrative of the bubble. Like the bubble was hard. It wasn't just a fluke. I know you
there.
because
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
been seeing it for like 3, 4 days. Like
right. Now that's
man,
what
that's an asteroid.
that's why I said this is what this whole
asterisks.
little remix of the
Asteroid.
bubble is about.
Mother.
They were like,
Astra.
see, they said the bubble didn't count. And look, we got the same four teams from the bubble.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
already know why they
they
doing,
trying
and
to
that's
push that
another reason
narrative. Yeah,
why,
Yep.
LA going to
I
win
call
because
that
they
shit
want
the
to
NIT
remove,
Invitational. I don't even
and
call it the bubble.
that's another reason why LA is going to win because they want them to remove the asterisk of the 2020 championship.
Right. They want
Yeah,
to remove the asterisk away from that bubble because they know nobody respects it. So now they say, well, the same four teams went right back, so it must have been
I
real.
had
No,
no
it
idea there
wasn't.
was actually people out here capping for the bubble. I had no clue that was a thing. I had no clue that
They
was a thing.
LeBron
Um,
fans. That's why. The only people that do that are LeBron fans.
those are LeBron fans.
that's
I
it.
had no, I didn't even know they was doing it until like recently.
I
I was
know
like,
exactly what they was doing because the thing is, Kobe, when the Kobe death happened, man, everybody knew the Lakers was gonna win this whole shit. They just didn't know the shutdown was gonna happen. Now, when during the entire shutdown, you got the LeBron and the Lakers, man, training somewhere secret and hideout
look,
and some shit, and
over
then they
my
got back
dead
in
body,
then
they
they
was
got
not
back
putting
in
them over
there.
Kobe. I know they're gonna try that bullshit.
Yeah, but the thing was like the whole entire time they was in the damn NIT Invitational, they was pushing them online. The Lakers put out, yo, we gonna interview we gonna premiere the Kobe the new Kobe jerseys, man, in round two.
Yeah,
They basically was
hold on,
politicking the push.
hold on. Let me stop you right there. That jersey is not new. That jersey been out. I
Exactly,
remember that jersey ain't old. That jersey ain't new. That's an old jersey.
it's an
They
old
just never
jersey, and
wore
they
it.
just put Kobe patch on that shit. That's all it was.
I
They're all black with the yellow
With the
with the number
yellows,
on it.
yeah, uh huh.
Dog,
That's a
I
how did
can't.
y'all? How
I
did y'all
want.
see the finals last year? Did y'all think that Boston got cheated?
Boston
Hell
got
no.
cheated out of what?
Hell no. Fake Kobe proved what he was.
No, yeah, he couldn't.
Fake
He could.
ass Kobe
Yeah.
Bryant. He
If
choked.
anything,
Nah,
they got paid off.
the reason I'm asking that is I'm trying to figure out like was it a play that they made that Golden State would beat Boston?
Dance off.
No, it's called Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown disappeared, especially Jason Tatum. He just faded away.
Exactly.
So
Shit, he only had 12
because
points in the game one win, and then everything else he was just laying eggs.
yeah,
He was
but for
trash.
me, I'm thinking about it like a business standpoint. If they made a deal in the back saying whatever, and Golden State would win, wouldn't they allow Boston to win now because they made a deal
I
before?
No.
mean, it don't matter. Like they can make all the plans they want. It's called put the ball in the basket. Like they can
Yeah,
do all they
but
want.
you got to think about it this way. They just pushed the Lakers to pretty much the finals. Like
But
they don't
Golden
give a
State
damn at
just
this point.
lucked up in how everything got situated. It ain't. It don't have nothing to do with Golden State when what was it? Dallas, they just fell apart. The best series with Golden State was the Memphis series when they beat them without John when John got hurt. But
Nah,
The Mavericks beat Phoenix because Phoenix choked, and then Golden State just whooped on Mavericks
no,
because Luka disappeared.
I'm not talking about
Yeah,
like last year. They whatever. Like I'm talking about like when they went to the finals. I'm trying to look at it from every angle. Like, was it some kind of deal in the back that made them make Boston lose? Because like Sino said, like the championship can't be validated, the dynasty can't be validated until they beat Boston. So it's just coincidental that Golden State beat Boston.
who said
So I'm
that
trying to.
though? Who made up
Sino
that
said it
rule?
earlier.
You gotta go
Sino
through
said it
Boston
earlier.
to be validated.
Yeah, because honestly speaking, if you don't beat the Lakers or Boston and you've been, doing whatever, like, come on. That's like
But
the two
isn't that on
franchises.
them and they're not good at the time? Isn't that on
Nah,
them?
I'm saying those are the two biggest franchises. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, for the ratings standpoint, they had to let it happen like that. But I'm trying to see, like, I'm trying to think, like, did they make a deal behind the doors, and then now it's Boston time to win?
I
Because
just think I just
I,
think that Boston just they were the number two seed. I mean,
but I just can't see these white boys letting LA get 18 over Boston, bro. I
oh,
just
it's
can't see
happening.
it.
It is
I,
happening.
It
Lakers
gotta
in
happen.
can't see it.
five. I got Lakers in five, by the way.
Especially with all these Irish malls and everything over here, bro. Like I just can't see it. I can't. I really can't, bro. I'm trying, but
Oh, it's
I
better.
don't think they're gonna let the Lakers win.
I got Lakers in five. They're gonna get this over with real quick.
Nah, if the Lakers win, it's gonna be in six. Same script, because they
I
got to
got
Well,
make it
it
look
might.
real.
I agree with you on that. It might be. It might be at six. They probably ain't gonna celebrate on Boston's floor, but they winning this. But LA is winning this series.
I don't know, bro. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Boston holds some power, bro. Like for real, for real. So I don't know.
man. They gonna get their ass whooped just like last year.
Maybe, maybe not.
And then
But
it'll be over for
all I'm
Boston
saying
for a
is
very long time.
this is pretty much my last year, man. I don't even care about this shit
This is
anymore.
it for Boston because Jalen Brown is gone.
Jalen Brown is about to be a free agent.
Uh huh. And
Well,
I
I don't
heard
know
he
What?
because
talking on Marcus.
And
he
what
might get the
better way?
max contract.
Hold on. Picking back off of what LB just said. What better way to stick it to Jalen Brown than to have him lose to LeBron?
I don't think it's like okay. What's I got to do? Like Tatum, they perceive Tatum as the star. So I mean,
Yeah,
and I heard they made
but
Udoka wants Marcus Smart too in Houston. That's what I heard. So Celtics really
oh,
about to
Bro,
made
bro,
Udoka. He
that
wanted
all
whole
I'm
team
saying
about to break. The whole team about to break up, basically.
Uh-huh.
All I'm saying is I can't see them having Boston lose twice in the finals back to back. I just can't.
They got lucky last year when they got into the final. They just lucked up.
Nah, not really. They let him play. They let him play bully ball.
They Ime Udoka just knew how to coach against the Nets, but when they lost to Milwaukee, I should say, I mean, when they beat Milwaukee, I was like, okay, man.
They was playing the same way. They wasn't calling the fouls right. And they was playing the same way, bro. Bully
I
ball.
was, I was so
But then
glad.
when they went to the NBA finals, Golden State was getting the calls they was getting. So it's like
But
I don't know.
Jason Tatum just disappeared into the ether.
Yeah, true, but they was still getting calls, like they was playing bully ball with them, and it wasn't like
I
how
remember
everybody else was.
Curry and Clay shooting them out the gym, and
Yeah,
Jalen and Tatum couldn't really get nothing, especially Tatum. Tatum just, I don't know. That's why he disappeared for like 3 months.
Yeah, I'm like, man, Jason Tatum,
Murking
he
him.
get.
They was murking him.
Tatum's a bum, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I don't like how like he's pushed over Jalen Brown, and Jalen Brown's been the most consistent. I don't like that shit. Like even that game 6, the nigga only had like what 5 points for like 3 quarters, three
I
and a
just
half
hope we
quarters.
get him. He don't go to Houston.
That shit
I,
was horrible.
he'll be good playing with Jalen Brunson. Going to
Who
Houston, you ain't gonna win nothing. It's gonna be
who
just you. It's just gonna be him and maybe
who? You
Marcus
talking about
Smart.
JB?
I
Yeah,
mean,
JB.
what you call? He's pretty. He ain't the best thing in the world, but he's actually pretty good.
Who
But when you're in the
Uh,
West, especially right
Jalen
now,
Green.
Houston probably gonna be a play, and that's it.
Nah,
That's a start,
Houston got some players, bro. I don't
but
know if
They're
that's a
gonna
you
be
start
be
in the
for him.
watching,
play in compared to everybody else in the Western Conference.
But that's a start
bro. You gotta
for him. That's
understand,
a
there's a
start.
whole lot
To
that
go
goes
from
into a
not being
team.
in the playoffs at all to being in the play-in, that's a
There,
start
there-
for him.
there's a whole lot to
No, I'm
go
just
into a
saying if
team, bro.
Jalen Brown want to waste his years away, if he
We
got
don't know
how old is
that
he now?
because remember, Houston is the biggest market for China. So
I get that, but
if the
like,
NBA want money, Houston got to start winning some games. So they might start pushing these niggas, and you don't
I
know,
mean, you can push him all day, but I don't think they're getting past Phoenix, Clippers, L.A.,
bro.
Kings.
Bruh,
We
we
didn't
just
think the
seen what
Lakers will get into the
we just
playoffs, and
we
they're in
just
the
seen
playoffs.
what Phoenix is capable of. So,
Like you just watch a whole robbery of every
Phoenix,
playoff game. Like, you serious,
and now
Man,
they
let them play against the Kings first round. Kings gonna beat the brakes off of Houston.
oh,
They're gonna beat the brakes off of Houston over the
bro?
Kings.
The Kings should have won versus Golden State, and they didn't win
I mean, they panicked at the end. That's on them. They could have beat Golden State. They panicked at the end.
at the end. But remember, there was game 3, there was game 4, it was game
when
it
they
was
lost
plenty of
that
games.
when they lost that game in Sacramento, I said it's over.
What game 6, right? What was it, game 6?
No, game 5. I think he's
Yeah,
talking about.
I think game 5. They
Yeah,
lost that game. They lost
Oh
that
yeah,
game.
yeah, yeah. I think Kings won game 6, and then Golden State just got hot. And it was like, no, they
Yeah,
just took
and
the game.
I was like, yeah. When they lost to Sacramento, I said it's over. It's over. Sacramento is not.
I just wish. Oh, and by the way, Mark Jackson. Apparently, I guess he ain't blackballed after all.
Why you must have saw his name on the list to be a head coach.
I think he got an interview at
but
Milwaukee.
he always getting interviewed. Though. Remember, he interviewed for the Lakers
When was that though? How long ago was that?
That was like 2 years
before
ago.
they hired Darvin
Cause
Ham.
remember, LeBron was trying to get him to come over there and coach
I
because he
mean,
didn't like Frank Vogel.
it's a
Before
possibility
they
he
got
could
him,
coach.
he was supposed to be there.
What they need to do is fire Tibbs' ass, and we get Mark Jackson. That's what they need to do.
I said that.
Oh, you said that? Look,
Yeah,
man, Tibbs gotta go. Tibbs pissed me off.
but I don't think that's gonna happen though.
I'm not trying to deal with one more year of this crap with Tibbs, bro.
I don't think that's gonna happen though. White coaches get a little bit more grace than blacks.
He's like a stubborn old. He's like a stubborn. And then on top of it, he played for us at one point. So it's like, come on, man, it makes sense to me.
And that don't mean nothing.
That's
Mike
true,
Woodson
but it makes
was
sense.
winning games and they fired his ass.
I
Ass as
think
hell.
The way Mark Jackson played, Brunson plays like that to a degree. Mark Jackson was a facilitator too, so he'd be the best
Yeah,
coach to coach them.
that's why I said he was a good fit for y'all. But um, I don't know if the league is gonna let that happen, bro. I
Man,
don't
the
know.
league need to get the hell out the way. That's your problem.
Uh, you asking business owners to get the hell out the way of their business. That's not gonna happen.
James Dolan need to sit his fat ass down somewhere, just like he been doing. And let Leon Rose do what he do. Cause James
I
Dolan,
ain't
I
gonna
haven't
be
heard
sick
from
to the
James
stomach,
Dolan in
bro.
like 2 years. James Dolan been kind of quiet, so
Yeah,
he
man,
hasn't been getting emotional, kicking people out the game for telling them sell the team. Like, he hasn't been doing none of that.
man, I'm done with the NBA. Honestly, bro. That shit is like
Y'all,
too
y'all
much
need to
rigging.
stop.
Too
Y'all watching the league. Y'all watching NBA. There ain't nothing else on.
Bro, I barely watch games this year,
Y'all watching
and
basketball.
I told you I ain't watched one football game since they cheated Tom
Stop the
Brady.
cap.
Swear to God, I put my heart across my heart. Swear to God, right now. You
Cena
watch it.
lying too. Cena lying his ass off too. Done with NFL. I'm like, man, you watching NFL too. Cut it out.
I ain't watched a whole game last year. Any game last year. Tom Brady's my favorite player, and I wanted to see him go out, but I just couldn't watch it, bro.
Tom Brady's your favorite player?
Yeah,
Yeah. Uh,
I've been a Pats fan since he
Like
was
I
the
said,
first game I watched.
like I said,
203
like I said,
and '03.
oh,
when
when he
when
beat the Rams. Yeah.
like I said, when Ray Lewis retired, he was my favorite player. But guess what? Eventually, I was gonna have to let him go.
Yeah, but the game is not the same, bro. I just noticed too
Shit,
many
Michael Vick,
shit,
my
and
favorite
you
player.
can't
I
go back.
still watch Michael Vick, my favorite player of all time, and I still continue to watch NFL.
It's like finding out that it's like when kids find out that Santa Claus ain't real. Like something
Well,
in them
trust me,
be
I
like, you
found
don't
that
even
out.
believe in that shit no more.
I've been do that, so there ain't no secret.
Huh?
I've been do that, so there ain't no secret.
Nah, but I'm saying like when you a kid and you find that out for the first time, bro, it's like it's heartbreaking. You know what I'm saying? And you
They
can
thought
never
they
go
was
back.
gonna shut me down.
You
I'm
never go
back.
back. You know what I'm
They tried to knock me down, but I came back on top.
Man, I had to reset the whole PC again. I'm like, God damn, what y'all
No, I
want?
still can't believe what they did to Power, dog. Like, man, what asshole leaked episodes 9 and 10? I've been ducking and dodging spoilers like for like days.
Oh, they done did that again too?
Yeah,
Every
and,
year, bro.
and,
Every
and,
Oh
year.
HD,
man.
and HD just did a doggone review on 9 and 10.
Oh
Yeah.
wow. I don't want to hear nothing about it.
I'm waiting until Stars, bro. I'm waiting until Stars posted this Friday. You know what their problem is? They need to stop doing that stupid 1 week break crap, and this wouldn't happen.
Yeah, the
For
problem
what?
is this happens with the network. The network does this shit. Now, when they was 50 was there, 50 saw it. He was like, they was trying to blame me for it. And now 50 ain't there, and it happened again. It's still happening. They always do it to the black shows. This will never come out on no white show. You'll
That's
never.
why I said. That's why I said. I saw it, but I ain't gonna spoil it.
What they try to do is they try to hurt the viewership because they know everybody be waiting on them season end. Like, oh, we gotta wait till the season end, and then we gonna go in right there.
You
They
seen
waiting on
you seen the I forgot his real name, the actor who plays Braden and Tariq. They was at the club and they kept screaming like the scripts are fake. I mean the leaks are fake or whatever. I was like, dog, what are you talking about?
Them leaks ain't fake.
Yeah, that was today. That was today when those posts came out. They was at a club screaming that it wasn't real. Those leaks aren't real. Basically saying those are the fake episodes or something. Remember when 50 tried to like at the end of the OG Power, like when Ghost got shot and all that stuff. Like remember like when 50 tried to put out like multiple like different endings
Oh yeah,
to combat like the leaks.
yep. So people would be confused on
Yeah,
who's
50
actually.
cook 50 roasted stars today. He talking about that whole like typical stars when y'all always do that leaking stuff and all that.
Yeah, it's typical. They did it all. They leaked when Lala first showed her titties. They leaked all that stuff, man. That come from Star because they know that stuff could go viral, and then they got to pay out more to the show. They
And they gotta
And then
look. They gotta I don't like that's gonna mess them up when you could just have people just wait.
they was like, I think Omari Warwick, he was like, I never wanted to leave Power, but I wasn't getting paid.
Yeah, I mean, he was getting paid, but he's making 150.
Right.
He's
He
making
wants to make
150 an
more.
episode, but yeah, of course, everybody's making like 500,000 or more. That the lead of their show. He should have been getting paid at least
Yeah,
500.
in the interview, I watched the interview today. He said that they've been asking him to come back for like a year and a half.
Yeah, he's supposed to come back and then
Because what they want is they want the big surprise to be like, oh, Ghost is not dead.
Yeah, something like that.
yo, that wasn't what they never want to do that. That was never in the script. Stokes is dead. They want him back in like dream sequences and like talking, and they gonna do some past cut scenes with him, like
It's
when they
like,
did
how
the
can you
whole
bring him back like when he clearly died on the floor?
right. But you saw they brought Kanan back for those episodes in the first season, but instead of Kanan being there, they were gonna have Ghost talking to him, like his ghost, like talking to him. And then like when they had the room, when he had the vision, when he saw all the people he had killed, and Ghost was supposed to be there, they wanted him there for that scene, and they was gonna bring him in for like one day of shooting just for that scene. They was gonna go to a private place and shoot that scene, so nobody was gonna know that he was gonna be in that episode. And everybody said, "Oh man, where's Ghost at?" And then they hear like Ghost was on the phone. It rung on the phone, and Ghost showed up, but he's supposed to be in that room with everybody with Tariq. And then the other scene where he was gonna be talking to him, and they wanted him to do the voiceover for the letter that Tyreek got in jail, and he was like, "You right where I knew you was gonna be, little nigga."
Yeah, yeah, season
Right? They
two,
wanted him to
right?
do
Yeah.
the voiceover, but no, he ain't coming back because that's what I'm saying. They screwed him over so royally, and they used him to promote their entire channel, not just that show. Y'all used him to promote your entire channel.
There was only three
That's
other shows. Well, at that time, like during the OG Power, there was two other shows that had like no. Well, there was only one other show that had buzz, and that was American Gods. That was it. But it had
yeah.
nowhere near the like Power's popularity.
Right, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. American Gods had a whole different like audience.
Yeah.
Like that group did not watch Power, but like all the other shows is like that. All these white shows that they got like way overseas in Scotland and Europe, like they make those like 18th century pictures, like TV shows like the
But
Spanish.
now they got like a whole thing where you got Power P Valley BMF, the
Yeah,
Power series, like
yeah.
the verse, like and then BMF and P Valley.
Because 50 came up with the
Corsino
Power.
fam, what's up? Corsino, what's up? LB, what's up, family?
What's up, Chan? Yeah, but they came up with that power verse. 50 came up with that. He said, "Man, we're gonna do it like Marvel doing it." You saw how Marvel set that up? We could do that with these shows.
Yeah,
We'll
the
check it out.
Power verse.
Call it the
But
power verse. And that's what
LB was telling me that power is basically taken over by stars now, and 50 don't basically own nothing of that. He can't say nothing.
no,
I
he don't.
never
I
said
mean,
that. I didn't 50 got like a percentage on it or something.
yeah, he
No,
don't
I'm
he's
just
a
messing with
part
you, LB.
owner.
I just messing with you.
Oh, yeah, he's like, no, he a part owner, but he can't take the show nowhere because they own it. Like if they let the show go, then it'll go back to Courtney and all the people that own the show. They could shop it to other networks.
I said it should have. Like I said, I think I said this like 4 years ago. It should have went to HBO Max.
HBO. Yeah, you said that last night. Yeah, you said you should have went to HBO. That's a fact.
But see, that's the thing. The guy that was running it, they gone now. Like that guy got out of there for like
Oh yeah,
sexual
we
harassment.
had to get him out of there. He was tripping. The dude from HBO that was above HBO, like WB and all that, he had to go, bro.
Oh man, that was 50 guy, man. I was like, he was the
No,
guy
he
that
was removing shows from the app. It was like, what are you doing?
nah. This dude got caught in like sexual harassment stuff. So that's what I'm saying. He got fired from like 2 different places. He got fired from HBO because of that. And then he came over to Star. That's how he came. But he had Sopranos. He had built all that Sex of the City up.
Yeah.
He came over here because he got caught with some sexual harassment stuff.
That was the only way we had to get him out the paint because people celebrated him getting out of here because he was an issue at HBO.
Well, he just didn't have any more. He didn't have no more like new good series to that was
He
coming out.
kept removing everything to do like and put it on taxes or whatever. It was like because they was losing money for HBO Max, and then he lied about the numbers because he was fudging the numbers, the number of viewerships that was on
I
HBO
think
Max.
everybody was fudging numbers because Netflix was killing everybody.
Yeah, and then the thing is that what pissed Amari Hardwick off the worst is that you name your show Ghost. He's like, and I'm not even in it. He's like, so you're still using me to sell this show.
But not even that, they'll pay him on the back end.
Right. That's what I'm saying. They didn't even want to let him. He was coming back. He's like, you gotta let me direct one of the episodes.
Yeah.
And I gotta have an EP credit. They said no to all that. So he was like, F it, I ain't coming back.
Dude, like it's at the point where I'm assuming where it's going from when you saw Angela's nephew like a few episodes back. I'm assuming he's gonna take over in next season because since he's like a cop and all that stuff now. So it's basically Ghost past haunting Tariq. And you don't have Ghost know it. Like I don't get it, man.
But
Get this. LB, get this. You remember how you said? You remember how you said Brayden should catch a body? Well, when he
Whoa.
Will
He
Will
put